panel. Happy to see y'all. What's up, Mars, Damian, Pam, Chill? What's going on, y'all? As y'all can see from the title today, we're going to be talking about the landlords of the great state of Texas, and that will be the San Antonio Spurs. Man, who checked out the game last night?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
Very much
Yeah.
so.
Okay. Any thoughts? Thoughts, concerns. What are we seeing from the Spurs? Or is this the Spurs just being that good, or is this a Rockets problem?
I think it's a combination of both, Ox. Because I don't think that the Rockets were that bad. I do think that San Antonio Spurs defense was really good, but I also think that the Houston defense was really good too. I just think that when we got to certain aspects of the game, I think that exposed a lot of deficiencies with Houston, but also they exposed a lot of deficiencies with San Antonio. I mean, Wemby is the equalizer here. I mean, Wemby is the guy who, despite all the issues that you have, Wemby is the one that cleans up a lot of the stuff that's going on. And I thought he did a great job in help side. I thought he did a great job in protecting the rim. I thought Castle did a great job in dealing with KD last night in terms of the physicality. I thought he pushed him into spaces that KD didn't want to go into. I thought he did a great job in challenging shots. They really missed Steven Adams because this is a team, Ox, that thrived on second chance opportunities, and they don't have that as much. And the fact that they don't have Steven Adams, I think that really hampers them. So I do think that we have some issues, but I'm going to let you guys address the elephant in the room because I already know what it is. I already know what the elephant in the room is, so I'm going to let you guys address that.
Why is he? How is that? How is he the elephant in the room, Mars?
Because the adjustment that won San Antonio the game was taking Wemby off of Şengün, putting Stephon Castle or Keldon Johnson on Şengün, and allowing Wemby to roam off of Amen Thompson, who is meant to be Houston's point guard. And it stifled Houston's offense. It stifled the men. I don't know exactly what he shot in the second half. Let me find it. It was bad. At times like he's not even looking at the rim. It just ruined Houston's offense quite simply. Amen in the second half was 6 for 16. Obviously shot no threes, which is whatever, but they're guarding him like he has the plague. Like no one's going near him. And you can see the struggles that Houston went through, which is why that's the elephant in the room. But he's not the biggest problem. I would just want to give the Spurs credit, Mitch Johnson and his coaching staff for seeing what was going wrong in the first half. I still think Wemby can't guard Alperen Şengün. That's kind of where I'm at on that.
I thought I was the only one, Mars. I thought I was the only one. He lunch against him. He is lunch.
But making the adjustment, having the foresight to obviously see the lack of spacing that Amen Thompson can provide, and then using the best rim protector in the sport as a Roma, Luke Cornett as well. It worked and it was very effective, and Houston couldn't counter it. Or if they could, they didn't attempt to counter, which might be an indictment on the Rockets coaching stuff. But
Mars, because I mean, if you look at the box score, Amin had 25 points last night. What's up with that? How was he the elephant in the room? Y'all, I don't get this.
Well, he started the game fine. Like the first half, he was fine. Like his defense was fine. He was scoring. He was getting to the rim. He was too big for guys like Stephon Castle. But that second half, it was just bad. Like every possession that he wasn't directly involved in, Wemby is just blowing up every play because he's able to just roam and ignore him. I don't know how many deflections and blocks and forced turnovers Wemby had just by being near every play. And that's when you're going to make Wemby like his most dangerous on defense. If you can have Wemby literally impacting every play on defense, you're going to stifle your offense. And that's what Amen was doing. So outside of the 25 points and whatever else he had, he made Wemby have like one of his most dominant performances, especially in the second half defensively of the season. And that's something that can't happen, especially if you're a point guard, in my opinion. So yeah, shout out to his 25 points. Little golf clap, but no, that was
Ox, you and I had a conversation, Ox, about when I said to you a while ago about a guy having 20 empty rebounds. Like when I talked to you about, I believe it was Whiteside, when I was like, yo, he had those was empty rebounds. If you look at the 25 points on the box score, it actually looks really good. Like he was 11 for 23. You know, he had 25 points. But if you sat down and watched the game last night, he was killing them. He killed them last night.
I think we're in a tricky situation with Amen Thompson because to me he's on a great development arc. However, being the team's de facto point guard, he's going to find himself, like we saw yesterday, in some of these high leverage moments that he's sort of not ready for. And players are sagging off him, like Mars said. He can't shoot the ball. He's going to get criticism for it when he hasn't had the experience to sort of build those, I guess, competitive calluses yet. To make plays down the stretch offensively, even though he's developing nicely. So it's hard when you're on a really good team, but you have some of these really glaring deficiencies in your game. So I think it's going to get to a point, guys, where I don't know if he can play in these high leverage fourth quarters, potentially, given the matchup. Because like you said, Mars, if you got a player like Wemby roaming, I don't know if he can stay on the floor, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'll kind of add to your point, Damien. So they're treating him like Ben Simmons, if I'm being completely honest. Like, they're not guarding him at all. And, last year, even the year prior, Amen, he would occasionally take that open three because they're giving it to him. Now he's not even attempting. He's not even looking for the shot. It's kind of like 4-on-5 on offense, right? Whereas last year, even the year prior, they kind of put him in that Aaron Gordon dunker spot type of thing with Alperoon in the high post. You double team him, then he throws alley-oop to Amen right there. But now that he's a point guard, you can't really do that no more, right? And with him being point guard, everybody knows that you try to experiment with him being a point guard, but obviously now 3-4 months into the line, we all know he's not a point guard, at least not yet. And with Kevin Durant, the timeline is ticking. You have like a 2-3 year timeline. And I don't think Amen can be a point guard within that 2 to 3 years.
Why can't he do it though? Because you literally just told us that
the biggest thing is like he has to put pressure on the rim, right? He has to be like
all his points was in the paint last night. All of them.
Not pressure on the rim, but he has to be like a threat to score the ball.
Sure.
The fourth quarter, we all saw it. It was literally so much space, so much room to operate, and he would do handoffs to Kevin Durant, who would immediately Stephon Castle would dig into
real
him,
quick, Akil, one second, brother. Because you're giving us some really good points, but the chat can't focus because it's like your mic is really far away. You connected to the right mic right now?
Should be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe get a little closer or something. I don't know. It's just the chat just keep talking about your mic, and I think they're missing the great points that you're giving right now.
Chat a lot of times.
But if you
how about now?
different mic, then just go ahead and carry on, brother.
Mm-hmm.
How about now?
Now you hot.
That sounds a little better. Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the wrong mic connected. But yeah, we saw the dribble handoff with Kevin Durant, and KD would immediately get like double teamed. We saw the shot that he had a shot clock violation where Wemby blocked him. And you just can't have that with Amen being the point guard. He has to put I don't mean put pressure on the rim because he does that, but he has to be a threat scoring like in the mid-range area, 3-pointer. Mars, he put a tweet out yesterday, and I replied to that tweet, and he didn't respond to me because he's too popular. But he pretty much
Mars big timing you. Mars, you big timing people now. That's not what you're doing, Mars.
He didn't reply to my tweet.
I just haven't forgiven him for saying Jokic peaks higher than Braun, so I just ignore him.
That was my first ever podcast. Sorry, give me a little break. But essentially the tweet was like, the Rockets offense is terrible. And I replied to that with, Amen not even being able to have a floater in this game is kind of shocking because he's in year 3 or 4. And like he's 6'7", right? You got to be able to the rim is right there. So like you can't even develop a floater.
He actually made one yesterday.
I don't understand that.
He made one yesterday.
But there's so many instances, so many times where it's just like the rim is right there, just throw it up. You're not even looking to score. It's kind of like that Draymond Green role, except the Warriors have Steph Curry, right? So you can't do that with this team. You have to shoot the ball. And I don't know if it's a confidence thing. Draymond talked about his confidence was lost. So I don't know if that's the case.
I 100% think that's what it is.
Because he was shooting, even the first couple games, he was shooting the ball like minimum. He might not be making it, but he was shooting the ball. Now he's not even shooting the ball. And I'm not counting the putback layups and dunks. He had 25 points straight, but it's like that's not shooting the ball. You know what I mean? I
do. I get that. Mars, you and me had a conversation. You and me had a conversation about this, Mars, about having the ability to do things. And there are some guys who just you want to see them do something. Yet you just have to accept that they have an inability, and then they'll never be able to do this. I don't ever expect Amen Thompson to be a knockdown long ball shooter. I don't ever expect him to have a money mid-range game. But at some point throughout the course of his basketball life, he's knocked down a 15-footer, and he's done it more than once. At some point in his life, he's had a floater in his game because he did it yesterday. I think I think the Achilles point, I think this is a confidence thing. I don't think he's comfortable shooting as the lead guard because I got the ball in my hands. If I shoot the basketball, then I'm taking a possession away from us. My jump shot was better. If I had more confidence in it, I would be more confident in shooting the ball. Because again, Mars, you brought up an interesting point about the adjustment that they made. Wemby is literally in the paint. It reminded me of, remember when Philly played against the Lakers when LeBron James, he's literally standing in the paint with Ben Simmons daring him to shoot. And it's 4-on-5, and that's what it looked like yesterday. And I'm watching this and I'm thinking to myself, can we just teach this? I know that you guys see the skill set. All of these guys don't have this when they show up, Ox. You got to teach him how to play in the mid-range. You got to teach me how to play on the box. You got to teach these guys how to play in these spaces. Kevin Durant, as awesome as he is as a bucket getter, somebody taught him how to play in the mid-range. Somebody taught him how to play on the block. And the same logic, I feel like, and I'm not saying on any level that Amen Thompson is the bucket getter that KD is. I'm not saying that. What I am saying, I'm not saying that, no. What I am saying, though, is as a pro, I got pro potential. The game, that's up to you to teach me to play in these spaces, to be effective in the spaces where I can be effective, to be wide open at the 15-foot line and to be completely ignored. That's an indictment on me. That's not an indictment on the crew. That's an indictment on me and my skill set.
I hear you, Chill, and I agree with that. But that's the problem. In Kevin Durant, the person you just brought up, is the issue with that. That was my problem as soon as Freddie got hurt.
Yeah.
As soon as Freddie got hurt, that was my problem. Kevin Durant is the issue with Amen Thompson's development. We don't got time to teach you. We went to
KD sped the timeline up.
Right.
Is that what
we went to go get KD so that we could win this year or next year. You know what I mean? So
and that's why I said that.
Like what
well, you ain't winning about, this year.
Like what Penn was talking about yesterday or the day before about having years to develop and all that stuff. We don't got no time for that. We don't got no time for that right now. So now what? How many days is January? 31? So now what? We got 7 days to figure it out. They got 7
with the
days
timeline.
to figure
the deadline.
Even with the timeline being
accelerated. They can't do it. They can't do it with the men. Amen's not the point guard that's gonna take them to that level. Reed Shepherd's not the point guard that's gonna take them to the level. They went and got Kevin Durant. They went to get Kevin Durant to win a championship. And if they don't do something about that point guard situation in these next 7 days, then it's just gonna be what it is. And I know I'm not hating on the Rockets. I'm just reporting the news.
Who can the Rockets realistically get as a point guard?
I don't know. It's not my job to
let's
know that.
Let's get to the bottom of something right now. Portland is not giving you Drew Holiday. They're not. So let's dead that logic right now. Portland, they are trying to make the playoffs. They are trying to be better. They're not giving you Drew Holiday. There's no reason for them to do that. On top of that, Drew Holiday makes a lot of money too. Don't leave that part out.
I saw Kobe White trending, but as a Rockets fan, I'm from Houston, so I'm a Rockets fan. Yeah. Kobe White, that was a big topic, but I don't think he's a point guard. He's more of a shooting guard. We need a point guard who can play make, who can obviously score the ball as well, but a person who can get KD the ball in the right situations, get Alperen in the right situations. I don't think Kobe White's that guy. I think he's more of a score first and then pass second. So Kobe White's a name, but
you want a win now point guard? I'll give you a win now point guard.
Emmanuel Quickly.
Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Emmanuel Quickly.
Nice. I think the Bulls have a point guard I like. They have Trey Jones. I like Trey Jones, but I don't know if he's available. I've
been down that block. I'm good.
Can I be honest?
We've been down the Tyus Jones block. But I could have told you he sucks. I've been trying to tell people Trey Jones better than Tyus for years. Trey cool, but I don't know. Amen is just weird, man. Amen is super talented.
Amen was doing fine until the fourth quarter. I understand that he has some very loud plays in the fourth quarter. He took the most shots of anyone, but that's largely because I think that was by design from the Spurs defense. They geared it so that he would have to be put in uncomfortable positions because of how they're able to guard Kevin Durant and the rest of their shooters. They have a spacing deprived offense at times. It worked when Steven Adams was gobbling up all those rebounds, but right now they don't have Steven Adams.
Gone for the
But
year.
I gotta say, we should probably be talking about the Spurs a little bit. No, like this Spurs team is awesome, and I think last night you saw a vision into what the future could be for the San Antonio Spurs. Dylan Harper, Steph Castle, Victor Wembanyama, those three together this year when they have been on the court. Mars, would you venture to guess in the 90 minutes that these three demons, these three lottery picks, these three top 5 picks have spent on the court, these three young men have spent on the court, do you venture to guess what their defensive rating is?
Defense?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say a 107.
Probably like 90 something, 92, something like that.
85.
Okay.
Wow. That's
So
pretty incredible.
there is something about I think his name is Sean Sweeney. He's the assistant coach. He was with the Dallas Mavericks with Jason Kidd a couple of years ago, and he's come over to the Spurs, and he's really just taken their defense to another level. Obviously, Victor Wembanyama gets all the credit because he is the best defender in the world, but what his presence on the court allows their guards to do in terms of their switch coverages and everything that they do, I think it just makes them really dangerous. They are knocking off good team after good team. They're like the anti-Raptors in that sense, right? The Raptors can't beat like the top teams. This team almost never loses against the top teams. So I just think when it comes down to it, it's very easy to say, oh, we don't have time for Amen Thompson because the Houston Rockets got to win a championship. Last I checked, y'all not the best team in Texas. You're not winning a championship. That's it.
I thought they did a good job. I thought Houston did a good job in dealing with San Antonio at the long ball line last night. They were not good. The difference last night was the physicality. I felt like they just took the game from Houston. If I'm being honest, I felt like they just roughed Houston up. They made Amen Thompson be their primary bucket getter, and they said to everybody else, KD is not going to beat us. We're gonna make Amen Thompson be your primary ball handler and your bucket getter. Whenever KD gets the ball, we are going to jump him. We're going to crowd him. We're going to put him in uncomfortable space as much as possible, which didn't bother him years ago. But I feel like a younger, more athletic Castle, who was way more physical with him last night, making KD, which I was surprised about. You know, KD is actually really good putting the ball in his weak hand, getting to the free throw line. But Castle made sure that he wasn't able to get to that space. He was making sure that he wasn't able to get to that space. And when he ever did get to that space, Wemby covers so much ground because he's 9 feet tall and he's got a 12-foot wingspan. So the minute you think you got some space on him, you don't. You don't have any space on him because he comes out of nowhere. I just think that this San Antonio team, in terms of their defense and in terms of their connectivity, they were fantastic last night.
Dylan
They've
Harper
been,
was
they've been
great.
doing that to everyone, though. They've been doing that to everyone. The thing that the Spurs have done to a lot of teams this year is highlighted deficiencies other teams have, especially with their defense, because Wemby is the ultimate equalizer, because they can do different things as a group. But I mean, the Rockets, to me, my takeaway that the Spurs exposed yesterday, especially, was like they don't have enough offense, man. And as good as KD has been, he won't have the offensive stamina to carry this team through 4 playoff series. And the end of game stuff is atrocious. And Şengün is 0 for 8 in the fourth quarter with 4 fouls. Like they lost a lot as well, Chill, to your point. The Steven Adams offensive rebounding gave them an edge on the margins too offensively, and that's gone. I just think that before the trade deadline, they have to address this point guard situation and get someone that can put the ball in the basket, man. Because otherwise they're going to be in trouble.
I think like there's a regular season fraud alert thing with teams that just outwork, out hustle, out possession everybody, right? These things work in the regular season. You know, you can win games by running teams off the court, but in the playoffs, that usually tends to equalize a little bit. You lose your advantage. It's the same thing with this offensive rebounding gimmick, right? And I'm not saying like teams can't be great offensive rebounding teams in the playoffs. They can be, but again, so much of that is going to be equalized when guys are boxing out harder. Rotations are, you know, there's more time to plan. There's a little bit more time to rest between games. This out efforting everybody shit, like and overcoming your offensive deficiencies.
Man, that
and
matters though, man. I mean, I can appreciate your logic with the idea that, you know, you can't solely out effort people, but if I could get 10 second chance extra points, if I could get 3 extra offensive rebounds and 4 extra possessions, that's a big deal, Penn.
I mean,
That's a
it doesn't
huge
matter.
deal.
It doesn't matter. If you're
chill
not
when
scoring.
everyone's trying at the
Sure.
same level, when the games like really, really count.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff goes away, right?
Mhm.
Like
Everyone's
at
not
the end of the
trying
day-
at the same level.
What do you
We've
mean?
seen
Al?
how,
in
we've
the
seen how valuable
playoffs-
offensive rebounding is in the playoffs.
in a
Also,
game
wait.
7, Ox, in the final
Yeah.
2, like in a 6 possession, in the final 6
I mean, you got to
possessions of the
get there
game
first, though,
7.
Pen.
Huh?
You got to get there, and the one, you know.
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
understand that,
Take a little
and
extra.
I get all that. Getting home court advantage, being a good regular season team, I get it, yo. But we all remember Bud's Hawks, right? We all remember teams that win on continuity, chemistry, effort, and you know, like solid rotations. We've seen teams that overplay their starters and just eke out a 50-win record. Again, what I'm saying is when everyone plays their starters 40 minutes, a lot of the advantages that you enjoy in the regular season go away, right? Like there are teams that go way deeper into their rotation. I'm saying the Spurs are actually making it look easy, which is why I actually buy them as a championship contender. I don't think a lot of people talk about this team as a championship contender. People talk about it like a two-team race between Denver and OKC. It's like, oh, it's Denver, OKC. I'm like, yo, wait a second. There is this third team, and I know they're young, but they are really mature. They don't have a lot of defensive liabilities.
Sure.
Things don't look hard for them. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like,
it does, Penn. It does. But to your
like
point,
De'Aaron Fox can
keep
get
going,
wherever he
sorry.
wants on the
Keep going.
court. He can get wherever he wants on the court. He has been a clutch player of the year, I believe. He
Yep.
did win the award at one
He
point.
did do that.
He has like an easy time scoring.
Yep.
It's not grinded out offense. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's De'Aaron Fox love. All right, Pen.
Mm-hmm.
I
Penn,
like
I
that.
think that
I think
Go ahead,
people
Kill.
put Spurs in the. I think people put Spurs in contention when they beat Oklahoma 3 times in a row.
I think
Like
that
it's been
we-
like it's been Denver, San Antonio, and Oklahoma for like.
And then they
the
proceed to
last
drop
month
5
or
of
so.
their next 7. With that being said, I think Penn is talking about a San Antonio team that went up against a Houston team that's really deficient offensively. What's going to happen when they run up on teams that are better offensively? What's going to happen when they run up on this Denver team that moves the basketball and can knock down open shots? And on top of that, they're going 23% at the long ball line where they can't make shots. What's going to happen then? Because that's what Houston has done to them throughout the course of playing against them. The last time they played them in Houston, I think they shot 20% at the long ball line in the second half. Last night, Houston held them to 23% at the long ball line for the game. Like when you're playing against a better offensive team in Denver, and you're playing against a better offensive team in the Lakers, the Oklahoma City, when you're playing against better offensive teams that can expose that sort of stuff and you can't make up for it, it looks real tricky because then you got guys like Wemby now reverting back to what he wasn't really good at, and that's throwing a monkey wrench in everything that they were doing. So now he's more at the long ball line because we gotta get back in the game because we're behind. I think it's stuff like that that kind of throws a monkey wrench in what they're doing. With that being said, Penn, I'm not gonna argue the defense because I think that with Wemby, he just covers up so many things that we have issues with. I've said this in the past, Mars, that when I got a big, that's why I think rim protection is the most important. Because when I got a big guy behind me that can clean up my mess, I'm way more aggressive on the wing. Way more.
That's fair enough. I just think schematically, Wemby changes everything that they do because like they're not even. It's almost like they're daring teams to score on him. Like
Yes, they are, Ben. They are.
they're giving up lanes because like again, you become so much more predictable if I can take away one side and just funnel you to my 7'5" alien in the paint, right? I'm daring you to try to score over this guy, and he is so mobile in that space that he is covering ground that no player in NBA history has ever covered defensively. There's no player. Like I know that whenever I say this is the first time this is happening, it's usually met with a lot of like pushback, like how dare you, disrespect Hakeem or whatever. No player in NBA history has ever covered as much geography vertically, horizontally as Victor Wembanyama. This is a cheat code. He is covering a radius of like 14 feet above him, 14 feet like to the left and right of him, 14 feet to the left, to the front and back of him. That is like massive geography, right? I don't know,
When he-
man.
when-
like
when-
he's playing
You
the
have
most
to make
important.
him- you have
He's
to
playing the
make-
most important position on the court. Like that's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
This is a historic thing going back to the 60s. Bill Russell, you know, we can go through history. The center position is the most important position in basketball. Mars, you have often railed against box plus minus because you say that why do they give more points? Why do they assign more value to passing from the center position? Correct? You find that weird?
Mainly on the defensive side of the ball, but yeah.
I think that passing is probably the most important thing for a center. One of like passing and rim protection are two of the most important things for a center.
Why is passing? Let's stick with passing. Why is
Consider
passing the
where
most important?
centers typically occupy the court. Above the break, in the paint. These are the most vulnerable positions for a passer to be. Every guard who is a great passer gets 2 feet in the paint. The center is almost always living in the paint or, again, in the center of the court. So from the middle, you have all angles available to you. For a center who operates kind of in the KD zone of like high post, pinch post, that's 360 degrees. A player in that zone, like Nikola Jokic, who can dissect your defense, is the most vulnerable thing because he cannot be doubled. You're easiest to double where on the court, Cho?
In the corner.
Exactly. Your hardest to double where, Cho?
At the top of the key.
And in the middle of the court. Because
In the middle
there
of the court,
you can
yep.
see all angles. So the best passers have to be in the middle of the court. I'm just saying,
Sure.
like, the Spurs have a depth of good playmakers on their team. They
Sure.
have decent shot makers. If Harrison Barnes ever stops being a terrorist, you know, shooting whatever the hell he's shooting from, this team could really, really jump OKC for like, this is the next team in the NBA that's going to win like five, 6 championships. We keep saying dynasties are dead. Wait for this team. Wait for
I do
this
gotta
team. If
say this
Wemby
about
stays
the
healthy,
Harrison
that's
Barnes-
crazy.
About,
Chill,
about the
the-
Harrison Barnes hate that y'all be giving, because yes, he has been shooting the ball terribly for a few weeks now. But we do got to remember that when Victor went out, Harrison Barnes was doing his thing, keeping that team afloat. I'm just saying,
Sure.
you know,
I
there's
can get
ebbs
that.
and flows,
That's
runs
facts.
in this. You know what I'm saying? So they
But
got,
but
they
you
got a
know,
lot.
what
they
happened
got
to
quite
Jeremy
a, they got
Sohan?
quite a bit of they got quite a bit of
They don't want him.
wins off the back of Harrison Barnes. So you know what I'm saying? Let's
Yeah.
just
But
remember.
this,
Wait,
but
just
my
remember.
thing,
said what,
my
Mars?
thing with Wemby is,
They don't want Jeremy Sohan.
He
Go
doesn't.
ahead.
yeah. And my thing with the Wemby stuff is you got to make him accountable. Like the Rockets yesterday, because they're so shrunk offensively, they can allow him to cover so much ground pen. But when I'm watching the other night when the Pelicans put Zion on him, for
Go
example,
after him, yo.
Zion
Go
was just
after him.
they were just bullying this man. So it's not
Go
like
after
you.
him.
There's no way that you can not engage Wemby and have him have to guard somebody. You know what I mean? So that's when they run up to a team like Denver, for example, and he has a matchup in Nikola Jokic. It's a whole different ball game, in my opinion. But I think the other night against the Pelicans was very interesting when Zion just took that matchup personally and just went at him all game. But that's what teams are going to have to do. Otherwise, the Spurs are going to have every team's number defensively.
That's
If
a
you-
terrible matchup for Wemby, though. Like I get what you're saying, and I feel the same way. There are a few guys out there that Wemby just can't see. But
Like Sengun, Ox.
Yeah. There's a few guys out there that Wemby can't guard yet.
Wide-bodied, low center of gravity centers are always going to give tall, gangly guys a lot of trouble. I get it. But when
but I
his
mean, these
jump
dudes
shot and his
punish
game
Wemby, though.
refines, he's just going to go over them. Again, there's a lot of skinny guys in
You guys
NBA history
strong,
who've had trouble with these types of body types before, and I get it, right? I've seen Colin Murray Boyles, guys like that. Charles Barkley would be a nightmare for Victor Wembanyama in his prime. Like
Oh, yeah,
the
he-
round
he-
amount of
he'll-
rebounds,
he'll
that would be
spank
tough.
him.
That would be very tough. Nikola Jokic would be a very, very difficult
Moses
matchup.
was
You know
a
who
really
would be a difficult matchup for
problem,
Victor
but
Wembanyama if he was a little bit taller? Swiper would be a very difficult matchup for Victor Wembanyama. You know, he just
Well,
body
I mean,
him,
just-
push him. He fall
Yeah,
over, and then he would
very
just,
similar to OG Anunoby. You get underneath with size and strength,
Oh,
you can do
damn.
well.
There
with
you
that.
go.
Jabbar had
Shots
the
fired.
most trouble. Jabbar had the most trouble. To your point, to your point, Penn. Jabbar had the most trouble with Moses. Smaller, wide body, big guy, and
Exactly.
he just used to push.
But how old
he
is
used to just
Wemby?
push
But how old is Wemby? 22 years and I think 5 days old. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't
This
somebody-
dude's
We just- I
like
mean,
when
we
he's
just talked
24,
about what we've
25,
seen.
this ain't going to be so easy, yo. Like I understand there's always going to be a body type that's going to be a little bit more designed. And I always have said that I think the best matchup for a Victor Wembanyama is always going to be an OG Anunoby or someone like, like that. But that being said, at some point, OG 6'7", Wemby 7'7". Do the math, okay? So
do the knowledge.
Yeah.
Well, check it out, y'all. I think we touched on that game and gave some very good points, dissected that. Let's move on to another game from last night. Let's talk about
Wait, Ox,
Bron's
before you go,
What's
can I say one more thing?
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So with the Rockets, I want to say obviously the point guard is a big issue, right? Everybody knows it. If the Kobe White thing situation is going on, but one thing that is very lacking from this year compared to last year, obviously we all know Dylan Brooks, the culture setter, whatever, but there's no true leader on the Rockets. Kevin Durant is not a leader. And he's not a vocal leader like that in the locker room. I don't think so. Sengun, not really. Ime is a leader, right? But he's not on the court. Dylan Brooks last year was that tone setter during every single game. He would be the one barking at the other team's best player. And that really set the tone for men starting to bark at the other team's best player. Tari Eason, I think last year, Tari and Amen were both more of those dogs on the defensive side. Now, this year, everyone's kind of just coasting because there's no true leader on the court right now. And like I said, everybody knows it. The point guard issue is a big difference maker right now. And there's one guy, I'm not going to say the name out there, who could be on the trade deadline. And I want you guys to tell me, without me saying the name of the player, would he help the Rockets out? He's a great playmaker, has a lot of assists. He can, do entry passes to KD, Alperoon. He's not the best 3-point shooter, but he's pretty decent.
LaMelo Ball is not coming to Houston.
I'm not saying LaMelo. I'm not saying LaMelo. I don't want LaMelo on the Rockets. Please stay away. He can guard 1 through 5. We've seen it in past games before, recently too. So he can play make. He can average 3-point shooter, 40% from corner threes. He can defend 1 through 5, switchable. And he's a true leader. Everywhere he's gone, everyone said he's been a leader in the locker room. Why would he not fit?
He can guard 1 through 5.
Why would he not fit?
I thought it was talking about prime LeBron. I didn't know who he was talking about.
Russell Westbrook.
Just because he bumped
First
Cat
of all,
off the block last
first of all,
night, he can't guard no
we've-
1 through 5.
first of all, we've seen him. We've seen him.
LeBron available.
We've
all of
seen
that
him
for
guard.
that.
Time out. Let me time out.
He
We've
can't
seen
guard
him
1
guard
through 5.
Giannis. We've seen him guard Wemby in the post. He
Stop.
does that. He does.
Stop,
No, hold on.
Stop,
Let me talk.
We talk about one possession in the
Time
whole
out.
basketball game.
Go ahead.
I'm not saying he's gonna do it the entire game. You can't lock down a person the entire game. It's
Sure,
rare,
right.
but occasionally we've seen him do that one move where it's like he'll post him up and then you steal
Sure.
it from behind. We've seen him countless times with Giannis, Wemby, Kawhi. We all know he's done it to KD plenty of times. We've seen it on Cat recently. He did it against Cat like a week or 2 ago as well. So he can, when he puts his mind to it, he's strong enough to guard the post on a 5. Unless you're talking about Jokic or Embiid, whatever.
All right,
right?
let's answer.
Yeah.
Another thing.
26,
He's
man.
on a minimum. He's on a minimum contract, right? So what are you going to trade to get him? And it's not like he's a bad player this year. He's also shooting 36% from 3-point line. Like I said, 40 in the corner.
Because he's wide
He's
open.
a threat some way, somehow, more than Amen Thompson is, because he's not even looking to shoot the ball. And that can put Amen back to his natural position of that small forward, power forward, in that dunker spot where it could be more effective. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, the playmaking is solved a lot.
Man.
And all I'm saying is, look, they need a leader in the locker room. They have no leader. That's why this team is not going anywhere. It seems like everyone's coasting, and they don't have a dog on the team right now. Dylan Brooks was the dog. There is no Dylan Brooks on this team no more.
Mars,
They need a dog on the
when
team.
I'm getting jumped, can I just call a timeout like Akil just did? Like if I say
But
something
no,
crazy,
what
if
did I
say
say
something
wrong?
crazy and I get jumped by 5 people, can I just call a timeout and stop the bleeding?
If I didn't put the name on the player, if I didn't put the name on the player, you would say yes.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, because I thought he was talking about LeBron.
Akil is
You
reading
needed
me
to
the
do
We
playbook.
need
Nah.
a name. You can't just say some attributes.
It's the reputation that's causing all this.
It's
the
not
reputation.
reputation. You just
Reputations are earned, Akil.
lied.
Reputations
No,
are
no.
earned.
But look, fellas, let's keep it moving. Shout out to Akil for taking a leap of faith. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
Go
you
get
trade
Russ. He's
Russ-
the answer to our problems.
No,
Russ
we
is
not
the
even
worth much.
answer to our
You don't have to trade nothing for him. He's still making $3 million a year.
Okay, now we hear you,
How
dog.
is it-
We hear you,
how is
but
it a
let's
negative?
talk. Let's talk about LeBron's homecoming to Cleveland last night. Who checked out that game? Lakers versus Cavaliers came on right before the Rockets Spurs game. Okay,
Bloodbath.
Damian, let's get to it, Dame.
Yeah.
Look, the first half was close. The second half, from the third quarter, the game just got blown out. Luka left the game early. You guys all saw the Cavs court it's weirdly elevated, but he's hopping back 3 times after a jump shot. Anyways, he came back. He was fine, but they just got blown out, man. This team's got no perimeter defense. They look disengaged a lot of the time. They're really missing Austin Reeves. They're really missing Austin Reeves, another guy who can create, because LeBron just doesn't have it every night, man. He's 41. And with no perimeter defense, this team's just bleeding points. But Austin Reeves should be back next game. But this team just had no heart in the second half, and the Cavs just blew them out because DeAndre Hunter got hot and a few other guys got hot. So when you can't play D and the other team gets hot like that, it's curtains, man. The game was over by the end of the third, really. So Lakers got some issues, man.
Two very
some people say
interesting
it's Donovan
points
Mitchell
here.
City.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Two very interesting points.
Mhm.
One, the Cavaliers had a throwback jersey, which ironically is the same jersey that LeBron debuted in 2003.
He did not have that jersey on opening night. No, he didn't. He had the
No, he debuted that jersey. That jersey was not worn. I think it was like the second year or 2004. That jersey had never been worn by any player before LeBron James and his Cleveland Cavaliers. So I'm just saying, we doing throwbacks
Mhm.
that a guy who's still in the league debuted. That's crazy. Number one. Number two, Rich
Yep.
Paul. Shout out to Rich Paul. Love Rich Paul. Gotta love Rich Paul.
Mhm.
What do you make of this? AR-15, Luka, either way, I'm good. What do you make of this? I'm very curious. I know it's clickbait. I know it's rage bait, but I'm buying it. I'm buying it.
What do you mean? But
Trading AR for Jaren
He basically
Jackson
said, like,
2
either
weeks
one of these guys, like, if I'm building a team around either one of these guys, I'm good. Kind of walking back this whole AR-15 for Jaren Jackson bullshit. So I'm just kind of curious, like, is AR-15 on that level?
is Jaren Jackson his client?
No.
No.
AR's not on
I think
Luka's level.
I think
AR nice though, for sure.
to answer your question though, I don't think the Lakers are winning anything if they max out Austin Reeves this offseason. To be like, I like Austin Reeves a lot. I have reservations on whether a Luka and Austin Reeves team can lead a team to a championship.
Mars, didn't you
That
tell
would
me?
be my
Mars,
I
didn't
will
you
give
literally
you-
jump me? Mars attacked me, and I'm talking like with a
You
bat
should
in
have called
the,
timeout.
in the alley when Mars attacked me and told me that if Austin Reeves played the same amount of minutes that Luka played, you'd be getting the same production. He said that. Word
So
for word.
really,
wise,
Rich Paul
yeah,
is stealing
as-
Mars's
yeah.
takes.
Well,
interesting.
yeah, box score wise, Austin Reeves would have been averaging like 33 if Luka wasn't on his team this year. But that doesn't mean he's as good as Luka, because I've been on the side of that
Sure.
PRA stuff. Is
Would
I
you
don't-
build the
I don't
team around
care.
Austin Reeves and expect to be good, Mars?
define good.
Like a
Playoff
championship
team.
contender?
A playoff team.
Oh,
No.
probably not. But
You don't think you could
Um,
build a championship contender around AR-15? Like if you get the requisite defense and shooting around
I doubt he'd be my best player. But I think you could build with Austin Reeves. I think you could build with Luka. I don't think it's the same, like at all. The size difference is real. The versatility, there's a big versatility gap in the way you can use both of them.
Is
but
there
I
a big
think they
gap
can work.
between
I
him
think
and
they can work
Jalen
together.
Brunson?
Austin Reeves?
And
Is
Jalen
there a
Brunson.
difference between him and Jalen
Jalen
Brunson?
Brunson is like quite clearly the better player to me.
Me
Hot
too.
take. I don't-
Better with the
But
ball.
Austin Reeves is nice, like, and for the money he's making right now, there's no reason to move off of him. But I don't think the Lakers are as good as like other people do. So like when they lose or get blown out, I'm like, okay, like so the sky isn't falling for me in LA because I wasn't expecting much. So
Penn, what's the
yeah.
Penn, what's the fascination? Because I know that this is a conversation that you're interested in. So Brunson, better ball handler. I think he's a better finisher at the rim. I think he's a better mid-range shooter. I think he's a better shot creator. I think he's better in the clutch. I think I do
I
think
think
he's a
they're
better
similar players. I just think Austin Reeves is a better defender.
I would not put
He
Austin
is.
Reeves in this. I wouldn't put
He
Austin
is.
Reeves in the same space with Jalen Brunson as a player. I think Jalen Brunson is quite clear of him as a player, one-on-one player, distributor, being able to play through
You guys
contact,
watch
being able
Austin
to
Reeves.
make.
Chill. I have spent
think
a lot of
we need a
time on
bigger
this
You guys watch
sample
Austin
size.
Reeves in the
I
Minnesota
have spent
series,
a lot
right?
of time. I've spent a lot of time on this platform shitting on
It was
Caitlin
hot.
Clark, shitting on Bob Cousy. I got to win some fans back in Iowa, bro.
I can
So
do that.
shout outs to Austin Reeves. I do want to say I think the conversation that we just had about the Houston Rockets and the conversation we're currently having about Austin Reeves, if you merge these conversations together, what would it take for the Houston Rockets to get Austin Reeves? Because that is your answer. I'm not talking about guarding
Austin
1
Reeves
through.
would be
I'm
nice
sorry,
in Houston.
Akil, to tell
He
you
would be nice
he
in
does not
Houston,
guard
tonight.
1 through 5.
And that
But
actually,
I hate to tell you, he's probably a better defender right now.
I'm gonna say
than
that
Austin
that's not solving the issue
That's
though. There's no
solves-
leader. There's no leader on the team.
How is AR-15 not a leader?
He's not a vocal leader. He's not like a. I mean, I don't know him personally.
Just 'cause he
obviously,
looks
but
like a
How
Walmart
do you
cashier
doesn't
know
doesn't mean
who's
he's not a
saying
leader.
what on the team?
you need
You're
a
not
person
there.
on a team that's
Yeah, they
like
got-
a Dylan Brooks.
So Russell Westbrook's
need
a
a-
leader?
Everywhere he's gone, have you heard anybody say he's not a leader?
he is a leader.
First
Yes,
of
he
all,
is.
my whole point with that,
He
my
just
whole
turnovers
point
in
with
the
the,
fourth quarter.
Now
my
that's
whole
Jeff
point with
Green.
that situation
Okay.
is they need a Dylan Brooks on a team. That's all I'm saying.
So go
They
trade
need
for
a
Dylan
person who's
Brooks.
going to bark at the other team.
It's
And
not
that
AR-15.
carries on with
though.
the other team.
It's
That's
not
not
AR-15.
AR-15.
No,
That's
it's
not Kobe White. That's
Mhm.
not LaMelo. That's none of those guys.
Okay, but just because you balking at us, that's not gonna. I don't think that's gonna enhance
It's a
us.
tone setter.
Yeah,
it's
even
tone
if that's
setter.
It's more about what you can do than what you can say. A leader is
Yeah.
cool, but we need some
Yes.
ballers over here. We need somebody that you
Which-
can't sag off of in the fourth quarter and help. Damn, all that barking and talking in the locker room. Can you play basketball the way we need you to play basketball? That's far more important.
Yep. Which
I'm
leads
actually
to-
because Austin Reeves makes so little money, the only player that he could realistically be traded for at fair value is probably either Denny Avdia or,
which Portland is not doing that.
What- I mean, cool,
Mhm.
or a rookie contract.
Which the Lakers are not
And
doing.
Demon Jabari Smith, man, that's a top
What about
3
Amen
pick right
Thompson?
there.
Don't forget, though,
Chill.
y'all,
This
we-
is
we
the
all- we
obvious
also
elephant in the
talk
room
about the
here.
Cavs
Why
versus
not
the
Amen
Lakers, though, y'all.
Thompson and
Let's
our
don't forget, don't
like?
forget.
It
Because I think
feels
Houston. I
Let's
think
get back to
Houston.
this.
Number one, I think Houston is really high on him. That's number one. Number two, Ox. We got the game last night with Cleveland. Okay, Cleveland and Lakers. We got a checklist. So with the Lakers, ball handler, check. Distributors, check. Guys who stretch the defense, not so much. Perimeter defenders, Vando and Marcus Smart, check. Okay, where are my guys who
Check.
run? Yes, check.
No, that's
I
not a
guess you have
check.
two guys who can guard me, and that means you have good perimeter defense.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's better than what they had last year. It's much better than what they had last year. Yes, sir. With that being said, Ox, because Penn actually led me into my next point. Ox, we're the dudes who run fast and jump high. Because we just saw it yesterday in Houston. They got a bunch of them dudes. That's the difference in Los Angeles.
Run fast and jump high.
We just saw it in San Antonio. They got a bunch of them dudes. We just seen it in San Antonio. We just seen it with Oklahoma City.
I
They
would
got a
imagine
bunch
that
of them
Bronny
dudes.
James, Jared Vanderbilt, and
LeBron James.
Jackson Hayes and LeBron and actually Jake LaRavia all fit that
And
description.
a dude there run fast jump
Yeah,
high.
they probably have 5 or 6 of them.
They probably have better. They probably have more
And
athletes than they have
don't
defenders.
So
They
if that's
do have more athletes than they have defenders.
So
Yeah,
if
they
that's
probably have
just
more athletes than they have defenders.
Okay, so
Tari Eason and Amen Thompson for AR-15. Who says no?
Rockets.
Me.
Who'd you say?
Give
Tari
them
Eason and Amen
They got
Thompson
what?
for
Both teams
yo,
probably say no, but both teams. should
I
probably
hear
think about
Ox
it.
telling me that we don't have time to develop Amen Thompson. I hear people
Is that
telling
what
me
was said before I came
on
on
my
the show, Ox?
timeline that
Yeah, I stand
Amen
on that.
Thompson is being guarded by the
With-
opposing team's center and cannot shoot. Okay, cool.
With
I know, I'm not
with
saying
AR-15,
trading
we're
those
not
guys.
beating Thunder, San Antonio, or Denver either way. Even with AR-15.
Russell Westbrook, you know.
You ain't beating him without him either. Does he make you a
Either
better
way-
team? Yes. Does he accelerate
He's an
closer to
upgrade,
KD's
man.
timeline? Yes. I think you become a much more complete team, to be honest. And I mean, maybe you don't have to trade Tari Eason as well, but you still have a ton of players. You do have Reed Shepard, so shout outs to that. You have Alperen Schengen
Yeah,
still.
exactly. We
Maybe
got our
Fred-
stories at
maybe-
home. What do you mean?
That ain't Austin Reeves, bro.
to your
Anyway.
points, Swiper put on my mind about a month ago that talent ultimately rises to the top and outlasts. And
That was 3 days ago. And you
well,
yelled it
and
before.
you had said it before, and you said it before that too. That wasn't the first time you said that.
You
had said that
definitely
like a
did.
month
Yeah, you
before.
said it before.
You
yeah.
said that like a month before that too. And to your point, I mean, don't look now. Cleveland is a game out of the 2 seed. They're rolling. To your point, I mean, the talent looks like it's starting to materialize and it's starting to rise. Last night's game, the third quarter was the difference in that game. No screens were getting blown up. No screens were getting navigated over. Cleveland got whatever they wanted at the long ball line. They got whatever they wanted in the interior. And I think that that's largely due, even though Marcus Smart and Vando are their perimeter defenders, and it's an upgrade from what they had last year. They didn't have the speed and the athleticism to compete with the Cleveland Cavaliers yesterday. I thought that was the difference in the game. And to get blown out by 30, where we're getting open floor dunks, right? Where we're getting open floor dunks, open court transition opportunities. I think that was the difference in the game last night. And Cleveland looked really good. Cleveland looked really good. It looks like they're starting
Did they
to
look
put it together.
Did they look better just with one center out there? Because Evan Mobley wasn't there, by the way.
Yeah, I know. And he's going to be out for like 1 to 3 weeks. Moss has been trying to sell me Mobley at the 5 for quite some time now. And the reason why I don't like it, because I feel like he's more of a power forward and it's going to take away from who he is offensively. But I like it because of who he is as a 5 and the rim protector and the rebounder that he is and the paint presence that he is also. So I'm a little torn on it.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. But the Lakers also have a problem with this DeAndre Ayton situation is slowly bubbling in the background, where JJ Redick has got a shorter leash every game on Ayton, and if he misses a few schemes, if he doesn't catch a few pocket passes, he like the leash is short, and Jackson Hayes is coming into the game. He's finished a lot of games chill lately, so that's a situation that's also brewing. So I think if the right center comes available at the trade deadline, I think they're probably going to jump at it rather than wait until
Ox, we could call it what it is. We could call it what it is, Ox. JJ's sick of him. That's what it looked like. It looked to me like JJ's sick of him, and he's just about. I'm being honest with you, Penn. It looked like JJ is sick.
I think everybody is.
I watched.
I think Penn is laughing because
all Lakers fans are sick of him.
Look, first of all,
Sadly.
I've watched a lot of JJ Redick podcast. Okay, great podcaster, awesome podcaster. You could see his personality. You could see DeAndre Ayton. You knew he was going to be sick of him within 2 minutes. Okay, everything that JJ Redick talk about, DeAndre Ayton is like the exact opposite of that player. So, yeah, cool.
Real quick,
he's
though,
still better than Yabusele. Just so you know. Go ahead.
Let me real quick, 1 second. We'll get right back to these games, but first, I want to talk to you about a place called Splash Sports. At Splash Sports, you go against the people as opposed to the house. It's a place where all you have to do is pick one player or 2 players from different teams and pick, will they go more or will they go less today? It's really simple, really easy, straight to the point. As a matter of fact, guys, we're gonna put together a slip right now. We're gonna do it together as a team. Who's with me? Let's see. Let me get that out the way real quick. Okay. Who's with me? Let's get this started. Damian, I'm going to start with you today, brother, because you are what, 10 for 10?
7 for 7,
7
8
for
for 8.
7.
7 for 7.
When you taking nothing but layups, I hope.
Hey, Damian, 7 for 7, 10 for 10, same thing, brother. Let's kick it off. Who you got?
I think Michael Porter Jr. might have some stuff for Denver today. So I want to see what his line is.
Okay, where'd you go? MPJ right here. We got 25.5 points. We got 35.5 PRA. What are you thinking? 9.5 assistant rebounds.
Will he give me 4 threes? Yeah. Let's take the 4 threes, man.
That's
4
smart.
threes from MPJ Moore. Okay. Who's next? Let's go. Come on, fellas.
I just gotta find my role players. So you could just.
I got Bam. They played Chicago. Chicago's not a good defensive team. I think Bam can easily get the points.
And Chicago's coming off a back-to-back.
19.5. You want the Moore Akil? For sure, let's do that.
Go the Moore.
Okay. Penn, I thought I heard you say somebody.
I didn't, but give me Con Knipple. First of all, let me see Con Knipple here. 17.5. Going up against his Duke Blue Devil teammate, Cooper Flag, tonight. Damn.
What about Cooper Flag going over?
more.
They had a squad with Duke,
It's
yo.
a game time decision.
They had a
I'm-
good
I'm-
ass team.
Oh
with
yeah,
Duke.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
gonna give
didn't
it.
see that.
They did.
I'm gonna give it to. Let me get Lamelo. Is Lamelo starting now? Right? Yeah, of course. Okay.
Well, he just started yesterday, so I don't know if he's gonna start back to back.
Okay.
Brandon Miller's been hitting.
Give me con. Give me con.
Brandon Miller's been hitting
Con
his over like
Knipple
a lot.
for the more. Con Knipple for the more. Okay.
Charlotte be building something, man.
Chill, you got something?
Yes, sir, Mr. Ox. May I have a look at Mr. Joel Embiid's line tonight, sir?
No,
Oh,
my next pick.
You
Yeah,
gonna
that was my
target
next
Joe?
pick.
Wow. Oh my god.
He is a game time decision against Sacramento, but he's 28 and a half points.
Easy over.
Okay,
He plays.
Ox, give me Joel Embiid points and assists, please.
Well, hold on, because Chill's actually making this pick.
Yeah, I
on
know
Joel, so-
he stole mine, and he's going to take the points. And not gonna
Actually,
read the rest of the line.
Swiper, you know what? You could have Joel Embiid, and the reason why you could have Joel, go ahead. Go ahead, Swiper. You can have Joel Embiid because
And if Joel Embiid hits tonight, he's going to try to trade Joel tomorrow.
I have
facts.
I have another one. You already know how I feel about Joel Embiid, but anyway, go ahead. You can have him. Yes, sir. No question. You can have
33
him.
and a half points and assists, Swiper.
Yeah, points and assists. Last 5
We're
games,
gonna
he's
hit
had
that
like
with pure
37 and a
points,
half.
man, because we are
Like,
dealing.
Brandon Miller's 20 points. He's been hitting in the last 9-10 games.
Chill.
So, Ox.
Survivor
So,
this league on have 12.
Mr. Ox, may I have a look at Mr. Julius Randle's line tonight, please?
Drew.
Against OKC.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay.
He
Julius.
actually
that-
scored well.
that's
in the
gonna hit.
playoffs too. What we got? Yeah, let me see the show.
I don't bet anything against Oklahoma.
Why?
Well, we don't. We only.
You never know.
only make picks here. Julius
It could be a
Randle,
blowout.
who you got?
Got 18 and a half. What is
Ooh.
Julius's? What is Julius's glass cleaning look like? Let's see what we got here. What does that rebounding look like? Six and a half.
That's easy.
6.5. Yeah, you know what I'm
Well,
gonna
his
take.
last 5, he looking like Jaren Jackson.
That's okay. No. Isaiah
But Chill, I don't know if this
So he's
matters for you,
due.
but
So he's due, man.
Nah, he ain't been rebounding like that this year. But you can go for it. It's your pick. Hey, I ain't judging.
The points and the rebounds 25 and a half.
no, yeah, he's averaging 14 and a half points.
Wait.
I'm gonna
Could y'all
take the
please,
less.
Could y'all please let Chill make his
Please,
pick?
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Sorry for trying to win. My bad.
Again, that points and rebounds 25 and a half. I'm gonna take the less on that, Ox.
Chill.
Yeah.
Just a heads up.
Sir.
Julius Randle over the last 5 games: 5 rebounds, 7 rebounds, 5 rebounds, 7 rebounds, 2 rebounds.
Did I
I'll
see
let you
Royce
know.
O'Neal? 10 points. Never mind. 10 points. Okay.
Okay, let's get yours off, Mars, so we can get back to. The
I just need to
show.
I need to find my role player. Shout out to Landry Shamet. You know,
A Sword
producing for
Thompson's
me
right
yesterday.
here.
that's too
Show
many
Beefs do
points. 10
some
points. but
love.
nah, that's too
Show
many
Beefs do some love, yo.
points.
He's your guy, Ron Holland.
Okay, Kenrich Williams is not gonna do it. Mike Conley 5 points. Goodness gracious. Oh, Hartenstein's back.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Oh, nice.
Now Julius Randle really gonna hit the under.
Less.
Less.
Zeke Naji not gonna do nothing for me. Drake Powell, they run sharp.
Brandon Miller's sitting right there.
Yeah, he's not a role player. You don't know my strategy. You new here, but my strategy never fails me. Okay, we're not going with Yaki Chonis or Cora. No, sorry, we gotta keep going. There's no role players who are reliable here. They've nerfed me. Ooh, Luke Kennard, 9 points. Who they playing? Oh, Houston. Oh.
They're onto you, Mars, man.
Yeah, what is this? They've been seeing too much
we
success.
got KD.
Justin
Got
Champagne.
Gary Trent.
He's a role player.
Justin Champagne.
There's no way they've done this to me.
Miles Turner.
Oh, Jared McCain, 7 points. Jared McCain, 7 points. There we go.
Boom.
Give me the more.
Yeah.
There we go. I knew it was gonna be
Back
something.
Right.
I
play
knew there was
Sacramento- they play
back
Sacramento,
to
too.
back. Back
They
to
play
back.
Sacramento,
That's
too.
what it's gonna be. Jared
Terrible
McCain
defense.
got me. There we go.
Let's see.
Sacramento's terrible on defense too.
No, we
that was
don't
an
got
SGA
any
boost.
of
We should have gone with SGA.
those. All right, fellas. So $5 gets us $2.50. Today we are taking Michael Porter Jr. more 3.5 3-pointers made. Bam Adebayo more 19.5 points. Con Knipple more than 17.5 points. Joel Embiid more than 33.5 points and assists. Then we got Julius Randle less than 25.5 points and rebounds. And to wrap it all up, Jared McCain was 6.5 points. We took the more on that. Shout out to Splash Sports. Appreciate you. Let's get back to it, y'all.
Mhm.
Oops. Oh, okay. Go look at Marshall. Or whoever did that. All right, so let's get back to some games from last night. We had the Knicks versus the Raptors. Who checked that? Well, Pin, I'm pretty sure you watched that. You want to kick this one off?
No.
Okay.
No, it was bad, man.
will.
Like in the first half, it was really great. The Raptors were up 51-47. Scottie was playing like a dog. Brandon Ingram was hitting everything. RJ Barrett was having a game from hell, quite frankly. And Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns couldn't score, and that was largely by design. Colin Murray-Boyles and Scottie Barnes did a great job on those two. Unfortunately, it opened the door for Tyler Kolek, Mikal Bridges, and OG Anunoby to go absolutely insane. And OG had himself a game. Mikal Bridges scored 19 points in the second half. The Raptors were up 11 points at one point in the third quarter, and then it just all went to shit. There was a controversial call on Brandon Ingram on a kickout. He was upset. The Raptors didn't challenge. I think the referees were a little bit biased there, and the Raptors just completely lost their way against a Knicks team, mind you, that was missing Mitchell Robinson, missing Deuce McBride, and in a game that they won by nearly 30. I will remind you, Jalen Brunson was a +3. They don't tell you to take ±2 seriously, but in all seriousness, Tyler Kolek was amazing yesterday. It was a revelation. So Jalen Brunson, storms them back. They finally start hitting some shots. The Raptors make some defensive mistakes. Mamu misses some rotations. RJ obviously is very compromised defensively at times. And Jalen Brunson goes to the bench at 69-68 Raptors. Tyler Kolek checks in the game. 5 minutes later, blowout, done, game over. Mikal Bridges just hitting everything. Landry Shamet, OG Anunoby, just crazy, just nuts. And the Raptors got nothing from Scottie Barnes in the second half. Like, just absolutely jack shit. He held his calf in the second quarter, and from that point on, the Knicks outscored the Raptors by about 30 points. So really, it was just a really bad offensive showing. Great game from Brandon Ingram in a sense, but the Raptors over-forced the ball to Ingram and proceeded to turn the ball over like 100 times in the game. So this game just came down to OG, amazing. Mikal Bridges, amazing. Tyler Kolek, amazing. And let's not forget that Karl-Anthony Towns had like 500 rebounds in this game because the Raptors don't have a single player over 6'9". So, yeah, shout outs to the Knicks. They have now beat the Raptors 11 straight times.
Didn't they get outscored? If I'm not mistaken, I didn't watch a lot of the game, Penn, because I did peek my head in for a little while.
Good for you, Chill. Good for you.
I didn't miss. Sounds like
that was some absolute bullshit.
Sounds like I didn't miss much. But from what I understand, and I did see a little bit of it, I think they got outscored in the second half, like 72-40. Something ridiculous.
Chill. In
like
the
that.
final 18 minutes of this game, the Raptors mustered up 27 points.
No, that's not going to get it done. No, that's not going to.
No, it is not.
That's not bad.
No,
Looking like the
Raptors are the fourth seed. The Raptors are the fourth seed, but they're 0-6 against the teams in front of them in the East.
They're also, I believe, 0-9 against the top.
Damien, that doesn't really hold a lot of weight because
1-9
I saw the same thing happen last year with the Knicks. I mean, they were 0-8 against all the top three teams. They ended up in the East Finals. So
yeah, but then they lost to Indiana.
So
I understand.
Yeah, but that's because they didn't play those teams in the playoffs.
Look, I will say this: the Raptors
it.
are now 29-20. They are one win away from matching their win total from last year. So anything, honestly, they're playing with found money at this point. I don't like. I speak to
Penn. I'm not going to let you off the hook with that. They're playing with found money. No, they're not.
Not how
you
that
traded.
works,
are.
You traded. You traded for.
You
Brandon
had them
Ingram.
as a 6 seed. You don't get to do that.
No, you don't get
Brown.
to do that, Penn. No, you traded for
Bruce Brown.
You traded for Brandon Ingram. You 100% did that, right? You sold me, and when I say sold me, I'm talking like a Gucci couch. You sold me Scottie Barnes. So the idea
Scottie's amazing.
So they're playing with house money. No, they are not. No, this team definitely
This
had
is house
expectations.
money. They're
Big
one of
time-
the 8 youngest teams in the league.
Right,
They are missing a starting
they've had
center.
big time expectations. They've had big
No,
time
they
expectations.
do not. You do not have big
That
time
doesn't mean
expectations when
every
Vegas
win
puts
over
37
30
and a
wins
half.
is a successful season. That's not.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this is a team that in the month of January had the chance last night, which they squandered, unfortunately, to match their win total from the previous year. This is a team that is going to get 40 plus wins. Now, whether they get 44, whether they get 47, whether they get 50, whether they get 52, if they get healthy and start rolling and teams start, tearing it down and start tanking late and the Raptors get some fake wins. I just want to let people know among the teams that are above that record of 29 and 20, one of these teams does not belong. No offense to the Toronto Raptors. Shout outs to my Raptors. I'm not going to be a homer up here. We're not as good as the other teams that are 29 and 20. We have had a lot of fantastic luck with other teams sitting stars. Case in point, the Lakers. We are 0-2. The Lakers were missing LeBron and missing Luka the first time. They beat us with just Austin Reeves, and we got, I think, Nick Smith Jr. destroyed us.
No,
Yes.
that's not true. That was
Jr.,
when
yeah.
that was when Rudy
Yeah, but
wasn't
LeBron
here.
wasn't playing.
So
because he
James,
only had 8
LeBron
points,
did not
yeah.
play the first game.
Yeah,
James
AR-15
100% played. Didn't James was the one who hit Rui in the corner for the
he
buzzer
didn't
beater.
play. Yeah, and he had how many points? 7. He ain't play. LeBron won that.
Yeah, LeBron hit really for
My
the
bad.
game winner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
well-
Luka didn't play the first game.
What are you talking
AR-15 did not play the second game, and we still lost. So they're missing an all-star caliber player every single time. A lot of teams that we face, we just beat the Portland Trailblazers.
Yep.
They were missing Denny Avdia. We beat the OKC Thunder. They were missing half their roster. Again, we haven't been the healthiest team, but the teams that we've been facing have just miraculously always been missing an all-star or something. And it's like even with the
Cleveland
Cleveland
had their crew
Cavaliers.
when y'all beat them.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny?
But Cleveland's not a good team.
What's
they
hilarious
are.
is that Penn, Swiper, and Real Talk, I swear y'all are the same person. Y'all do this shit all the time.
No, we do not.
God. Chat, am I lying,
Yeah,
chat?
it is.
I'm telling
Chat, am
you.
I lying?
First of all, I am a very happy fan. Let's just clarify that, okay? I am a happy
Yeah,
fan.
I've never seen you happy for a second.
I am a happy person, okay, Ox. The fact that you, the
Is
fact
the
that
sky
you,
always falling ox with these dudes?
No,
when
the
they
sky is
lose,
not falling at all.
Is the
What are you
sky always
talking-
falling ox with these
Yo,
dudes?
Yo, chat, am I lying? Am I lying, chat?
With these dudes.
you should have done a side by side comparison so people could see the resemblance. Listen,
It wasn't me. I'm not doing that.
okay.
Yeah.
Are we the same person?
No.
Okay, cool. Look, man, no, definitely not. The sky is not falling on the Raptors. I'm perfectly cool where we are. I'm trying to tell you whether we get 44 wins, 42 wins, 48 wins, get out of the first round, get out of the second round. That's what I'm saying, found money. There ain't no expectations. We're cool, okay? This team is fun. They play together. They have some issues. They have some roster redundancies. There's some big questions to be asked about some of the young talent on this team. Cool. We still have all our picks. That's the difference between us, Orlando, and New York. New York made their big swing, Mikal Bridges. Orlando made their big swing, Desmond Bane. We haven't made our big swing yet. We've never made a trade where we trade multiple first-round picks in the Masai Ujiri era ever. Did you realize we got Kawhi Leonard without trading multiple picks? Isn't that crazy to you? So my point is, we have never mortgaged the future. If at some point the Raptors say 5 first-round picks and RJ Barrett for Lauri Markkanen, now we can talk about, okay, now the pressure's on. If we swap Jakob Poeltl and multiple picks for Anthony Davis, we can talk about pressure. I don't have pressure when my best player is 24 years old. I just don't. I don't. This is the same reason I don't have pressure for the Spurs right now, because they're a young team, and I just want them to get some playoff experience. It's the same reason why I didn't have expectations for OKC 3 years ago. I don't care. Even OKC last year in the finals. Do you think if OKC lost somehow in the finals, I'd be like, oh my God, tear it apart? No, man, we're good. We're fine. Okay. Young teams have to be graded on a curve. I think the Raptors have had a hell of a season. They're very good. I just don't think that they should be in the same conversation as teams with that record, because I look at teams with that record or above, and they're just better. They're just better. I hate to say it. They're better.
29 wins.
But the Raptors do have the best clutch time defense in the NBA. Shout out to Scottie Barnes. Scottie Barnes is getting some Defensive Player of the Year love. Shout out to Scottie Barnes. Brandon Ingram has been healthy, which is amazing and very, very unforeseen coming into the season. If I told you Brandon Ingram would be top 12, top 15 in the NBA in minutes played, you'd tell me I was crazy. So there's a lot of good things happening.
So it's 4 teams in the East that got 29 wins. It's the Knicks, Celtics, you guys in Cleveland. And you think you're the worst of those 4 teams?
Yes, Cho. I actually do.
Mm.
So the crazy thing is, the other day you said that you would pick Toronto over Cleveland.
I don't want
in a
nothing to do
playoff
with them in the
series.
playoffs. I want
Cool.
nothing to do with
I
them.
disagree. I think Donovan Mitchell is the best player in that series, and I definitely
too.
think that Donovan Mitchell is going to whoop ass.
Mm.
Okay, and I also think that the shooting, like again, there's the Raptors are a top 5 defense. That is their calling card.
Yep.
Their offense is predictable. It's stagnant. Too many non-shooters that need to be on the court because they're the only good defenders. Everyone's talking about how we're missing Jakob Poeltl, not realizing Colin Murray-Boyles has kind of low-key been better than Jakob Poeltl this year. So it's just a little bit like, there's a false hope that, okay, well, if Jakob Poeltl can be the player he was last year, but it's like you're talking about a 30-year-old with back issues. This usually does not end well. So I don't know, man. And I don't trust Emmanuel Quickley, yo. I'll be honest. He won Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Shout outs to him. He's shooting better.
Yep.
Love him. Love that for him. And I'm glad that he's getting some praise. He's not a point guard. This team doesn't have a point guard. It's the only
he is. He's just not as good a
Jamal
point guard
Shead.
as for you'd like him to. For you would like what you would like him to be. That's one.
Point guards organize the offense. Point guards don't pick up their dribble every single time they get trapped. Like, he's not a point guard. He's like, there's like I call them like evil twin, or like whatever you would call it, like the Bizarro World version of this player, like the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Quickley is the exact opposite of Steve Nash. He is the exact opposite. It's like everything Steve Nash does, Emmanuel Quickley would do the exact opposite. He thinks about scoring first, second, and third. The fact that you're trying to make him a point guard doesn't really make him a point guard. So, it's like, shout out to him.
Yeah, I hear your sentiment, but Emmanuel Quickley this year, like he has a bigger on-off this year than Scottie, and I think that's more to how dependent you are on like his shot making stuff and it's obviously his shooting. But I think him and Scottie, like, they're when they're on the floor, they're actually still a good team. But when Scottie doesn't have Emmanuel Quickley, the offense falls to 106. And I think
the
that's
best two-man combination for the Raptors, Swiper, you will find this very telling, is actually, could you guess? Among players on the Raptors who played more than 200 minutes, do you want to guess the best two-man combination?
Is it Mamu and Scottie?
Nope.
Who would it be?
Let me give you a hint. They're kind of close to your height.
Shed and Quickley.
Shed and Quickley. Those two are probably, and ironically,
260 minutes played. Yeah, they have a 124 offensive rating. Yeah.
So that combination, why does it work? Because Shed is the only player who can get Quickley to play his natural position of 2. When Shed is not on the court, Quickley insists on being the point guard. He is not a point guard. He's not a better point guard than RJ. He's not a better point guard than Scottie. Unfortunately, because RJ and Scottie are not great pull-up jump shooters, it necessitates almost like the Amen Thompson thing. You cannot have your offense initiated by a player that can be guarded by a center. To Mars's point on the tweet that he made yesterday, you just can't, because the whole point of like initiation is to raise the defense. Every screen, every shot, every pass becomes more valuable when you extend space above the break. That's why Jamal Murray is so dangerous. That's why, frankly, Austin Reeves is so dangerous, because they force you. Jalen Brunson, all these guys are positive. Tyrese Maxey, LaMelo Ball, these guys force you to pick them up at about 28 feet. If the defense starts at 28 feet, then everything opens up. And that's the evil, necessary evil of having to initiate through your best pull-up jump shooter. But when you best pull-up jump shooter is also like your 4th worst decision maker, shit gets really confusing. And I feel like the Raptors, Brandon Ingram having like a really inefficient season by his standards, and it's kind of like.
But Penn, are the Knicks 30 points better than you guys though? Are the Knicks 30 points better than you?
Man. I don't think that they are. We were up 11 in the second quarter. In the third quarter, the Raptors just gave up on this game. They completely sold. They just stopped playing. It's like they started sulking. They stopped defending. They got discouraged, and they just let. And I mean, in fairness to the Raptors, this is again not criticism. This was the first game back off a West Coast road trip in which they went 4-1.
Yep.
The first game back from West Coast road trip is the hardest game, always. Mm-hmm. So especially for all like the East Coast teams, you can go back through history. This is like always that tough game. Your body's adjusting, going back 3 hours. It's always weird.
Shed is over.
To Penn's point about the Brunson thing on the other end, though, like their offense, it's obviously with Brunson, but their defense gets so much better. Like, and they honestly, as a team, function
So much better win, Swiper.
Statistically, a lot better when Brunson's out of the game. Like he
man.
is. He's hurting. Like but I don't even know how to quantify this because I think he's obviously really good, but he is legitimately like sinking so much of what they're doing because they're having to work so hard to protect Jalen Brunson. But I think the issue is they need that level of shot making and scoring. But it's just like even Cat's better or maybe more effective without Brunson in the game as well. I think there's like that was also true last year, like in the playoffs. I just think that like this thing with Brunson, I don't know how to. For whatever reason, like it's showing up more often now than it did. I feel like at points last year, and I think that definitely that's something that they're going to have to be paying attention to as they, obviously are. But it's definitely going to be an interesting story because like even like Cat when it's just him and it's him and Mitchell, like they're performing really well. But the Brunson thing
best
is
offense comes off of their defense, and their defense is 10 points per 100 possessions better with Brunson on the bench. And that's largely because Deuce McBride is a really positive-ass defender. That's for starters. And the offense is obviously better with Brunson on the court, but that's also partially because he shares the court with some of their better offensive players. Like, I think that's part of it at least, but you would be surprised to know that the defense does not make up for the offense, and they have been a better team this year with Jalen Brunson on the bench. Negative 2.3 according to Data Baller is his net rating. That is ridiculous. This is a really good team, and he is their best player. I don't think anyone up here is debating that. Pardon?
Knicks and Cavs on a little run here.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are.
Childrich just had to come to his senses about a couple of things: the Bucks and then the Cavs. The Cavs obviously they're always going to get back right. They're just way too good to stay where they were.
Well, I didn't think that they would. I didn't think that they would sink to the bottom of the East. Let's not.
You got off of them as your title pick.
Okay, I did not. That's not true. You tried to get me off of them. Okay.
And then then he doubled down. He did.
Okay. Yeah, you tried to get me off.
I tried to.
Yeah.
I was the one trying to keep you on the train.
No, you were not. It was you. It was when I asked. It was you and Real Talk up here asking me if they didn't win it.
Oh no! You think they're winning the title?
Yes.
You still think they're winning the title?
I'm still on that. Yes.
But is that because of pride or basketball?
Not pride. No, it's not about pride. I said that.
But what basketball reason do you have to think they're going to win the NBA championship this year?
Well, one, the way that they play suggests that they can win the NBA championship. The way that they knock down the long ball,
they're not a better shooter or offense than teams.
So what? And neither was the Oklahoma City Thunder. No, Oklahoma City shot the long ball.
The greatest defense we've ever seen.
Yeah, they had one of the greatest defenses that we've ever seen. 100%. But you just brought up the long ball. They shot in the middle. They shot in the middle of the pack last year with the long ball, and they had
no, they didn't.
I think they were 16th last year in the league. I think they were 16th last year. So, yes, they did.
But that's why you win a championship, Swiper.
I don't know if you know that.
You know you're referencing.
But anyway, back to
we're doing that the Cleveland offense.
Anyway, back to Swiper. To your point, because you asked me about Cleveland. So I think that the way that they shoot in the basketball, it's gotten much better. I don't like the turnovers. I think that's something that they can clean up. Defensively, they can be better, and I think that they will be better because they've shown me that they can play championship.
Cleveland's not even a top 10 shooting team in the NBA this year.
But they're a top 10 offense. How about that for an idea? Since you want to bring up numbers, they're 100% a top 10 offense.
I mean, yeah, they're like 6.
It's still top 10.
OKC's ahead of them. The Rockets are ahead of them. The Knicks and Boston and Denver are ahead of them.
100%. But they're still a top 10 offense. With that, they don't have to be the best.
So they're going to face. They're going to face Denver. They're going to face New York. They're going to face maybe Houston. They're going to face OKC.
And when they face,
they all have better offenses.
You really think Houston has a better offense than them? Take out Steven Adams' crazy offensive rebounds.
I mean, that's what they do.
They do not have a better offense.
We're not talking about Houston.
They're probably off that train now with Steven Adams gone.
We're not talking about Houston right now. And anyway. I mean, why am I when I talk about Cleveland? It's almost like when I talk about Cleveland, I talk about Donovan Mitchell. I'm ridiculous when I talk about these guys, but when other people talk about other teams, it's like, these guys got a shot.
Why you think they're going to win the title? I'm not even trying to argue.
I'm explaining to you why I think that they're going to win the title. When I tell you that they have a top 10 offense, they're not one of the best shooting teams in the league. Okay, they still have a top 10 offense. It's not just because you shoot. That's not it. It's not just because.
But I'm saying, they're trying to out offense some of these teams. They're going to get out offense though. I think that's going to be the problem.
And I don't think that that's going to be a problem. The reason why I don't think that's going to be a problem because I think that they, with Donovan Mitchell averaging what Donovan Mitchell averages and being the offensive player that he is, I think that he can overcome in the playoffs this year. I don't mean overall. I mean this year he can overcome some of their offensive woes. That's what I think.
But flip the question, Swiper. Why do you think they're not a championship contender?
I just don't. We've done this physicality thing with them. They have no one on their roster that is like I would describe as somebody who's a stopper, who's like physical, who can deal with pressure.
Defensive player of the year last year. What are you doing,
But he's also not physical. I've said this to you multiple times, and I think the playoffs showed that he's also not physical. I think he won strictly because obviously we're doing this again. Victor Wembanyama got hurt. He's not in the combos this year, even if he was healthy, because obviously that's going to be Rudy or it's going to be Victor. I think some of this is they don't have a player
So
that
is it just that?
No, I was going through the list. I was going through the list. So I don't think their offense is going to be good enough to beat most of these teams up here. I think their defense is suspect at best. I also think Donovan Mitchell scoring cool. All these other teams are going to have like SGA and Jokic and Murray and like all these other teams they're going to run into that are really good, really scoring teams. Luka Doncic and LeBron James and Austin Reeves. Like that's going to be a lot. And then they have to defend and score those people. Like that, they're going to have to defend those teams.
Okay,
so
they're
like
going to have to defend Cleveland too, just like you just talked
about.
I think
it's easier to defend Cleveland than it is to defend these other teams.
I don't know if you caught the segment on Tuesday.
Donovan Mitchell too.
We talked about this thing on Tuesday. It was a very brilliant segment where we talked about when you grab Mobley, he goes soft. So
I just think their team is not soft and a bad. Like I don't know how else to describe it. They don't have any. There's nothing about them that's aggressive or assertive. They don't have any of that. Like that's not even like. If you're saying Donovan Mitchell scoring is like their assertiveness, like defensively don't have that.
And they do lack toughness, but they have shown it though. I've watched them when they played against Minnesota. When they played against Minnesota, when they punched Minnesota right in the face.
So they get in a series versus Minnesota. So they get in a series versus Minnesota. They get in a series versus your Minnesota Timberwolves,
which would be in the NBA championship.
Yeah, if they get in a series versus your Minnesota Timberwolves,
which would be in the NBA
and
finals.
Your beloved Julius Randle with the big Rudy on the court and Jaden McDaniels and all these other players.
Yes.
Like you feel comfortable, so you feel like that series. But if let's say they play Denver, they play Denver. So then there's Jokic and Gordon and Cam and Peyton and Christian and Murray and Valanciunas.
Mm-hmm. But by the time we get to the NBA championship, I don't think we're gonna have a physicality question. I don't, because having to go through the Eastern Conference, having to deal with the New York Knicks, having to deal with Toronto, having to deal with the Detroit Pistons, having to get through those guys, you're going to have to be tough. You're going to have to be physical. You're going to have to stand up to the fight. And you're going to have to bring the fight to a lot of these guys. And I said this to you guys a couple of days ago. Once you punch the bully in the face, and then now you have to play basketball. Once you punch the bully in the face, now you have to play basketball. Then we get to see who the better basketball team is. And Cleveland has shown throughout the course of the season, particularly this run in particular, they can, once they stand up to the bully, knock down the long ball. They actually can take care of they can take care of the basketball. They can rebound. They can play efficient offense. They can play solid defense. They can do all of these things that are comprised of a championship unit. All of those things.
I don't think we've earned the respect to be put in the same conversation as Detroit. I don't think anyone has, to be honest. I think the Detroit Pistons are in a class of their own in the Eastern Conference. Shout out to the Knicks fans who disagree. Shout out to the Raptor fans who disagree. Y'all want to pretend that you're on this level. You're not on this level. Watched a fair bit of Pistons lately. This is the team. I would be shocked if the Pistons do not come out of the Eastern Conference. Shocked.
They're only 2 games up, right?
Philadelphia can easily beat them. Philadelphia can beat Detroit.
Easily?
Not easily, but they can give a chance, a fighting chance.
No,
It'll go game 6, 7.
It's weird.
The East is wide open to me. I don't know about you.
I just don't trust teams like the Pistons have shown me a sense of maturity. They're a very young team as well, but they have physicality and maturity, the switchability, the positional versatility. Kate has taken a huge step up defensively this year.
Tobias Harris is good in that
Tobias Harris is awesome. Duncan Robinson has fit in seamlessly. I mean, this is a team talking about exceeding expectations.
Jalen Duren versus Evan Mobley and Jared Allen.
42.5.
Isaiah Stewart coming in that series. Like,
you got him dominating him? Is that what you're saying, Swiper? You got him
dominating there.
You got Jalen Duren kicking his ass.
For somebody who is as big on asserting, and I think especially interior play and rebounding as you are, I think that would be a vaunted fight for Evan Mobley and Jared Allen to stay consistently aggressive in that series versus Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart. I think that would be something you would be complaining about.
They need to stay away
consistently.
From that matchup.
And I'm not. I'm already giving Cleveland credit. I said they were going to be a top 3 seed when they were in the rut. So this is about when you get into these series, like what is going to end up being the difference. I think some of the things with Cleveland is I don't think they can do anything to change what they are. They are who they are. They also are soft, but they're also still a really talented, really good team. I don't think you can't manifest toughness. Maybe somebody disagrees with me. I don't think you can just like overnight become a tough team or become a physical team or an aggressive team. I just don't think that's their identity. And I don't think that like if they out offense, Detroit, for instance, then yeah, maybe Detroit falls into a hole. They can't score consistently enough. Yeah. Boston, I don't know what Boston did. I have no idea if they're the second best team in the Eastern Conference. I don't think they are, but maybe they are. But just show you love like you're gonna love like the things.
But you said they can't do it overnight. Yeah. Can you be influenced to become a more physical team? Like for instance, let me give you an example. Who is the most physical player in the league, or one of the most like Isaiah Stewart is a good example, right? Steven Adams, Isaiah Stewart, Mitchell Robinson. There's a lot of really physical dudes. I believe that if you add Lou Dort, I believe Dylan Brooks. If you add one of those dudes to your team, I believe there is a physicality by osmosis situation that happens where they make everybody else a little bit more physical. So maybe what the Cleveland Cavaliers really need is a Dylan Brooks. Right? And ironically, yes, Russell Westbrook guarding 1 through 5. We know.
No, not that. But that was my point, though. But okay, go on.
No, I totally understand your point because I watched Serge Ibaka do it for the Raptors. I watched James Johnson do it for the Raptors.
Any of those teams,
he gave people like a little bit of a backbone.
I think that being tough and playing tough are two different things, right? So with the Cleveland Cavs, I think that they can play tough from time to time. Now, I don't think that they're a tough team. No, I don't think that they're a tough team in any aspect, but I do think that they can play tougher. I do think that they could be more physical. And I do complain about Evan Mobley's lack of physicality. I do complain about Jared Allen's lack of physicality, but they have shown me that they can be physical.
Evan has shown you the propensity to get bullied too, Joe. Like
but he's also shown me the propensity to be a bully. He's also shown me the propensity to be a paint presence, to be a glass cleaner, to be a big time rim protector and shot.
Then you're going to have the worst defensive.
Same thing with Jared Allen. He's also shown me that too.
That's tough. That's tough.
I think all those Eastern Conference teams, to me it's wide open. So if any of them improve on the margins or make a big swing at the deadline, they could separate themselves very easily. That's where I'm at with it.
I keep hearing this margins conversation. I just want to. I just want to make sure that I understand exactly what are the margins. Is that the other stuff? That's the 50-50 balls. That's the offensive rebounding.
It's the extra possessions.
That's what I'm talking about. Like the 50-50 balls.
Offensive rebounds, steals.
That's the other stuff.
That's
what I was thinking about.
Reducing turnovers can be all those.
I just want to make sure that I was following you guys.
Become a big deal since OKC won a championship.
Yes. I just wanted to make sure that I was understanding what the margins were. So, all right, I got it. I'm following you guys.
Fellas, what's going on, everybody? You guys know it's Thursday. So, hey, good morning, Chill. You guys know it's Thursday. So on Thursday, we typically do our list, rankings, and all of that. Today, we will be getting into our West and Eastern All-Star reserves. Akil, what's going on? I know you didn't necessarily contribute to this list, but I would like to hear your thoughts on who we selected for our Western and Eastern Conference All-Star reserves. This should be interesting. We'll get to that here fairly soon. Before we do that, what?
Oh, what?
What you mean?
Just jump in, start talking. We didn't even know you was here. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing it.
When did
you get here?
I wasn't supposed to be here. I got this was supposed to be my Jokic DMP night, but
So why are you here, Ron? What are you doing here?
Because Coach subbed me in.
Nobody asked Ron. We did not look down the bench and go,
host isn't hosting. Hey, Mars isn't Marsing. Swipe and pin are fighting over possessions, and we're not winning the margins today.
The most
that was not going on Swipe at all.
I've only talked in 2 segments today.
This is the most peaceful interaction that Swiper and I have ever had. And you know who was missing from that, Ron? It was you. You were missing.
You know what, Ron? If you come in here, if you
come
tell
you guys who the reserves are.
Ron, if you come in here and disrupt this piece, it's gonna take Jesus and 2 more white folks to keep me off your ass.
2 more.
I'll tell you.
You know what? It's good to see you, Ron.
And when I get in it, Ron, you know what's gonna happen.
Thank you, Damien. Hey, and by the way, Jesus can't save you. He tried to, he can't. Everybody else is good. You up there in the upper left corner in the orange shirt, he can't save you. I done seen your heathenist ways. However,
just make sure you don't disrupt this piece. That's all.
No doubt.
Anyway, Ron, as you were saying,
look.
Look.
Once again, I don't want to derail anything. I do want to talk about these all-star reserves and whatnot. But Pitten, I would just like to talk to you about what happened in that game last night, only because you jumped in the group chat and you forced me to turn on the second half of that game. I was enjoying another game. So can I give you my brief takeaways?
No.
I got a small list.
Can't help yourself. Gotta start some shit.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, made a list,
All right.
yeah.
Let me put on my
it's
glasses
your man,
so I can
Ox.
read my list.
This is your man, Ox. I just want to put that out there. This is your man. He got on reading glasses.
So the first thing that I got is, and this is gonna be real quick. Scottie Barnes is not a number one. We already knew that. We all knew that, but I just had to throw that in there. Just
he
because,
played like shit in the second half. You know, he pulled his calf in the first half, right? He just didn't look right. I will agree. He played the best 13 minutes to start. Okay, how about this, Ron? Do me a favor, because I know you want to be well researched with your reading glasses on, like looking like a clown. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, go back and watch the first 13 minutes of that game.
So people that wear glasses look like clowns?
No, you look like a clown.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that was my first thing. I just wanted to say that he would never be a number one, and that's not a knock, because you can still be the best player on the team and not be a number one scoring option. But Brandon Ingram is by far the number one scoring option on that team.
That doesn't mean you're the number one. Ron.
Nobody up here is literally disagreeing. So you don't need to put on reading glasses on that.
Okay, well, I have some other points as well. I want to say that the Knicks are, in fact, the best team in the East, and they are a championship caliber team. And I'm saying that because they came up there and turned you guys' water completely off. When they decided, you know what, we're gonna gonna hoop, they completely turned you guys' water off. You guys didn't score, and they started going. No, it wasn't.
We had a bad game plan, man.
Pin. I said they. I didn't say Jalen Brunson. I said they as a team decided you guys get no more. And so, and the level between, and this is what I say about veteran teams as opposed to young teams like the Raptors, the Pistons, and other teams. When they want to take it up to another level, they have the ability to do so.
When we beat the OKC Thunder, I heard nothing from you.
I'm not talking about the Thunder. I'm talking about what I seen last night. I did like how you and Swiper do when you guys watch games. And you
where
take
the hell
notes.
was this 2 games ago?
You was meant to just let him read his list so we could.
If you would have messaged me 2 games ago, I would have had some notes for you. Like I said, I was watching a whole nother game.
I did message you 2 games ago. Lying.
All right. So also, what I do want to say is, it is clear that the city of Toronto, the country of Canada, and the Raptors specifically have a father, and that father resides in New York. Because the Raptors have lost 11 straight games to the New York Knicks. So I don't know what you got.
11 straight, Ron?
11 straight. As of last night.
Penn said that. Yeah, Penn did say that.
So you have just come up here. You have derailed the show.
I'm not.
It don't got to be that daddy, though, Ron. That's crazy.
And you have literally repeated.
He's not finished, by the way.
A watered down version of shit that I've already said in this show because you were not paying attention. So take your shit.
Yeah, but he said it with glasses on, so you know.
But you said it with glasses on and trying to sound all smart.
You got to add another
there with an accent. It just sounds better.
Exactly. That's the glasses is his accent.
I think there's one more stuff on the list.
As you were saying, Ron.
We talked about this game. I gave a very honest assessment of it.
OG Anunoby has never lost to his former team. So once again, I hope that you guys don't play them again in the playoffs because 11-game winning streak and OG Anunoby has never lost.
We would get whooped. We would have gotten whooped even worse if Mitchell Robinson had played. Did you notice that he didn't play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Furthermore,
did you notice what happened to Jalen Brunson last night, Ron?
That brings me to my next point. I'm glad you said that. Jalen Brunson or Cat did not score particularly well last night. But as for the Knicks, they don't go as far as Jalen Brunson takes them. I know this sounds crazy. They don't go as far as Karl Anthony Towns takes them. I know it sounds crazy. They go as far as OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart take them. They are the heart and soul of that New York team, and they are the reason why in the playoffs this team is going to be scary to play and scary to beat. When those guys get it going, and I'm not saying they're going to combine for 58 points on any given night. I'm not expecting that from them on a night-to-night basis. What I am saying is that the margins, that margin word, lies with those guys. Yeah, Cat brought down 18 rebounds, 16 or 18, one of the two. But like
22,
those
22.
three, 22, damn. Those three, when they're in the passing lanes, when they're locking up, when they're hitting threes, when Mikal's getting to his mid-range, when OG's getting to the hole, dunking on people, making layups, like that. I personally think this Knicks team might be able to knock off somebody in the championship
and win it.
Not giving you a specific team. I'm saying if those three are really clicking on all cylinders, this Knicks team could beat anybody in a 7-game series.
I don't think they could beat Denver or
Thank you for this excellent breakdown of the Raptors in the next second half. I hope that the fans of PC can go back about 25 minutes, watch the real thing, listen to your breakdown, watch the fake thing, and compare the notes and see who got it right. Why don't y'all go watch the game and see what actually happened?
Hey, Pin. The first 24 minutes doesn't win the game. The last 24 minutes does.
Man.
But thank you for summoning me
Tyler
into the last 24 minutes.
Tyler Kolek is not going to win you a playoff series. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay?
Blowout. I don't get it.
Also,
you didn't watch the whole blowout. Be honest with yourself. You didn't watch the whole second half. Stop lying to yourself. I've watched you quit on games because the team got up by 5. Okay, you watched a 30-point blowout. Shut up, man.
It didn't
come up here trifling lying to us, man.
The Knicks were down and walked you guys down.
By how much?
They walked you, so it wasn't a blowout.
Stop playing.
It wasn't a blowout. It wasn't a blowout until the last 5-6 minutes.
That's not true.
The Knicks they started the half down and walked you guys down
the
whole
up 11, and then what happened?
You got walked down.
At what point did this game become a blowout, Ron?
When did it? It didn't.
I mean, you play basketball. You watch basketball your whole life.
What do you classify as a blowout? What do you classify?
A game that is done, a game that is out of reach, a game that is not redeemable.
The game was probably.
I could have told you this game was a blowout at the beginning of the fourth quarter. I could have told you this game is not going to end in less than a 20-point deficit. That's a blowout.
Well, I mean, I'm not as versed in the Raptors as you. But the game wasn't a blowout at the end of the first quarter or at the beginning of the fourth quarter. It didn't become a blowout till probably like 6 minutes left. The starters didn't come out of the game until 2 minutes. So,
this is just rage.
And like I said, they slowly but surely enforced their will on you guys.
The
But
Raptors,
Pin, I got two more
played
points.
like shit. Go ahead.
They didn't play like shit in the first half.
Yeah, because Scottie Barnes was doing what he was doing, and then you watch the second half and assume that that's just who this team is. Okay,
but
cool.
Do you know why that was the case though, Pin?
Because they were coming off
OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart turned you guys' water off.
Okay, Ron, I want you to be serious with me, and no lying here. On God, how much of this game did you actually watch?
Left-handed guy, 24 minutes.
You watched 24 minutes.
I watched the last 24 minutes.
And your read on this, hold on.
And
your read on
this, I was pausing it and rewinding just to make sure I was seeing the things I was seeing. By the way, that offensive foul on Brandon Ingram was some bullshit. But however, go ahead.
I think the Raptors very much over-focused on shutting the water off for Jalen Brunson. They sent a lot of help on Cat. I think Cat put a lot of force on this team. And frankly, I don't think Jakob Poeltl is going to solve it because I've seen Cat basically stomp Jakob Poeltl last year too, make him look like a little child.
He gets busy against Toronto.
So
yes, he does.
Him getting all these rebounds, I think the Raptors, ability to stop two of the better offensive players in the world is amazing. Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns are two top 20 offensive players, and when they're playing and when they're going right, the Knicks are better. The fact that they were able to force them to be inefficient, force them to take shots away, I think that's a really positive thing for the Raptors, and I think that's a credit to how great Scottie Barnes and CMB were defensively. Unfortunately, RJ Barrett forced a ton of shots. Would you guess that RJ Barrett led the Raptors in usage yesterday? And he shot like 29 or 28% effective field goal percentage. He was awful. Brandon Ingram, the thing, like the overforcing of like, why did OG and Mikel get such easy looks? Because the Raptors kept overhelping. There was overhelp from Sajro Mamikhalishvili on a Josh Hart drive where Scottie Barnes had him locked, and you give up an open 3 for Landry Shamet. That is just bad execution. Grady Dick became unplayable in the second half. RJ Barrett got cooked off the dribble over and over. You're not going to tell me OG Anunoby destroyed the Raptors. OG had a great game. He picked up a lot of steals.
Was getting busy. What?
OG was fine, man. But like the Raptors totally
OG
fell into his hands. The Raptors threw him the ball, yo. The Raptors left him open. Do you know that drive by Brandon Ingram? Brandon Ingram lost him. They thought the screen was coming. OG just read it and just walked right past him, and nobody helped at the rim. In the second half, obviously, Scottie Barnes was a very different player in the second half. He looked very unimpressive. I said it yesterday in my post-game live. I said, in the first 13 minutes of this game, I thought Scottie was about to have the best game of his life. In the last 22 minutes, this was the worst game I've ever seen him play. So you using the worst minutes of his life.
Oh, ironically, because I turned it on, it was the last. Oh, I'm sorry, Penn. I hated to have to disrupt Scottie's great night. However, Penn, just 2 more things, and then we can move on. And you don't have to respond to it. You can if you would like. I just wanted to say, you guys do have a good team, and like for those first like 4 minutes of the second half, I was like, damn. First 4 to 6 minutes, I was like, damn, this Raptors team is really good. And the more and more I kept watching, the more and more I realized Giannis would not help you guys, even if you didn't give up Scottie Barnes or Brandon Ingram. Giannis just would not help you guys, and it's for a couple different reasons. Just similar to how I said about the Knicks, you guys are just a year away from being potentially a year away.
A year away?
You guys have to.
A year away?
Yeah, it's kind of like OKC that first year that they made the playoffs, or it's like Detroit last year, where it's like this is you guys' first year, like setting your foundation and becoming like a really good team. And part of that too is like.
Either.
What'd you say?
I wouldn't trade for Giannis either. Is there a player that would help us, Ron, now that you have watched 24 minutes of awful Raptors basketball?
You guys need a big.
Day'Ron Sharpe?
I think you guys need it. Potentially. I mean, I would want somebody that's really a rim protector to solidify you guys' defense.
Day'Ron,
I don't even think offensively.
Nick Claxton?
Call up the Clippers and ask them how they feel about Zubac.
I like that.
Yeah, that like honestly, I read a report today that's saying that New Orleans
they could get them all.
New Orleans potentially shopping Yves Missi.
That's why I stayed quiet.
New Orleans is potentially shopping Yves Missi, and I you know, like we talked about it with the San Antonio Spurs segment. Like the rim protector really helps, right? Like the Raptors got a lot of dogs on the defensive end. Everyone want to credit Scottie, and people, you know, I love that I'm hearing Scottie mainstream defensive player of the year love. I love it. You know, I'm glad that I'm hearing that. Yep. But the truth is, we got Jacoby, we got Jamal Shead, we got CMB. We got a lot of dogs defensively. This is a team without a lot of defensive liabilities. Other than Grady and RJ, pretty much everyone's an above-average defender. Even Brandon Ingram is a pretty decent defender this year. I hate to tell y'all, man. He's protecting the rim. He's, you know, deflecting passes. He's rebounding. He's been good. So I just see like a rim protector, like a Raptors' best rim protector right now is probably Scottie Barnes. That ain't good enough.
Ox, you know how many, because I see Mars' eyes get huge like a fish, and then I see Swiper drop his head. Ox, you know how many times I've gotten things just because I asked?
I'm going to ask for something.
I ain't saying that I'm getting it. I'm just going to ask. I don't know how you feel about him.
I don't know why the Clippers almost had a borderline All-NBA center last year.
I don't know how you feel about him. Okay, so how about this for an idea?
He's easily at least the third most important player on his team.
I don't know, but the Celtics asked for him and they got told no, and it didn't hurt.
It did.
It don't hurt to ask.
I mean, you can ask. If you ask for Jared Allen, you would get better. I have more favorable love than you would to get.
Ask for him too. Ask for all of them and see who says yes. That's the point. Like, so I get what you're saying.
I personally think they need an offensive center. Personally,
Swipe. I get what you're saying about they won't get him or whatever. But chill. Absolutely, yes. Pick up the phone and ask. You have to.
How you feeling about him these days? What's
you are obligated.
It is your
yes. Ask for him. Ask for Giannis. Ask for everybody. Chill.
Scottie
you are obligated.
To be a nice duo.
You are obligated to ask. It is your job. You must ask. If you don't do that, then you don't deserve your job.
Just ask. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying, Mars, that the Clippers are just going to hand him over. Like, yeah, here you go with him.
Stayed quiet. I didn't say anything.
All I'm thinking is okay, we need a legit 5-man, a 5-man that's a rim protector who can rebound, who can actually finish around the rim, who can get us quality extra possessions, who can do these sort of things. The Clippers are trending this way, but they're also a team that, in addition to them trending this way,
being the best NBA team in the league in the last 21 games.
Once again, that would be trending this way, Swiper. Yes. You know, that's exactly what that is. But with that being said, I mean, what's the timeline on this Clipper team? I mean, you're going to...
Well, we're trying to win a championship this year, actually.
Okay, and you are trying to win it this year. What's the likelihood of you winning it? And with all of that being said...
you know what they're going to say? Higher than the Raptors.
Okay. And like you said, Swiper, I got to ask. I got to at least ask. Like,
I'm asking about Jared Allen. I mean, he's right down the street.
But by the way,
let's not act like Luka didn't just get traded for
peanuts. But if you're right, Shield, if they're idiots, then they'll do it. I agree.
Yeah, but people make idiotic trades every year, though.
If they want to get fired, they'll do it. Yeah, I agree. If I'm also looking to get what's it called? Quiet quit, Chill. That's the old the term they use for millennials now. If I want to quiet quit, I will absolutely trade Zubac for nothing.
I love
get
that
fired
line.
with benefits.
Quiet quit. I ain't gonna do it out loud. Just take my stuff and go.
I still can't believe the Lakers traded. I still can't believe the Lakers traded Mike Muscala in the second round for Zubac. But anyways, before we moved on from the Raptor stuff, though, I do want to give a shout out. I do want to give a shout out to Penn, though, because you have been someone that has given the love to Scottie Barnes, which has helped sort of push his case to get into the mainstream media for some of this Defensive Player of the Year stuff, which he deserved. But the Raptors don't necessarily get that kind of love on the national sort of mainstream media, man. So I just wanted to give you a shout out because I know some of those posts gone viral. And it's important. It's important, man, to spread some of that when you see it. And
did you fight that you instrumental in enhancing your boys? Do you fight that? Because you have.
Hell no. He knows it too.
Okay,
he knows it too.
Sure. Okay.
A big shout out to you, man. There needs to be more of that.
Like, I don't have a vote, right? So I can only talk about it. I can show it, and sometimes I gotta rage bait it, right? I gotta. Get New York a little bit aggravated because I'm showing Jalen Brunson getting locked up by Scottie Barnes, and I'm gonna say something that's a little bit like I'm gonna say it's like 80% true. That's the true key to rage bait. It's got to be at least partially true, but 20% untrue, right? You'd be like, oh, Scottie Barnes ragdolling Jalen Brunson. People be like, Brandon Ingram is helping him, and then the post goes viral. But ultimately, what the post shows is Scottie Barnes doing amazing defensive shit, and I feel like sometimes, someone says something. And we all kind of have to decide how crazy is that, right? When I say Scottie Barnes Defensive Player of the Year, I mean, 3 months ago, you think I'm out of my mind, right? But a couple of weeks ago, I started saying it and I started showing you like him blocking Chet, him, guarding 1 through 5, the Raptors being a top 5 defense. People are like, that don't sound so crazy anymore. And suddenly you got Kenny Beecham talking about it. And you're like, man, Scottie moving up. And, again, 3-4 weeks ago, he was not on Vegas's radar. Right now, I will tell you, I believe Scottie Barnes Defensive Player of the Year odds coming into this year were 220 to 1. That's basically you got no shot. You got no action. There were like 14, 18, 19 players ahead of him in that ranking. And I was like, that's crazy. No, this is a great defender. I'm happy to shine light on it. He is obviously my favorite player. I make no secret of that. I don't think he's doing it alone, but someone got to get credit for it. So, shout outs to him. And yeah.
Ron, this is how stuff like this starts. Like one person starts it and starts to fan the flame. And then the next thing you know, 2 people get on it. Penn, I'm not paying attention to Scottie Barnes if you didn't put me on. I'm not paying attention to him like that. And the way that you were hyping him, I'm thinking to myself, even though I might not be as high on him as you are, I did start watching him. I was like, I got to start watching Scottie Barnes.
Swipe was the same with Jamal Murray early in the season when people sort of knew historically that Jamal wasn't starting the season quick. But Swiper put a lot of people on the map early saying, hey, you got to pay attention to this guy. And now everyone's come around, but he was doing that.
So we really are the same person?
Sort of, he was getting national acclaim. So
I got Jokic MVP talk, so I don't know.
I think it's
all.
Pardon me, Swiper, I'm sitting in your seat. My apologies. There you go.
There we go.
It's awesome to start these conversations, man.
What happened?
Mars on the Rudy stuff as well.
I'm glad I got my Russ take off to
So-
start
so-
that
so-
propaganda.
That ain't taking off. I promise you. That shit ain't taking off. I told you. Part
Why?
Ron, get
Penn?
with
He
me.
can't. He
Why
can't
not?
guard 1 through 5. Penn.
We've seen it happen. I mean, you don't have to lie. We've seen it happen plenty of times.
You know what we haven't seen happen today? We have not seen super chats. We have not seen that. I was wondering if we can get to that. How about that?
at
for a minute?
all. We're
It's
gonna
one
be
of
here
it's
for
one
8
of
hours.
us. We did get the super chat.
That's
We
some
got
We
a
didn't
whole
get to
hour
any
left.
of them. We didn't get to any of them.
Some
So
good
how about
hosting,
we?
Chill.
We got
usually
it's a
do
whole
our
hour left for
designated-
23 super chats.
We
We got
meant to
plenty
do
of
our
time.
designated.
Chill, you
first,
versatile, bro.
We also have to talk about our.
We haven't
Eastern
even got-
Conference
we haven't even got
All-Stars.
through the list.
All-Stars. That's the
I
main
do. I
thing.
play multiple.
Yeah, but there was a super chat by Mr. Diabate.
There's also a list of all-star reserves.
Ron and Chill trying to take your job today. I wouldn't take that about.
Who was it about, Mo?
It's not
Super
my
chat by
job.
Mr.
I was-
Diabate, man. I seen
I
that
was
super
supposed
chat.
to
We're trying
come-
to get to it.
I was supposed
That
to come and
is
just press the live button, Swiper. I'm not the host today, but Ron was, we were just about to do the reserve list, but
Why would
okay,
why did
no-
Ron
no
come
problem,
up
no
and
problem.
then just
Let's just-
leave and then announce?
he'll be back.
like-
He'll be back. So what we'll do is I'll go through a couple super chats until he gets back. We'll start with
Activate the super chats. Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
one
we'll
from
start.
Doug
We'll start
Wall
with
I
Jordan.
highlighted.
We'll start with Jordan
Okay,
Reed.
never mind.
Super chat. Jordan Reed said, "Yeah, so apparently the Golden State Warriors are the front runner for the Giannis trade over the Heat, Knicks, and Timberwolves. Golden State are willing to give up their 28, 30, and 32 first picks and give up Butler, Kuminga, Draymond, or Pods."
Draymond?
Nope.
I'm so glad Pods is in that.
I don't think they're giving up
Um,
Draymond.
There's better packages out there than this. man.
Yes, there are. This. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. I won't.
Giannis for Paul George, man. Get it done. Come on.
I won't. But I don't think that people understand. I mean, Swiper has said to me countless times about how bad this team is in terms of a talent. Okay, so when we move off of Giannis, we are. Who is their second best player as of right now in Milwaukee? Who is their second best player?
Ryan Rollins. or
Okay, so
Tate
Ryan Rollins or Miles.
so that means Penn, we are literally starting over. That's what we're doing. So the way that we start over, we need draft picks because we can have a mountain of cash. Nobody's coming to Milwaukee. We're not getting any free agents in Milwaukee. So we got to do this through the draft and through trades. So how am I going to do? Who has the best available package for me to get as many draft picks as I possibly can get? I don't need draft picks in 3 years. I don't need a 2028 in 3 years. I don't need a 2029 4 years from now. I
You
need draft
definitely
picks
do need those.
today. I do need them. I do need them but they're going to be a part of the package. I need them now, though. I need a
I
2026.
will remind you,
first round
Joe,
pick.
go
that
for
the,
the-
the
you go
Bucks
for
do
the-
not have their 2029 pick.
Okay, and I'm going to get
They
that
don't
back.
have none of them.
Zero.
Portland and whoever else owns their pick, like
Right,
because they decided
so-
to go trade for Damon now.
So number one, they can't do the swap thing that a lot of teams do to pad the
Sure.
stats, right? Because they don't even have their own pick to swap,
Yep.
right? This is a problem. So here's the cascading problem for the Bucks, and I think it's the same problem the Spurs had when they tried to trade Kawhi. They're a small market team, and they want to stay relevant because they can't become completely irrelevant. So they need a young player that they can package as this is our guy. They need that player to replace Giannis. Now, he's not going to be as good as Giannis. He's not going to be anywhere near as good as Giannis, but he has to be able to sell either victories or hope.
Mhm.
And the baseline requisite for that player is that player must be as good or better than Michael Porter Jr. Around there. That's the talent bar. So it's got to be if you go Tyler Hero, Norman Powell, if you go OG Anunoby, Karl-Anthony Towns, that's got to be the sphere of player you're talking about. Now we got to add the picks. So it's a two-pronged thing. If you're the Bucks, you cannot take 9 picks and contracts because your franchise is just going to fold.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Cowboy Bob sent a super chat. This is a 2-part, so y'all let me read this part and I'll read the next part and then we'll get into it. New York Knicks crushed Raptors. They crushed the Raptors 119-92, winning by 27 despite Cat and Brunson scoring a total of 21. Depth, defense, and balance shine as Bridges and OG erupt proof this team erupt. Proof this team can play in June. Cat showed why trading him would be a mistake. Beyond scoring and passing, his elite rebounding defines his value. 30 double-doubles this season, 22 rebounds, no Mitch, and 15 defensive rebounds. Knicks in the second place, 4-game winning streak. Go, New York, go.
So
Cool.
the season wasn't over a week ago. Crazy.
I mean, we've talked about this game in multiple segments right now, so I don't think there's any need to really drag this. But shout outs to Cowboy Bob. You know, y'all won this game. I wouldn't say it's because Jalen Brunson, in spite of Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns scoring, 21 points, that was by design. The Raptors over-focused. Their game plan was wrong. They over-focused on stopping those two guys. They let everybody else get going. And Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby are legit basketball players, man. They're more legit than most of the players on the Raptors right now. So, shout outs to the Knicks, shout outs to the depth. But if I'm the Knicks, I am a little bit worried that for the entire season, my team has been slightly better with Jalen Brunson on the bench.
Unlimited Z Hoop Talks. What I meant yesterday when I said Giannis hasn't had a proper offseason, which could contribute to his injuries, is past several years after season ends, he immediately goes and plays for Greece. Okay, thanks for the clarification. Let me need
It's a real super chat right here. Yeah.
W Ball Out highlights. Hey Mars, did you see your Demon Musa last night? Like I've said before, the Hornets will make the playoffs. Also, JT is thinking about not coming back and I couldn't be happier about it.
Yeah, that second part's irrelevant. But yeah, Musa, for whatever reason, I don't know why it's being seen as Mars trolling with Musa Diabate. Nah, he one of the more impactful bigs in the NBA. That offensive rebounding, that motor, that mobility. He made a 3. But yeah, Musa's nice, and he directly contributes to the Hornets winning games. I've seen Penn say that their starting 5 is like 10-1 when they will play or when they will start or whatever the case may be. Yeah, that's gimmick nonsense to make it seem like it's not really just Musa and LaMelo carrying the team. But I'm fine with that because at the end of the day, they have 5 good players. Well, 4.5, and the Hornets are going to be in the play-in, and I wouldn't be surprised if they made the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised.
Go New York, go New York, go. Real talk. What is happening? So the Houston gets clamped. Lakers get blown out. You become a Knicks fan? My bad. Sorry, Mars.
The Musa propaganda here.
I'm sorry.
So yeah,
Mars, I did see your man Musa put his face in the rim last night, Mars. That was impressive. I did not know you
we're an elite athlete, really good mover. We can defend in multiple coverages. We can play at the level. We can switch. We can hedge. We can alter shots at the rim. Our rebounding is like top 5 in the league for and the energy and motor is undeniable. The starting lineup net rating for like the Hornets is like plus 29 on the season. It's very small sample size though, so like do with that what you will. But the real combination that makes everything click is LaMelo and Musa. LaMelo and Musa on the court, nearly 500 minutes. They're a plus 17. Like that's not coincidental. Like LaMelo and Musa is what makes LaMelo is what makes everything work offensively. Musa is what makes everything work in terms of the margins, as we talk about defensively. No disrespect to their other big, Ryan Kalkbrenner. No disrespect to him, but he doesn't fit the same way that Musa Diabate does. Like, there's a reason why all of his lineups lose. Well, all of his lineups lose for a reason, and that's because he's not as mobile. He's not as good on the glass. Like the motor's not as high. He's not as good, and that's fine. Not everyone could be Musa Diabate, but like Musa is really special. And to like really illustrate that point, that starting 5, that's a plus 29. Use those same 4 players, just take Musa off, negative 0.4. So basically playing teams to a draw. Use that same starting 5, take LaMelo off, negative 19. That starting lineup, it's LaMelo and Musa holding those things together. They're not that's what it is. The other 3, inconsequential for real. It's those 2 that make everything click in Charlotte. And then
so our 5, I want to make sure I'm following you, Mars. So our 5 is LaMelo at the 1, Khan at the 2, Miller at the 3, or is it Bridges at the 3? Miller at the 3, Bridges at the 4, and Musa at the 5. Musa at the 5.
And they're 10-1, too.
Since Mars brought this up, I'm glad you brought this up, Mars. Hey, Penn, Pick up the telephone. Ask for Kalkbrenner. Ask for him. They already got their 5 man in Charlotte. That's what it sound like. Sound like they already got their
He
5
would
man
be
in Charlotte.
cheap. He would be cheap.
You
Sound
know,
like they already got their 5 man in Charlotte. Pick up the telephone and check their temperature on Kalkbrenner. And
we could build a
close to
time
pedal.
machine and just draft him last year and
Could've
probably
100% did that.
Well, I think it's
Shit,
more
man.
realistic that you could trade for him as opposed to building a time
Yes.
machine. I think one's
Could
a
have
bit
very
more
well
attainable.
done that.
But yeah,
You didn't even try the first option. You didn't even try the time machine thing, yo. Just
yeah, but
dismissing
I
it.
think one's.
You
I think
being
one's slightly
really
more-
close-minded.
think
I
one's
will ask
slightly
you a
more
question, Mars.
attainable.
How long you been on this Musa propaganda?
Oh my! Hey, if you've been here for long enough,
I haven't been.
No,
I'm
he
new.
has been. Yeah,
It
he's
might have been since he was on the Clippers. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
he's been. Mars
Musa
been on them.
Diabate's
We're
been
talking
my
like
guy.
4 years.
It's been a long time. I've been on the Musa Diabate.
That's some
thing for a long
loyalty.
time.
I appreciate that about you. I
Yeah, and I
appreciate
had to
that you,
listen
that
to
you kind of like stick
Probably
on your
people
guy,
in the chat, like,
Jalen
bro,
Green.
say it's a gimmick. Nah,
Absolutely,
Musa
man. Like,
Diabate, he's
this
one of them
is
ones.
this is some serious loyalty, and I appreciate that about you. You're not the
Loyal-
Bonnie
you
Blue of
appreciate
NBA
that?
fans up here. That's good.
So for
Mars is on his 4th team since 2023.
It's not about the teams. It's about the players. Oh,
No
it's
doubt,
not
no doubt.
that.
Okay, that's fine.
I
that's fine.
support
If the
Okay,
players keep
let's
moving
get
the
to-
teams, he
Charlotte
can't
got a
be
good
held.
thing going,
he
man.
Exactly.
cannot
Like,
be
you, like
held
if
accountable
Musa
for that.
goes on the Clippers one day and then he's on the Hornets the next day, what do you want me to do? Like, I got to
I
root for
can
Musa
dig
because
that.
where Musa go, winning follows. Because that's what Musa do.
So 2 things, Ox. One, it's been Musa and Misi for Mars. Yes, those are the 2 guys that he's been spreading propaganda about. That's number 1. Number 2, Ox, did you really let Mars box you in with it's not about the teams, it's
No,
about the
I'm
players?
not- you know.
Because what that sounds like to me is it ain't about the dudes that I'm with. It's about the amount of money that they make. He's still hoeing. What you doing?
Yeah, but for a justifiable reason.
You still hoeing.
Yeah, I mean that's everybody's their own person. If Mars wants to, go with other teams, that's fine. I was just pointing that out. That's all.
I think my loyalty to
Jordan-
Musa has been obvious. So.
Yeah, Jordan Reed. My Los Angeles Lakers
Oh,
last
yeah, we
night in
don't
the
care.
3rd were half-hearted, letting the Cavs torch us as they blew us out in the 3rd, 43-22, missing the AR-15. But shout out to Jalen Tyson and Donovan Mitchell.
Jalen Tyson, another
And
one.
he went
of the
to
people I know.
And he went too far with the post game comment, but that's okay. He's good.
Shut up, young fella.
But the Lakers
You think
got
he went too far?
Why you
made
young
him say
fella?
that?
Yeah.
Oh, how dare you say that this is the best player in your team city? Oh my
Shut
God!
up.
He
Tyler.
probably-
What
he-
made
he-
him say
he-
that?
He didn't have to say that shit, but it was. I don't
But,
think
like,
it
why-
was-
why
It
did
wasn't
he-
wrong in it, but quiet,
Look,
young fella. Show some respect. How about
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
not that
but, like no one's losing
deep.
sleep
It's not
over it. They
that
just
deep.
gotta.
He was right. He was
No,
right.
no,
I ain't
but
gonna
the-
argue.
Man, he was hyped because his team beat the Lakers and they were interviewing Donovan Mitchell asking about someone else. He was hyped. Who cares? It's not that deep. And then Donovan Mitchell see. Fuck LeBron. What the hell?
I want to. What I want to do.
To
is I wanna get-
to that
Pause.
point,
Is
though,
this
Chill,
division-
the
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
we talk about a lot about not just the wins and the losses, but how you win and lose. And the Lakers, some of their blowout losses this year, they signal that there's sometimes a culture thing there where they just don't. They're so disengaged that it's going to be hard to change that. And when we've talked about culture setters a little bit here, they gotta get one at the deadline, man. Otherwise, they're in big trouble because they don't have those type of guys that just bring it every night, and that's a problem. To the super chat.
Mars, do you think was this the plan in Charlotte? Like Musa and LaMelo? Like, was this the plan originally? But we now seeing it because health has come into play.
I mean, I think the plan was for them to be healthy. I don't think the plan was for them to be healthy and dominate the league the way they have been.
Sure.
But we're gonna do our All-Star segment. I'm gonna just spoil it now. I had LaMelo as an All-Star in the East. So I'm just put that out there. Yeah, I think the vision is be healthy and see what it leads to. And I think when you have Con, who's probably still my rookie of the year at this point, LaMelo, who I think is an All-Star, Musa Diabate is like role player All-Star. Brandon Miller's picked his production up recently. Like he's been a lot better than he was early in the season. Miles Bridges is a nice another player who can score. Like they've got a good roster, like especially like in their starting 5, and then you got some guys off the bench like Sion James can come in and give some decent minutes. Colin Sexton is another guard who can give you a punch. Like their team isn't bad, they just are never healthy. And I think now you're seeing when the team's healthy. Grant Williams also been like cool on defense for them. But like, I think now that you're seeing when they're healthy, yeah, they can compete. It's just, but that's always been the thing with Charlotte is can they be healthy? And they have like LaMelo is one of the more injury prone players. Brandon Miller's been pretty injury prone early on in his career. They've just never really been able to put it together. But I think you're seeing now they have a good identity. I like Charles Lee and what he's trying to implement over there.
I think he can coach. I do.
Yeah, I think they've got good philosophies. Obviously, they're trying to get up threes. They're trying to get to the rim. So, the analytics like their shot profile. They're really good on the offensive glass. Once again, that's Demon Musa. But yeah, they defend without fouling, which I think is a good thing. Like they're a disciplined team, which is not what you'd expect from a team that's like young. And for all the narratives about Charlotte, LaMelo, and all of his antics and all of those stuff, they play with discipline, and I think that's a good thing for a young team. So yeah, I like Charlotte.
All right. Fair enough.
All right. Hey, real quick. Should the Rockets go after Jordan Poole?
Oh my goodness.
No.
No.
Y'all know how I feel about Jordan Poole.
Sure.
How y'all feel? Okay. Sell talks too much. Paolo FC, we back. Franz Suggs and Paolo on the court. The last 3 seasons have always been good together. They just have barely played together. The nerds will appreciate their plus 30 or plus 3.7 net rating since Paolo was drafted.
That's not that great, but I didn't watch yesterday's game. I couldn't tell you how they beat the Heat yesterday. I saw a clip of Anthony Black making some crazy step back three in the corner.
Crazy.
So we're at the point. Hey, Anthony Black. My bad, buddy. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, you doing stuff I ain't never seen you do before. You moving different. So I go, Shout out to Anthony Black, man. Hell of a season.
I do remember wanting to give him the ball. I do remember wanting to do that.
He's been
with
Shaq,
their point guards actually are giving them decent production. I don't know. Anthony Black and Jalen Suggs, pretty decent point guard options.
I do remember wanting to do that. But yeah.
Okay. Get that one out of here. Drink more water. It seems like most of the rookies picked in the top 10 have been spoke about a lot more than Ace. What grade would you give Ace's season so far? What has been bad? What has he been bad at, and how has his defense been?
He's been better recently since he's been getting more minutes.
Bad at all.
He just didn't get enough run.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
He had a good game yesterday.
He hasn't gotten enough burn, man.
Yeah, well, he's been getting minutes recently. He's doing some of the things I thought he would. He's playing like 25 minutes, I think, something like that. But the minutes have been going up recently, I think. Like he's a good athlete. He gets above the rim, really good cutter. They're using him off the ball kind of like I expected. They're trying to like his decision making still needs some work at times. But when you minimize like his dribbles and all of the stuff that made like highlight watchers think he was like this elite level isolation scorer and whatnot, they're trying to cut like pretty much all of that out of his game and like make him this off-ball wing who can shoot, cut, play with limited dribbles. And I think that's probably the vision for him, at least for the next few years. Defensively, he has tools, but I think the awareness is a major problem. But it's also hard to look at you in the context of Utah because no one on that team plays defense for all. So maybe you're just being, maybe you're made to look worse than you probably are. But Ace has been, of all the top 10 picks, unless I'm forgetting someone,
the top
probably 10. The what? Well, Kaman hasn't played. So we'll probably say he's been like the most inconsequential.
So the top 10 picks: Flag, Harper, VJ, Khan, Bailey, Trey, Fears, Demon, Boyles, and the kid Common.
I would say the two well, Kaman will be the worst by default. He doesn't play.
Right.
Then the two worst I'd probably say are Ace and Fears.
Okay, so
and Fears actually hasn't been bad. He's actually been good.
Fears has been good.
Yeah, he's actually been good in stretches. I think you're a little hard on him, Mars, considering
it's just a good class. That's all it is.
Yeah, I think you're a little hard on him.
I don't know how you guys define good. Jeremiah Fears makes his team worse every time he's on the floor, but that's fine. He's a young rookie, but he's one of the worst defenders in the NBA and can't finish at the rim and can't shoot. But he's a young rookie. It's cool. Like I'm not writing his career.
He's actually been getting better at that right? I mean, when we
Look,
first
like,
when
I
we
saw
first started,
yeah.
it wasn't good. The same thing with Ace Bailey. When Ace Bailey first started, Ace Bailey looked like he was a fifth grader in eighth grade class. He didn't know what school was. He didn't know what classroom was. When he was on defense, he had no idea what he was doing. He got lost in rotations. He wouldn't rebound. He's actually doing better at that. He actually is shooting gaps now. He actually is getting back on defense. He actually is closing out faster on defense than he did previous to when he first started. Now, when we're talking about him on offense, I like the fact that he's learning how to relocate more than he did before, where he was just standing around at the long ball line. He knows how to relocate and find open spaces where he can get open shots. And I like his ability to finish at the rim. So there is some, I think that there is some upside when it comes to Ace Bailey. He does have a lot of work to do. I'm not going to argue that point, but he absolutely has gotten better. He absolutely has gotten
for
better.
sure. He's definitely gone better as years gone on.
Among the 15 players in this draft who have played the most minutes among the rookies, VJ Edgecombe, Con Knipple, Cooper Flagg, Jeremiah Fears, Derek Queen, Sion James, Cedric Howard, Ace Bailey. I'm talking in order of minutes played.
It's total minutes, not minutes per game.
Total minutes.
Okay.
Yegor Diaman, Trey Johnson, Maxime Renault, Ryan Cockbrenner, Will Richard, Neek Clifford, Colin Murray Boyles. Those are the top 15 guys in terms of minutes played.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to hear nothing about Ace Bailey. He's not getting enough burn. He's getting plenty of burn. He's right in the middle of that pack. Among those players, care to venture a guess among those 14 players, how many of those players have a positive box plus minus?
I knew it was going to be box plus minus.
Hey, man, you know me well.
Ace Bailey.
So let me guess. Con, Coop, Cedric Howard. Who else what other players?
Ryan Cockbrenner, Will Richard, Neek Clifford, Colin Murray Boyles, Yegor Diaman.
Colin Murray Boyles probably has a positive box plus minus.
That's 4.
Cockbrenner does.
Renault does.
Cockbrenner does. You got them. All 5. Those are the 5 that have positive. Everybody else is negative. Okay. Rookies are not supposed to be good. However, there's a gap between being negative 0.7, which is VJ Edgecombe. There's a gap between negative 0.6, which is Derek Queen. And then there's awful levels, which is Ace Bailey, negative 4.5. There's awful levels, Jeremiah Fears, negative 3.8. This doesn't mean anything.
So the 2 worst in the top 10. See, look at me, man. I know ball.
I'm not worried about any of these numbers.
Box plus minus keeps agreeing with you, and you keep hating on box plus minus. I don't know what to tell you, Mars.
Because I'm still gonna go with my eyes. My eyes just happen to agree with
but the eyes are tracking it, and you're right. Like these players do objectively make their teams worse right now, like offense and defense. Oh, yeah, they have holes, but Ace is really young, and Jeremiah is very young.
19 years old, like that. Was he 19, maybe 20?
I'm not worried about any of these numbers, bro.
Yeah, he's a kid.
And also, look at the players who are actually being successful, and what do they all have in common? They are physically NBA ready. Cooper Flagg, Con Knipple, Cedric Howard, even marginally positive, almost positive, Derek Queen. These are all physically ready guys. So this adjustment that Jeremiah Fears and Ace Bailey, who are probably the skinniest dudes among that group, Cedric Howard is very NBA ready. Would you look at Cedric Howard? That looks like an NBA dude, right? Like he looks like an NBA player. He's very strong, very wiry, and he's not 19 years old. So this is, I think the point here is like you're going to have players like Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper is almost positive, right? So being on a good team is going to help. Being NBA ready physically is going to help. For the guys who are on bad teams and physically underdeveloped, you're going to look really bad. And that's Jeremiah Fears and Ace Bailey. This is not a reason to panic for any Utah fans or Pelicans fans. But if this continues for 2-3 more years, now we can talk.
All right, fellas. Let's go ahead and get into these all-star reserves. Salute to everybody that's watching the video. You already know the drill. Like, repost, comment, subscribe, become a member. Yo, Akil, my man.
Yeah.
You want to start with the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference first?
Let's go to the Eastern Conference. It's worse.
All right, we're going to start out east. So let me go ahead and share this. This is what we're looking at. Obviously, we have 7 people out east, and we have 7 people out west. Mm-hmm. Now, guys, we are not factoring in injuries or anything of that nature. So these are just people as of right now who deserve to make it. Okay. Cumulative vote, put all the lists together, and this is how we came down to things. So first and foremost, on the east, the first person to make it in on our list was none other than Donovan Mitchell.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Is he unanimous?
He better be.
I'm pretty sure he was.
I know I had him.
I had him too.
I'm almost
the first thing I wrote. Not because it was in order, but he was
He's
definitely the first name
unanimous.
I
Means
wrote.
everyone had him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this list is based on who was voted on the most.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if he was number one, I'm almost positive. If he wasn't unanimous, he had the most votes.
Okay.
Got it. I mean, averaging 29 a game, Bron, averaging 29 a game, having a career year. He could have very well been starting in the All-Star game, but
He might.
we
He
Jaylen
might
Brown.
start in the All-Star game.
Well,
Right.
Yeah, Giannis might miss the All-Star game.
yeah, Giannis may very well miss the All-Star game. So Jaylen Brown, like I said, Jaylen Brown's having the year that Jaylen Brown is having, and in addition to him, Jalen Brunson is having the year that he's having. So I mean, he's having a career year this year. It's been nothing short of fantastic. So definitely he's right on the outside looking in.
How does this All-Star game work? Because it's like, what if there's too many international players and not enough
The
Americans?
commissioner will plug in any gaps. Like
They're
he'll
gonna go on
assign players.
Ancestry.com and Donovan Mitchell's
So,
going to
like-
play on the internationals.
Like Carl Towns will
okay.
become a international
Everyone
player
will
if
do a
need
DNA
one.
test, and then he'll sort it by the highest percentage of foreign lineage, and he'll move you to a team.
Okay.
All right. Shout out to Donovan Mitchell. He is first for the Eastern Conference Reserves. Next up, would you believe it if I told you guys
Yes,
Is this who I think it is?
it
that
better
at
be.
number 2, receiving the
Scottie
second
Barnes.
most votes on the
Embiid.
Players' Choice platform is
Drum roll.
Scottie
Barnes, yeah.
Barnes.
I thought so. Yeah, I had Scottie Barnes. Yeah, he was the second name I wrote. To be fair,
Everybody
Second
should
name I
have
wrote.
Scottie
You know,
Barnes on that
everyone
list.
does have Scottie Barnes. There's one person who doesn't have Scottie Barnes, and I want to give a big shout out to Kenny the Jet Smith. What the hell is wrong with you, man? What is wrong
They don't
with you?
watch
You
the
got a
game.
I didn't
national,
see-
international
I didn't
platform.
see his
What
They
the
don't-
fuck?
they don't watch
He
games.
left Denny Avdia off the West and Scottie Barnes on the East. And wouldn't you know
don't
it,
watch
he
the
gave
games like that,
Steph
bro.
Castle, who
Yeah,
I
you
love,
think
by the
they're
way, an
watching all the
All-Star
games?
vote. Are you crazy?
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah,
they
Steph
don't watch the
Castle
games
one.
like
that.
I didn't see his Eastern Conference list, but I saw the West one. I saw Steph.
Bam
Castle.
Adebayo and Paolo.
Shout out to him.
Sheesh.
Oh, Paolo.
They don't watch the
2026?
games like that,
He's
bro.
insane. He's insane.
I mean, it's all
Everyone
for
has different
clicks.
opinions, man. Everyone has different opinions. I'm sure someone will see my list and be like, "How'd you have this guy and not that guy?" And I know
It's
I
all,
watched
it's all for likes and clicks. I mean, that's how it always
People have
is.
different perspections. I
It's
disagree with
odds,
him
no
for
big
sure.
deal.
Who is the third name, Ron?
We all see. Wait, Mars, are you saying that the All-Star game is going to be sponsored by 23andMe or Ancestry.com?
I don't know about the sponsorship, but I do believe it would be in their best interest to get that sponsorship because that's going to be a lot of DNA tests they're going to have to do. So you might as well just get it for free.
Now, I remember
True,
last
very
year
true.
around the All-Star break, y'all were having a very controversial discussion about whether or not Scottie Barnes was a top 25 player in the NBA. And I remember Jordan sticking up for it and being like, Penn's going to be mad at you if you leave him off this list. I'm glad to see him getting the recognition that he deserves this year because a lot of people talk shit about this dude last year. They said he's not on a winning team. How good can you be? And I understand Ron's criticism. I understand everyone's criticism. Yes, the offense has not necessarily progressed the way some people would like, but he's had some games this year where it's just like, whew, if he could put this together for a few quarters, there's been mid-range turnarounds, there's been dribble combinations, there's been counters to counters, there's been more advanced reads. I see Scottie as being 3 years away from really hitting his peak offensively, and the defense is ahead of the offense right now. But shout out to Scottie for getting some love on PC. That's pretty cool.
So but Scottie Barnes
Is he a top
for
25
sure
player
a
now?
top 25 player.
Or is he having a top 25 season?
To me, he's a top
I don't have
top
a list of
18
Scottie.
player, top 17, top 16, top 15 player. But yeah. I
I'm
mean,
sure
if-
we'll do our midseason rankings sometime.
He
here
top
very
top
soon.
100 for sure. Yeah, he definitely in my top 100.
right next to Musa Diabate, huh? All right.
Yeah, that's actually.
I got
Take away.
him in that top somewhere. I don't know where, but he's in there.
All right, well, next up for the Eastern Conference, you have Donovan Mitchell, you have Scottie Barnes, third on the list, receiving the third most votes. Surprisingly, maybe unsurprisingly for some people, but
Damn!
No.
it's
That's
I had
fine.
Jalen
Jalen
Duren.
I had
I have
Jalen.
him.
That's
Duren as
Scottie
well.
Barnes.
This is when I realized that the East.
I
is-
would have him.
No disrespect, but this is
Yeah.
when I realized the East sucks. But
Yeah, me too. Me too, Miles.
yeah, Jalen Duren, I had him on my list. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Stop.
Using
I would have voted for him.
using Jalen Duren love to say the East sucks is weird.
Yeah, it is.
No, shout out to him. He's gonna be a
Because
All-Star.
I mean, honestly,
I looked because I made my West list first,
mm-hmm.
and then I was making my East list, and when I realized I was getting to Jalen Duren, I was like, yeah, there's a discrepancy here.
Yeah, Jalen
But-
Duren was the last
shout
name
to
on
him.
my list.
Shout out to him. He was my second to last name, but yeah, shout out to him.
Shout out Jalen. So Jalen is next on the list, and ironically,
There's
the
another
next name that we have on the list. You are right, Penn.
Jalen
It is
Johnson.
2 Jalens. Well, 3 Jalens, but 2 Jalens that will be reserves. The next one is Jalen Johnson.
Bro, it's
He was
4
the one who was
Jalens.
last on my
There's
list.
4.
Yeah, he was the one who was
It's
last
4
on mine.
Jalens.
Probably-
Jalen
he's
Brown,
probably
Jalen
Jalen
Brown.
Brunson, Jalen Duren, and Jalen Johnson. Shout outs to Jalen Rose.
Probably just done enough, man.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson was on my list. So far, I have everyone who's
Surprises
made
here?
it.
Me too.
No, not really.
I would-
no.
I would
My
have all
last
4.
3 names are the ones who are, I guess, my most controversial ones. So I'm not
If we
surprised
could
that he's
trade
on top.
Jalen
Yeah, didn't you
Williams,
said you had LaMelo?
I did have Lamelo. I don't
Bro,
think he's gonna make it. But I
if
had
we could trade Jalen Williams to the Eastern Conference somehow, there is a world in which we could have an all Jalen starting lineup.
He might be
him.
on his
Starting,
way.
no, unless he's traded for Giannis. Then
He might be on his way.
What Penn? You said who?
J-Dub.
I mean, if
I've seen the Spurs
Jalen
try to
Johnson
do Jalen
continues to
Green,
progress
I
at
see
his
I've
level,
seen
Jalen Duren
Jalen
continues.
Green.
There's always
There
Jalen
is a
Green.
world. I'm just saying, like 2-3 years from now, there's a world if Jalen Williams somehow ends up in the Eastern Conference, we could have an all Jalen starting
Yeah.
lineup. That's pretty
Forget
dope,
the
man.
All-Star format of
You couldn't do
International
that with
West
any
America.
other name
Jalen's
in
best
the
world.
world in any
Jalen's
sport.
best world.
I love when you're on teams and guys have the same names. So you got to make up other names for one of them. It's dope.
No, you just got to give him a last initial.
Chill. Hey, buddy.
Nah, that's when you get to give them nicknames. I used to love giving teammates nicknames. It's fun.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, next up for the Eastern Conference reserves, we got Donovan Mitchell, Scottie Barnes, Jalen Duren, Jalen Johnson, and would you believe it if I told you there is a guy in Brooklyn that will be making
What?
the All-Star game. His name is Michael Porter
Well
Jr.
deserved.
Yes.
Word.
That's MPJ right there. Yeah,
That's
I
well
had him.
deserved right
Yeah,
there.
It's for the fans. You gotta
nobody on
give
the
it
team.
up.
Nobody on the TNT crew
I'm
had,
happy about
had
that.
Michael Porter Jr.
I did
Everyone
not
had
have
Brandon
MPJ,
Ingram.
or I had.
Oh well, to be fair, the Nets have won 6 games. So I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. I don't
Pascal
even know if
Siakam
MPJ gonna
deserves
make
it just as much.
I think MPJ's been better than Pascal.
Yeah.
I think MPJ. I think
Probably
I
the same.
don't know. Maybe I'm just too high on MPJ. I don't know. Maybe it's because my
That's-
expectations were lower.
yeah.
I don't know. I think MPJ's been amazing. I don't know.
Yeah,
what to
me
tell you. I
too.
just think he's been amazing.
Yeah.
MPJ not
Um,
being on there is kind of crazy to me. I think.
Pascal
So
is pretty
I-
much the
MPJ
only
was like-
thing holding
MPJ's
them from being the
comfortably
worst team in
in
NBA history. You realize that? Like
The
Pascal,
problem is-
if you remove Pascal Siakam off of the Indiana Pacers,
They still
go-
garbage. They at the
hold
bottom
up.
of the East.
with him, they are not completely garbage. By the way, Cho, with him on the court, they're not completely garbage. This is like the Giannis argument. With Giannis on the court, the Bucks are a decent team. It's with him off the court that they fall off a cliff. I can make a very similar case for Pascal Siakam, not to the same degree, but I can make a case that Pascal Siakam deserves All-Star every bit as much as MPJ. I could also make a case that neither one of them should sniff this.
You could
So-
definitely make the Pascal argument. I'm not arguing against that. I just said I think MPJ's been better. But the
Isn't
same
he
argument of
averaging?
the Pacers suck less with Pascal on the floor and then they fall off a cliff without him. That's the same MPJ argument. I agree.
Not
I
to
would
that,
argue.
not to that same level. I'm pretty sure.
Pascal on the floor, I'm looking at right now, -4 with him off the floor, -21. That's a 17-point swing.
Okay.
MPJ on the floor, they're -1.6 with him off the floor, they're a -16.4. That's a 15-point swing. Yeah, it's a very similar argument. It's a very similar argument.
No, it didn't-
And the Nets haven't won a game without MPJ. It's a very similar argument. That's
Aren't
not
we having?
controversial.
But isn't
Both
is,
teams
is,
suck without
the
both their
supporting
best
cast,
players on
though.
the floor? I'm not
And I could-
arguing. I think MPJ's been better than Pascal. That's it.
I mean,
Who's played more games?
he is averaging more points, Miles. I'm not going to argue that point.
Pascal,
He
More
definitely is.
rebounds. A little bit more rebounds.
I mean, Pascal's averaging. I think he averaging 24 games this year.
Pascal's played 46 games. I think MPJ's played maybe 42.
Okay, so if the argument is similar
That's
and the
the most
argument
it's averaged.
hold up.
Mhm.
Plus you said plus 17 versus plus 15. So the
Right, he's
argument
saying
is in
46 versus
Pascal's okay. So if Pascal's played more games, he's played way more minutes. He's obviously more impactful in the sense of on off, like what is he actually lifting here? then how is he not better? Like the only thing you can argue is that MPJ is shooting
MPJ's
better.
I don't know what to tell you. I think
What
MPJ's
if
been.
MPJ logs most of his
better,
minutes
like-
with the second unit?
I think MPJ's played better. Like that was the first thing I said. I just said the same argument for MPJ could be used for Pascal. If someone had Pascal, Real Talk had Pascal on his list. I don't disagree. I don't disagree if someone has Pascal on their list. In fact, yeah, looking at my Jalen Duren and Jalen Johnson picks, maybe I should have had Pascal over one of them. Like, I'm not mad at having Pascal on the All-Star team. I just would have MPJ before him. But I could happily have both.
And you're a fan too. So as a fan, that matters.
MPJ, I've also watched more Nets games than Pacers game. I'm not going to deny that either.
Yeah, I do think they're both deserving. I put MPJ on my list before Pascal, and then I had Pascal on my list, and I eventually took him off. But I think it's equally deserving. I'm running a poll in the chat, though. I'm asking you guys, who deserves to make the All-Star game more, MPJ or Pascal Siakam? And I also think one more thing is interesting, guys.
What's that?
Michael Porter Jr. went from being an unplayable teammate to playing with unplayable teammates.
And possibly being an all-star,
crazy,
Ron.
huh?
And
No,
possibly
Isn't
being an
that
all-star.
To give people the fair context here, and again, this is important. When the comparison between two players is close, their team record is close. I understand the argument for MPJ. However, 46 games played for Siakam, 37 games played for Michael Porter Jr. If they're both on really bad teams, I have to give the edge to the guy who has played 9 more games. That 9 games is a huge gap, man.
Fair enough.
That's
Fair
fine.
enough.
That's like a quarter of the season.
I can get with that. Fair
No
enough. Yeah.
Who's next, Ron?
Next up for the East reserves.
I'm 5 for 5 right now.
Okay. Well, let's see if you go 6 for 6, Mars. We talked about the Knicks a lot today, and we all pretty much
I'm
should
not
agree
6
that they deserve.
man.
I'm not 6 for 6. It's over. Okay. It's not 6. I'm not 6 for 6.
I blame
Do
myself.
the Knicks deserve 2 All-Stars?
I mean, I'm not mad at Cat making it. I'm not. That's understandable. I'm not mad at Cat making it. He wasn't on my list, but I'm not mad at it.
He better not be the reason that Brandon Ingram didn't make this. I'm gonna be pissed.
So
I
Cat
was-
doesn't deserve it over Brandon
I didn't
Ingram?
have Cat.
This
Yeah,
year?
I didn't have Cat.
I don't
Did you have
have Cat on
Ingram?
my list,
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't
torn.
have Cat.
I think Ingram
The
has a
last
harder
two on mine
role.
were debatable.
I was torn between him and who Ron, the next person that Ron is about to put on here. I was torn.
Norman.
How many games has the Embiid played?
26.
25, 26?
No, enough.
Yeah, I thought he played more than that. It was at like 30, you know.
So Cat's played 44 games. He's averaging 20 and 11. His scoring's down a little bit. Rebounding's down a little bit too, but the Knicks they're the second best team in the East.
And I'm thinking
I don't know
about
I don't know
They're
who else you
one
could-
game
you know how I
off.
feel about
They're tied.
tradition. And I'm thinking about in the Eastern Conference, the second best team in the East got a 20 and 10 guy. When has he not made the All-Star team?
That's why I put him on my
Okay,
list.
but
I don't-
like,
I don't
chill.
remember that.
They are tied with the Celtics first of
Okay,
all for second,
sure.
and they're a game ahead of the Raptors. Like
And-
this is a
and the Cavs.
3-team. This is not like a definitive. Oh, they're the second best team in the Eastern Conference. It's like a 4-game
Okay, let's
gap.
take the second
No.
best thing off. Let's take the second
It
best
feels
team.
like he's having a
Second-
down year.
second
So
best
basically,
thing.
put it on
basically, chill. The argument is so fickle that if the Raptors had beat the Knicks,
No, it's
yesterday,
not.
we
The
would be
reason
talking
why
about
it's
the
not
Raptors.
fickle
as the
is
second
because
best team.
all right. So now let's
So
take
one game.
Let's take the
The
standings. off the
Raptors beat
table.
their daddies.
Let's remember who we're talking about, Penn. We're talking about the Knicks in New York. Let's talk about that, and we're talking about the fans because that's what the All-Star game is about. So there has
Okay.
not been a Knick. There has not been a Knick that has been 20 and 10 on a good Knick team that has not made the playoffs.
Forget the 20
it's
and
not
10.
made the
The
All-Star
scoring
team.
is up in the league. 20 and 10 don't mean the same shit anymore. 20
Yeah,
and 10 is
100%
basically
still
no,
does.
it does not. Chill. It's like 16 and 7. Okay,
know if that's true.
and also like I'm sorry if this is what stops Norman Powell from getting an All-Star bid. Yo,
Norman?
Storm and Norman, yes, sir.
yes, Norman Powell, who has
Norman-
been clearly
Norman-
better
I
than
would probably
Carlton Towns. Are you
have
insane?
Norman
He
over.
was
him.
last name
I
on
have
my
Norman
list.
on my list.
I just think
I
it's
didn't have
interesting,
Norman
Penn,
Powell
that-
on my list, but
like
I
you
would
talk
probably have
about
him over Cat.
Penn, you talk about the idea of scoring being up. Penn, 20 and 10 is always going to be a big deal. Always. I don't care what era we play in. 20 and 10 is always going to be a big deal.
Chill.
It's
Is
never
the
been a big
$20
deal
in
to
your
me.
pocket a big deal to you?
So $20 in my pocket is not the same thing as 20 points and 10 rebounds in the NBA.
Oh my God, it's the same thing, Chill.
Not even
It's like
close to the
the
same
scoring inflation.
Are you really sitting here equating to me $20 as the same as a big on a team that's a legit contender being 20 and 10? Are you serious, Ben? That's what we're doing right now?
So I could do a lot. I could do a lot with 20.
20 and 10 means
I could
something.
too. You still got that $3 that
20
you
and
had.
10 means something to me.
You stretching it.
Inflation is inflation. Okay, like there was a time. Yo, chill. There was a time when guys were grabbing like 50, getting 50 points and 25 rebounds. Yes, I'm talking about Will Chamberlain. But what was the score? What was the scoring pace up? So the points and rebounds that you get should always be a factor of what are the total available. So if a team, if we get to a point in the NBA, and I'm not saying this is ever going to happen, where teams are scoring 125 points per game, how the hell can 20 points be worth what it was when teams were scoring 90? This cannot be the same thing. You cannot use it the same way. There are more 20-point per game scorers than ever before.
Sure.
Every team has multiple 20-point per game scorers. Every team.
And I can appreciate that logic, but how many teams have 20 and 10 guys? Not many. How many guys in the league are averaging 20 and 10?
20, and he doesn't play defense, Chill.
But he does. He doesn't play defense.
No, he's not a good defender.
No, he doesn't defend, but he does rebound. That's number one. Number
okay.
Two, we're not number two. We're talking about a league where I think we're averaging about.
Has he been better than Bam Adebayo?
You guys
has he been better than Evan Mobley? Has he?
Yes,
come on,
Chill. Yes, he has.
No, he hasn't.
Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do this?
I don't know.
I'd say he's been better than both of them. I still didn't have him on the list.
Bam's having the worst year since his rookie year.
As you were saying, Ron, I apologize. Your microphone is muted, Ron. This is the shit that we be talking about with you.
Yo, Swiper, you muted me? Well, either way it goes, y'all. Karl Anthony Towns did make our All-Star reserves list. So shout out to Cat. But I am asking you guys in another poll, who deserves to make the All-Star game more, Cat or Brandon Ingram? You guys talk to me. As of right now, Brandon Ingram is winning the poll, but I'll let it run for a little bit longer. However, we have to get to our last name. And before we do that, I'm going to give honorable mentions to the guys that didn't make it.
Oh, God.
So, salute to Brandon Ingram. Unfortunately, you didn't make it.
Bullshit.
Salute to Pascal Siakam. Unfortunately, you didn't make it. Salute to Franz Wagner. Unfortunately, you received a vote, but you didn't make it.
Was that from Hawks?
Salute to LaMelo Ball.
It wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Salute to LaMelo Ball. You received a vote, but she didn't make it.
That was from me. That was my vote.
Salute to Bam Adebayo. You received votes, but you didn't make it. Salute to Evan Mobley. You received votes, but you didn't make it.
Was that show?
And last but not least,
I'd assume so, yeah.
salute to Norman Powell. You received votes, but you didn't make it because Joel Embiid will be in the All-Star game if Players' Choice had to select.
I went 6 for 7, man. I went 6 for 7.
I went for 6 for 7.
Yeah. Only person who it was I had LaMelo over Cat. That was the only difference. I had LaMelo.
If you asked me
26
today,
MB games,
I would have gone 7 for 7.
I wasn't expecting to see Joel on there. I was not expecting.
So Ingram didn't make it, and Powell didn't make it from my list.
Man,
Yeah,
Norman
Powell?
deserves
Oh,
it,
Powell.
man.
Powell. I would never have
I
Powell.
hope Norman makes the All-Star game.
Even if
man.
Joel Embiid makes the All-Star game, you think he playing in it?
Giannis isn't gonna play in
You
it.
shouldn't,
wouldn't
Chill.
he?
Take the weekend off.
He's one of the biggest
Yeah,
stars. in the
exactly.
league.
You think he playing? No.
He's one of the
So
biggest
Norman
stars in the
Powell,
league.
Brandon Ingram gonna get,
I
called up
need
anyway.
Norman.
So,
I need Norman.
I
in
think
this
it's a
All-Star
pleasant
game.
surprise that he's still playing at that level. So where you can pick him and it's not like a troll pick. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people
I went
had
6 for 7,
Embiid
I
up
think.
here?
I did.
That's just 2 guys. Oh, that's 3.
3.
I would have him, but I would have him over Cat.
But hold on, no, it's not about Joel Embiid's level of play. I think the only question is games played, right?
Yeah, I guess that's maybe the only
Yeah.
reason he wasn't unanimous for you guys. I guess maybe.
Yeah,
The level
these
he's been
last 2
playing
weeks
at
have
for,
shown
like,
me a
the
lot.
last-
That's not the only reason he's not unanimous. I cannot see how the Sixers become one of the few teams in this conference to get multiple All-Stars. Why do they deserve multiple All-Stars? I understand Detroit getting multiple
Because
All-Stars.
they have 2
I
guys
could-
playing at an all-star level.
Same reason why
I-
Toronto. Same reason why Toronto deserves multiple.
I don't know why we make this seem like it's rocket science. A worse team can have
Yeah.
2 guys playing at a higher level.
Toronto
And the
doesn't
supporting
deserve
cast can
multiple
be
All-Stars.
worse. Like, it's
Rondo
not
definitely does deserve
the idea
Rondo
that
has
if you have
two all-star
two,
players.
the idea that if you have two guys playing at an all-star level, that must mean that they're elevating the team to the top of the conference. That could
I
just mean
think
the
it-
rest of the team
I
is
think-
not
I
that
think it
great.
matters
We've
who
seen
the
the Lakers
Very
supporting
always
clearly,
get
Boston
two
don't have
all-stars.
two. Boston don't have two all-star caliber players. Very clearly.
No, they don't.
We've
Yeah,
seen
some
the
people
Lakers
would have
always
that,
get
but
two
yeah,
all-stars, and they're
it's
always
not-
8 to
it's
10
not
seed.
rocket science.
I can
The
make.
Lakers would get two
Sometimes
all-stars.
sometimes you
and
could
they
just
were
be a
8 to 9
top-heavy
times every
team.
year.
Like, I don't
I can make a
know,
case for
sometimes
Derek
it's top
White
heavy.
over Michael Porter Jr. for sure.
Yeah, and I know he definitely could. He definitely could. The advanced stats still love Derek White. The advanced stats love Michael Porter Jr. more than Pascal. I can guarantee you that. But a team can be top heavy. You can have two all-star caliber players, two all NBA caliber players, and be a 7 seed. Like, their level of play isn't the reason the team's a 7 seed. In fact, they'll probably be a 12 seed without him. I don't know, but like, it's not.
But he's
rocket
played
science to
26
understand
games, and you have a conference
that.
where
Yeah, so
people
there
have
we
played
go. That's what we said.
47
That's
games.
what we just said. The games played. We just said that. That's the reason. The games played, not the level of which he's playing. The games played. That's a valid reason. You don't have him because the games played. We understand.
Joel Embiid is playing his best basketball leading up to this decision. Had his season been inverted, had he played his best basketball to start and then he got injured,
And then
he would not have made it. Yeah,
Sure.
if you played the season out backwards, so you're just giving recency bias here. You have a player who has been the leading scorer on a top 3, consistently
Recency
top
bias?
3 team in the league.
I'm not putting Brandon
and-
Ingram on my all-star team, no matter how many times you try and convince me.
All right.
Not over Joel Embiid. I'm not. I had Brendan Ingram. on my
I
all-star team
don't
last year.
think Brandon Ingram's been as good as you think Brandon
Yeah.
Ingram's been. Like, that's it. I just don't.
He self-admitted
And I like
he's
Brandon
not been
Ingram.
better than Michael Porter, but it's just
And I-
because
and
he's
I
a
like
higher
Brandon
seed.
Ingram.
He said that, Swiper? He said that?
He did. He said MPJ's been playing better than Brandon Ingram.
No, he
Brandon
didn't.
Ingram's
He
winning.
said it. You said
No, I
it.
did say it.
That's exactly what he said.
I
I
did
heard
say
him.
it.
But that's
I know
fine.
it.
Like, I don't think Brandon
Brandon-
Ingram's played better than LaMelo this season. I'm not going to point. I don't think
I
he
agree.
played better than Norman Powell this season. So I'm
Agreed.
not going to put him over those guys. The way I do my list is how well I think he played. That's
But
it.
his
If you do it and
job
you
is
value
harder.
winning, yeah, and if you value,
Hold up, y'all.
cool. I don't care about degree of difficulty. If you value the winning, that's cool. Make your list. I've made
Okay.
it abundantly clear why I didn't have Brandon Ingram. Like, I don't. There's no.
So
more
Ron,
to,
you've
like,
had
keep
you-
rehashing.
of the all stars. So with MPJ and Cat, I had take them two dudes that I had Mobley and Embiid. Those are the two dudes.
I have
that
no
had.
idea how you managed to convince yourself Mobley should be an all-star this year. But shout out to you.
I'm always yeah.
Shout out to you.
Listen,
Yeah, shout out to you,
that
man.
was a fan vote right there, Mars.
That was
That's
number
all
one.
I
that was.
respect.
That was
Yeah, I
That was a
respect
fan
that.
vote.
Heart,
That's
not
all
the
that
head.
was.
Heart, not the head. That one. Mhm.
That was all.
Yo,
That was
Akil.
all that was. That was a fan vote.
Akil, I know you didn't get an opportunity to vote, but with these 7 guys, what corrections would you make? I know you're high on Norman Powell. Can you explain to us why you're high on Norman Powell and what changes you would make to this?
I mean, he got screwed over last year. He came to the Eastern Conference, arguably better year than last year. Joel Embiid played 26 games. I mean, that's a lot of games missed. So, I mean, does he deserve to be on the All-Star game? Maybe not, but it's a fan vote. So whatever fan goes,
Actually, the coaches
happens
vote
that
for the
way.
reserves. The coaches vote for the reserves.
Oh, fans don't vote for it.
The coaches.
Yeah, well,
vote
we're
for
the
it.
fans and we
Oh.
voted for our all-stars. So
Okay, but I mean, anyway,
Coaches are
Norman
fair.
Powell got screwed. Norman Powell got screwed last year. He's having a better year this year. It's not like Miami's like at the bottom of the Eastern Conference. They're like a playoff team. So I just think I'm kind of advocating for him to be like the last spot in the All-Star game. I feel like he kind of deserves it. It's kind of like the same situation where it's like Pascal, Michael Porter. You can't go wrong either way. I feel like Norman Powell could sneak in that way. Can't really go
close
wrong.
cut for me. I can agree with that.
All right. Well, once again, this is our Eastern Conference All-Star reserves. You got Donovan Mitchell, Scottie Barnes, Jalen Duren, Jalen Johnson, Michael Porter Jr., Karl Anthony Towns, and last but certainly the most, Joel Embiid.
Yep. Feeling that.
All right, fellas.
What about the West,
Let's
Ron?
let's get to the real conference. Yeah, let's get to
Eastern Conference, so ass.
What about the
Goddamn.
West?
Yo, don't let me say it, though. If I
Jeez.
say it, I'm the bad guy. All right.
At what-
Let's jump
at
out
what
west,
point-
y'all.
At what point does it just become the best 24 players in the entire NBA?
Someday. I don't know when that day will be, but someday. We're getting close. Once they went positionless, they were moving towards common sense. One day we'll get rid of this conference stuff for the All-Star game. We'll get there.
Not in my lifetime.
All right. Well, this is what we're looking at out west. Let me go ahead and share this. And the first name on the list of Western Conference. Anybody got any guesses?
And that's easy.
Anthony Edwards. Yeah.
Should have been starting. From
Mhm.
Curry.
He's right. Anthony
That's right.
Edwards
Yep.
is the first name on the list.
That's easy. Next. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I only just realized I didn't know Wemby was starting, so I wasted one of my votes and put
Mhm.
Wemby. So my bad. someone didn't get a vote because of me because I accidentally put Wemby. Whoops.
Be like that sometimes. Number 2, we got Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant's definitely playing at an all-star level this season. Yep, I can get with that, Ron. No doubt.
Any pushback? We're all in agreement with this. Next up on our list, this one may be controversial. No, this one should not be controversial at all. We got Kawhi Leonard.
Yes. I
There's
had Leonard
one
on.
eye in Kawhi, by the way.
There's one eye. Yeah.
I'm surprised at y'all.
Why are you surprised at us,
I
Ox?
don't know.
Because I wouldn't expect
Surprised-
y'all-
he's
I
surprised
wouldn't-
Kawhi got
I wouldn't expect
respect.
y'all
He's
hating
surprised
ass
Kawhi got
niggas to
respect.
put Kawhi Leonard
ball.
on.
We just don't love him as much as you do. We just don't
Y'all
talk
hate-
about him as
y'all-
much.
y'all-
Don't mean we
y'all-
hate
The
him.
level Kawhi been playing like
He's
a
been playing at an all-star level. He's been
Did y'all just
fantastic.
hear? Did y'all just hear it kill down there in the corner? Something, I don't know. Y'all some haters, but y'all just don't know.
I mean,
great
James
basketball when you
James
see it.
I
Harden.
think you're just
I mean,
looking for a fight.
James
Ox.
Harden has not been better
The
than
beginning of the
this
year?
season. No.
Penny, I'm looking for a
No.
fight.
October, November,
the
December,
after
he was
how
carrying
you
Clippers.
just after you just cried
October,
about every
November.
single
December
you just
came
cried
around.
about every
You are
single
crying
name
about
on
your
the
favorite
East.
player making it. Do you understand how crazy that is?
Every single name.
Your
on
favorite
the
player
list,
just
every
made the
single
All-Star
name
team,
on the
and you
East,
taking
you
this
just
opportunity
cried
instead
and
of saying,
bitched and
"Good
moaned
job."
about, and all I said was, "I'm
Yeah, to be fair,
surprised."
Ox, what are you complaining about right now?
You just
I
complain
just
to
said
complain.
all I said is I'm surprised.
Surprise.
Oh, so we can move on?
And then
yeah,
you
I'm not
complained
finna-
about
I'm not-
one
okay, okay,
person
let's
being
move
good.
on.
this
Like,
year.
I'm not
Okay,
surprised,
okay,
but I just think I'm not
just be
surprised. But I
gracious.
just think Harden should be on there.
Just
over
mute
Kawhi.
your
I'm
mic.
not surprised.
The reason why he thinks
Akil,
Harden
might
should
be on there though.
But don't.
No, they can't have-
forget
they can't
why
have to.
he thinks Harden should be on there. He's a Houston guy.
Why? Because Houston.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
I mean,
a
I'm not even that big of a
What the
Harden.
fuck?
I'm not even that big of a Harden fan. I just think he was literally carrying the Clippers like for half the year, and like the numbers,
he was
you can
carrying
argue,
them to the West
you can
record league.
argue Harden has
Carrying them
better
to the
numbers
West
for the
record
year.
league.
Yeah, he
I mean,
carrying
Kawhi
them
was
to the
part of
West
that
record
team. Kawhi was part of the team. It's
Oh
not
well,
like
no, he
Kawhi
actually
a
missed
lot
10
of
games in that stretch, but that's fine.
Either
The
way,
Clippers can definitely have
they
two
aver-
All-Stars.
you can argue Harden's averaging like
The
better
Clippers
numbers too.
could. The Clippers could.
I don't know how you made an argument, but that's fine.
Akil,
thought-
though.
I'm looking at it.
Oh, no.
I'm literally looking
Akil,
at it.
That's great.
you do
That's
know
great.
since
You can
like
definitely have two
mid-December, so over like the last month and a half, Kawhi's been the best scorer in the NBA.
And they got the best record
I
in
mean-
the NBA.
But it's entire season. It's not like the last month and a half. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
It's like
so
the same.
you know-
It's like the same with the MVP. You don't just look at the last 2-3 months. You look at the entire year.
Okay, so let's talk about the entire year. So what's today? The 29th of January?
Kawhi's played
Like,
33 games.
I'm not
He's
saying
averaging
Kawhi doesn't
28
deserve it.
games.
I'm 50-50. I don't care if Kawhi's on it. I don't care if Harden's on. I'm just
Do
making
you
an
realize
argument.
Kawhi's basically 50-40-90 this year?
It's awesome.
I heard efficiency doesn't matter for
That's
scoring.
awesome.
No,
told you
just
that? Who
Kevin
told you that?
Durant
Who
is
told
just
you
better
that?
than Jaylen Brown. That's what you was told. So,
Shit, man.
Real talk. I know you're bad.
Basically 50-40-90. If we just round up, Kawhi's 50-40-90 at 28 points per game, and he's played 33 games. And the Clippers are almost a playoff team. Like, come on now. Like, this is a clear cut.
Kawhi was a shoe-in
obvious.
for me. There was no hesitation.
This
I
is
had him
not
on
a
my-
debatable
that was-
thing.
This
It wasn't
wasn't
controversial
yeah.
for me as well.
He was on my.
Kawhi was eligible. He'd be like a.
I don't care if
All-NBA
Kawhi's on it or not. I feel like there could be a small argument for Harden, but I can go either way.
All right, we'll see
Small-
if James
small
Harden
argument.
does in fact make the list. But Kawhi Leonard has made the list.
You can't have two Clippers on there. That's the one thing. You can't do that.
Sure you
Can't
can.
do that.
Sure you
Who
can.
can't?
Are you gonna have
Yeah,
two
buddy.
Clippers on
What's
there?
he talking about?
We'll just-
Because I
we'll
definitely
just
got
say
two
we'll just
Clippers
have
on my
to
list. I don't know what he talking about.
Hey, we will just have to see. James might make the list, but as of right now, we got Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard at number 4.
Drum roll, please.
Pick your head up,
Jamal
man.
Murray,
Hey,
well
the boy
deserved.
finally made the All-Star
Well
team,
deserved.
man. Shout out Jamal
Wow.
Murray, man.
Yeah, this
That
Hey,
was
is
another
lock.
shoe in for me. That was another
Yeah,
shoe in.
Well
Ultra-
deserved. Yep. Sure.
Yup.
No brainer.
This is obvious.
No. Yep.
Absolutely well deserved. Yep.
Swiper, he was right after when I was doing my list, and I put down Ant, I put Murray right behind him. He was right behind him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, I
Me
think
too,
this is probably a big deal for you all and Penn, but he's shooting for all NBA at this point. So All-Star was just a formality, honestly.
Shout out
That's
to
not how that
Kitchener,
works. Al Jefferson made
Ontario,
all NBA
man.
mistakes.
That's
Agree,
good
agree.
stuff. Good stuff, man. Good
Yeah,
stuff for
he's doing
Canada.
great. Shout out-
Good stuff for
well
Canada.
deserved.
Good stuff for Denver. Good stuff for Jamal Murray. Love to see it, man.
And on the
Yeah.
narrative side of things, we no longer have to hear that 15 has never played with an All-Star. So
Hey,
Yeah.
brother,
Can't hear that
shout
no
out to
more,
Jamal
Mars.
having a
Get that
big
out of
game.
here.
yeah. On
That's
the narrative
done.
side of things, at least we get that
Well,
argument wrapped up.
Technically, you play with 2 now.
And
According
then
to-
MPJ, don't forget MPJ.
You know,
Yeah,
technically-
facts. Yeah, that gimmick of he makes his teammates better. We packing that one up too.
All
And
these,
you know what else we packing up, Mars?
all these unplayable all stars, man. All these
Last I heard,
unplayable
I
all-stars.
just literally just heard Swiper
Didn't
say
he play
that
with
he's gonna be
DeAndre
an
Jordan?
all-pro, which means that you can't say he ain't played with a top 15 player neither. Can't say
I-
that. either.
Facts.
I'm big on the train. You do it. You
And he
prove
play,
it.
hey,
You
don't
earn it.
forget, best shooter than Steph Curry. Don't forget that.
Yep.
Best shooter than Steph Curry.
Doing that.
Yeah, he had the best shooting.
Yeah.
He's had the best shooting guard in the NBA this year. I agree.
So the
Well, I
narrative
mean, he's
side of
not
this
had
is
him
going
for
great. Yeah, the
you know
narrative side of
almost
this
half the
is
season
going
now, but you know, technically, shout out to Jamal, man.
Nah,
No,
for real. Definitely shout out to
great. He's
Jamal.
been amazing. Yeah, facts.
Man, see how that's two people that get to play without that other guy in their way and really show how dope they
Right,
are.
I agree. Peyton Watson too. That's 3.
Mm-hmm.
If Peyton
All right,
Watson, matter
well-
of fact, if Peyton Watson started this 2 months ago, we might be having a
No,
different conversation.
okay.
Mars, I don't know what you okaying about. You wanted him in the most improved conversation.
Hey, that's the different from being an all-star. I'm not telling you.
So, like, this Jamal Murray thing makes me just one thing. Obviously, been very aware of Jamal for a pretty long time, given that
Sure.
he kind of grew up around here, right? His dad, awesome dude, right?
Yeah.
All these Canadian basketball players, RJ, Shea, Jamal, they have excellent fathers who are very, very involved in their development. Watching Jamal from a youth stage, meditation and martial arts and these things were very, very big parts. His father really believed in this mental training part. So watching how slow the game is for him late in games, how he's able to dissect defenses, I'm just saying to all the young hoopers out there, it's all up here, bro.
Get your mind right.
Get your mind right.
I thought this was about to be that Mars that tweet from the old dude that said KD didn't have his father in his life.
Yeah, I don't know what he was.
Yeah, I thought it was
I
going there.
thought
So
we
I
were
was
headed
about
that
to-
direction. I was like, we're
about to say we're gonna get canceled.
No, I'm just I feel
No,
a
you're
need to
right,
say
man.
there's a lot of
well-known
absent
story.
fathers in this world. I want to salute the ones who are not absent. You know what I mean? I want to support.
I did
so
not-
salute,
I did
salute
not
the
know-
dudes who are doing a
That's what
good
he was
job.
saying.
Thank you, bro.
Canadians
Thank you
actually
for
take
that.
responsibility for their children. You
I did
Americans.
not know that. KP said,
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
I
KP
definitely was
said
not
he
saying
signed
that.
that contract with the Golden State Warriors. He's like, my father was right
By the
there.
way, there-
I'm like, "Word? I didn't know that. That's dope." Leave it there. Leave it there, Swiper. Just we can leave it right there, y'all.
Who's next? Who's next? Who's next?
Who you got, Ron? Who you got?
All right. Next up, salute to Jamal Murray, and he will not be the only first-time All-Star. My man Chet Holmgren
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
will make
Mm-hmm.
the list this year.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Shout out Chet.
Yep.
I think that's what I deserve.
Oops.
Yep.
Very well deserved.
Oh, you ain't have chat?
Yeah, man, I forgot about Chet.
I don't think he was. I don't think
still
he
made
was
it,
a
though.
shoe.
Fair enough. Sometimes we forget about guys, man. Honestly.
I had him though, but I don't think he's a shoe in.
Mm-hmm.
He still made it though. Shout out to him because I think he
Yeah,
deserves to
had
make it. I think he deserves to make it. 100%.
He was actually the last name on my list. I was doing
Every name that's been said so far I had, but obviously I can only go 6 for 6 because I accidentally put Wemby. So
I got everyone.
I'll amend that. My other pick instead of Wemby would have been Denny Avdia. Just put that out there. So if he makes it, I'm gonna claim 7 for 7. But I
So if
accidentally
Denny doesn't make it, are you the reason that Denny didn't
Yeah,
make
maybe.
it?
You threw the monkey wrench in the whole
Oh.
thing, Mars, right?
Yeah, Mars. Because I for sure
I
got
see-
Denny on my list.
I see
Yeah, maybe,
I see
maybe
what
it was a
Mars did.
strategic omission.
I
Maybe it was
see
a
what
strategic
Mars
omission.
did here. He
Wait.
wanted to vote for Denny, but then he realized that voting for Denny is a statement.
be
So he
fair,
decided
Ron
not
didn't
to
even
vote for
tell me.
Denny,
Ron just
and he
said-
threw
I
away his
said Ron the
vote.
list. I said Ron the list. He's
Plausible
seen Wemby's
deniability,
name.
bro.
I just didn't bother to tell me Wemby was a starter, so he just decided.
Hey man, I seen crazier things. So I'm deciding just to let you guys, you know.
Here's what
I
it is.
put
What
I
you
put
doing?
Denny on my list. I stand with Denny.
So if Denny doesn't make it and he was 1 vote shy,
Is Denny's father in
Amend
his
it
life?
now. Is Denny's father in his life? I don't know. Denny didn't grow up in Kitchener, Ontario. Swiper. I'm sure a quick Google search would let you know that.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have that information on him.
All right, well, next up, we had some first-time All-Stars, and then we got some 20-time All-Stars. Shout out to LeBron
Are you shitting me?
James.
Yes,
you
sir.
guys
Hey,
had
he-
more
Oh,
fun.
Yes,
He made our list, man.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to hear the
LeBron made our
big
list,
gimmick
baby.
for Embiid ever
Yes,
again.
sir.
Oh,
Who voted for LeBron?
I'm 6 for
Who voted
6 here,
for
baby.
LeBron?
Let's go.
Y'all are
Yeah,
despicable.
expose.
So-
Okay, I just want to ask. I just want to ask. You voted for him because it's LeBron, or because
Hold
you think
up.
he's playing out?
Who
No,
else
it's 'cause
voted
it's
for
James.
No,
LeBron?
no.
That's
I
because
think-
it's LeBron.
Because
Who
it's
voted
James.
for
It could
LeBron?
be-
I'm
Just
not-
chill.
I'm not mad at him.
Ma-
I'm not mad at him.
That's just two
I'm not
people.
mad even.
Chill is a meritocracy person when he wants to be. I've
Okay,
noticed
hang
that.
on. You got 2 votes.
It is what it is.
I need to get to the bottom of
Meritocracy.
this. Who the hell's the
I
third
don't like
vote?
that word.
Real talk. Real talk.
I'd like to be.
Real talk.
Real talk
man.
voted for LeBron.
Can't be.
Deeply unserious.
He's a Lakers
Uh,
fan.
Could be his
I
last
think
one.
I mean, I think it's
Chill's
understandable.
a Bron Glazer. Okay.
Obviously,
I had LeBron on my list.
Could be his last.
Mars, don't be.
Ron, you don't read the
Mars,
book.
we're not. Don't do the free spirit
Did you
shit
give-
right now.
did
That
you give
is
Goat
that
James
is
Kingdom a vote?
ridiculous for them
I
to
mean,
have
I
put LeBron on there.
disagree. I mean, I disagree, but
No,
like,
no,
Wait,
I didn't
Mark,
vote-
Mark,
I
is
didn't vote
this
for the
the
I didn't
Dirk
vote for
Nowitzki, Mike
production, by the way.
Conley, 2017?
It wasn't for
No,
production.
no, it's not.
Wait, why not? Why not?
Because Dirk Nowitzki is not what James is today.
But
No,
what about
Dirk
Mike
Nowitzki-
Conley?
Danny
Mike Conley
Mike
never
Conley
did.
also.
Devin
Well,
Booker.
First of
But that
all,
was
Mike
2021,
Conley-
right? That was
Well, when Mike
2021.
Conley
when
made the
they
All-Star team. Mike Conley was actually good. He was
I didn't
No,
vote
but
for
he
LeBron for
averaged
production,
17 a
by the
game
way.
that year. He got that was a it's your
Mike
it's your
Conley?
time. That was a Josh Allen
it's LeBron
MVP.
James.
Yes,
Like, I
it's
don't
James.
know. It's LeBron.
I didn't vote him
This
for
is
production.
this
LeBron's
my
on the list.
this is my only thing, y'all. This my only
absolutely
thing. So
disgusting.
not even on our list, but just in real life, in the real life list though. If LeBron James makes this All-Star game just because he's LeBron James and James Harden is not on this All-Star game and the game is in Inglewood, he need to burn that motherfucker down. This is crazy. I mean, just flip some shit over, James. Just knock some tables over.
Yeah, I don't. It's LeBron James.
Why, but?
It is what it is. Well,
Just crash the
who's really
party.
other than like the LeBron haters? Who's gonna complain if LeBron's in the All-Star game?
Okay, but that
Could
mean
be his last one.
that means
Well,
wait,
I'm
let
not
me
a
see the list
LeBron
again,
hater. and I'm
real
gonna
quick.
complain.
Did you realize
Bron.
how
No,
undeserving he is?
whatever LeBron's last year is
Who
gonna be his last one.
cares?
I
What is
care.
this? What type of message did this send to
Ron.
the kids?
This isn't gonna be LeBron's last.
Ron.
What about the
All-Star game
kids,
is a
Mars?
meritocracy. No,
Can I
it's
see the list,
LeBron.
please?
This isn't gonna be his last
Damn, it's
All-Star game.
LeBron.
Well, then Steph needs to. Is Steph in it?
Yeah, for sure.
Steph started.
Steph's gonna be in it too.
He's starting. That's right. All right, he's starting. He's starting. That's right.
It's
That's right. He's
Steph,
starting. He's
he's gonna
starting.
be there.
I'm
I want to
just
be
saying,
clear.
I'm
No,
just saying.
hang on. I want to tell you who you picked LeBron over because I'm assuming I don't know the last name.
That's what kids
you
are just
picked him
hold
over.
on,
One,
we
you
can
picked him
find the
over
last
4
name.
of these players.
Ron's gonna get there.
Any
Ron's gonna get there.
idea-
with that.
Yeah,
Alfred
Ron
Schengen,
is trying to do a he's trying to do a
James
segment.
Harden, Julius Randle, De'Aaron Fox. You pick LeBron James.
Devin
over
Booker.
4 of those names. Devin Booker. That's 5.
Well-
What the?
LeBron's gonna make it, man. LeBron was 8th in the player vote. He was 8th in the fan vote. He was 9th in the media vote. Bron gonna make it.
Yep.
It's Bron. Like, I don't know what we're doing. We complaining about it's Bron.
It
Like,
does appear though, based on my calculations here, that there is for sure a player missing that is going to be left out of here though. But we'll get to that in a second.
Well, go ahead and just say it. Y'all hate the kids, bro. Just say it. Y'all hate the kids. What about the kids? What type of message are y'all sending to the kids?
Oh, I thought you said we hate the Kings. I was like, what star you guys gonna get?
Well,
My
no.
bad.
Relax,
My
relax,
bad.
relax,
What
relax,
the
relax.
hell?
All right, so y'all. Well, I mean, I'll put DeMar DeRozan in over Brian, but I'm not.
Stop
Okay.
that.
You just-
Stop
I-
that.
no. Wait. Chill. Because I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not talking about the Kings. I'm talking about the kids. What about the message you guys are sending to the kids right now?
What message?
The message we're sending
The kids
is if
voted
you
for you.
are arguably the greatest player ever. Yeah, we're gonna give you some grace when it
Y'all
comes to
don't,
the
man.
All-Star
Just
game.
say,
That's
just
what
say,
I'm
Hey, kids.
Listen,
Kids, do it
Kids voted
23
for you.
years and you'll be
yeah, I'm gonna
grandfathered
be on
in.
it. Hey,
Just say that
when
y'all
you
hate
make-
the
when you
kids
make
and y'all are not.
216 All NBA teams. Yeah, we might sneak you an All-Star selection. That's a bit.
And Damian,
Y'all have no.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
y'all
Why
have
does
no
everybody
interest.
watch
Y'all have no
50,000 points.
interest in.
Yeah, we'll give you an All-Star game.
No,
Well,
y'all have no
the kids wanna
interest in
see LeBron.
character building. No, Ron,
giving you
y'all have
credit
no
against
y'all have
What
no
does that mean,
interest in
Doc?
character building. Y'all
What does
hate
that
the
mean, Doc?
kids.
What does that mean?
Hey, kids, if you
Y'all
score
not y'all don't
50,000
y'all don't got
points,
no interest in
you
character.
might get an
building.
All-Star selection you don't really deserve.
Y'all
Why
gonna
we
y'all
talking
y'all
about
want
that?
the,
That's
y'all
the
want the
message.
kids
That's
to
the
think the clout pays.
Why are we talking about
I mean,
James like he
kinda.
averaging like 9 or
Did
like
Dwayne Wade
11? He's
deserve to be in
22
his
and
line?
6.
Yeah, LeBron's
Dwayne
been.
Wade
LeBron
deserves
has
to be
some
in his
like,
line.
Good.
everyone
He's
who
really
had him on my
good.
list, LeBron, everyone who's been on my list has played better than Bron. But I also don't care that Bron gonna make it. Like, it's Bron. Like, what we doing? When
Hey,
MJ
fellas.
made it in like
Let's go.
03,
Did
it's
Kobe
like,
deserve to
cool,
be
it's
a-
MJ. When Kobe made it in
All-Star in his last
2016,
season?
cool.
But he
It's
got
Ron, I
voted
got
by
to
the
go do
fans.
another
That's
show at
different.
2:30, so we want to finish
As
this
you were
list
saying,
up. I'm
as you were
sorry.
saying,
All right,
Ron.
yeah, I got you, Swiper.
Everyone
Hey, fellas, I
voted for
do just
Kobe,
want to say
by the
this.
way.
Yep.
For All-Star Weekend, we got invited to a very, very important event. And we got invited to another party because somebody name dropped us. Hey, Ox, clout pays. But if it doesn't, brother, stay in your hotel room and you don't got to come. All right?
I ain't
If you
gonna
don't think
even
we
if I
deserve to be
don't
there.
even if I don't go, you know damn well I ain't gonna be in my hotel room. So shit, If I'm on the list, I'm going. If I'm not on the list, nigga,
No
fuck it.
one
Yeah.
that's going to be at All-Star Weekend will be in their hotel room.
That
You
includes
should,
you, Mars.
you know
Yeah.
for a fact. I ain't no cloud
I'm a-
demon.
I might have to type up
unless I'm
Yeah.
obligated to be somewhere,
You are
I'm
obligated to be
in
there.
You
my
are
hotel.
obligated.
Yes, sir.
You are
Yeah.
100%
Yes, you are.
obligated to do mingling and interacting
Yes,
with
you
other
are,
people
Mars.
for the sake of
100%.
peace.
The last time
You
I
have-
was obligated to do mingling and interact, I sat in a corner.
Well, that's your fault. You are no longer going to be the Steve Novak.
And I had
I
a
got you,
great
Mars. We sit in
time.
the corner
No, you
I had
together,
a
bro.
great time.
You are
Discount double
legally,
check.
you are legally required to shake
I
hands
had an
and kiss
amazing
babies.
time sitting in my corner, man. I had an amazing
I'll sit with
Hold
Mars
up,
in the
right,
corner.
right, quick,
That's
fellas.
No,
fine.
Damien, you also will
Damien,
do
Damien,
shit.
for the
Damien,
future.
you about to leave?
Oh no, I'm with y'all, but I'm gonna make some time for Mars. Don't worry about that.
Asking
Okay.
for the future. How do I get invited in the next All-Star game?
You have to get motion. There's
Yeah, you gotta get motion.
there's an
Motion is
application
something that's in the
process.
motion.
You have to run. You have to complete a circuit in front of Ron,
Yeah.
a physical circuit, and there's a course of
Yeah.
agility.
Wait, what was that second
strength,
one?
I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down.
Hey, it's the cone drill, Ox, that you got to do. You know, free throw
writing it
line to
down.
free throw line, back down. You got to
And
do.
suicides, yeah.
Swipe,
Well,
you know
is it
physical
full
fitness is not a part of
gassers?
this,
Full
right?
gassers? So
You know
it's just free
physical
throw,
fitness is not
half
a part
court,
of this, right?
free
Be
throw,
for real.
full court, and you got to beat a
Mhm.
certain time, and then you got to be able to hit 10 left-handed layups in a row.
Wait, what was the
Ambidextrous.
second one? What was the second one, Swiper?
What did I say? That was just suicide, I guess. It's free
The
throw,
application.
half
So I gotta
court.
fill out an
Light
app.
work.
I gotta fill out
You
an
got
app.
Light work.
you got to complete a circuit,
Easy.
and then you got to
A
donate, and then you got to donate a certain. This is actually, I'm not trolling at all.
Okay.
This is written in the background, by the way, and this is why me and Real Talk complain about this so much. You have to donate a portion of your income that you
Mhm.
make on NBA to Ron the Notorious PayPal. And it's a 3% interest charge that you have to give to Ron in order to actually be invited to all these events. So trust me, we have
Got it.
paid for this many times over.
Sound like some bullshit,
Hey.
Ron.
Hey,
I'll
but,
just show up. I'll just
hey,
show up.
Akil.
Even when Bell came and met us in Brooklyn to eat, he had to pay for Ron's food.
I didn't have to do any.
Akil, I
I
appreciate
don't have to
that.
do any of
Hey,
this.
what was
I
the name of
got
that
to
Brooklyn
invite
spot
anybody.
again? Hey, Bill, what was the name of that spot?
I don't know. We went 3 days in a row. Yeah,
I
we-
would never
you got some
forget that
spots lined
spot.
up, bro?
Hey, Bill, what's the name of the spot? Spots to eat?
Y'all got some spots lined up or what?
You had to pay for Ron.
Like to go to or to?
It
like, in
depends.
terms
Are
of
you
what?
talking about like late night? You talking about just to eat?
Damien,
Just
are
like
you a
every
night
day?
owl?
No.
Cause I'll be
Well,
at I'll be at
it's middle of the
Javier's.
night
I
right
mean,
now.
ask him what time you doing the show right now.
It's called Simpsons.
The show
Yeah.
starts
We went to
at
that
3
place
a.m.
3 days in a row. I got the
Ron,
same
can we get
meal
the
3
last
days
two
in a row.
All Stars, please?
Wait,
Wait,
Damien, where you from?
Mars. But see, this time
Damien, where you from?
come with me to get the burrito.
Australia,
We're going to
yes.
Javier's. I
Melbourne.
got you.
The land of the kangaroos, brother. Where there are
Melbourne,
more
Australia.
kangaroos
Oh,
than people.
damn.
Last two All Stars,
Damn,
Ron.
now
Let's
bring it back
focus,
to
brother. Come on,
hotels.
come on, Ron.
All right,
I
fellas.
can't wait for some Louis burger.
Damn, who kicked Penn out? Well, all right. The last All-Star, before we get to it, we have Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Jamal McFlurry, Chet Holmgren, and LeBron James.
So James
Those
Harden's
are our
not gonna
Western
make it,
Conference.
okay.
Well, you never know because we got one more. But before we do it, before I give you guys the seventh one, just like how we did in the East, I'm going to give you guys the honorable mention to receive votes, but didn't quite make it. The first name is Julius Randle.
Oh,
Sorry, Julius.
oh,
You didn't
I would have
get
been
it.
7 for 7.
You're not.
Well, if you ain't vote for it, maybe you shouldn't have
I
just.
think you're the
used
only
it.
one that did.
Julius had no chance. No chance.
Damn, Jules.
Yeah.
I'm
Best
assuming
player
you
in
might
his
have been
team.
the only vote for
Hey,
Julius.
Mars, the third best player in his team did not make the All-Star game.
I would have
Yeah,
been
you might have been Julius' only vote. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn. Okay, Ron. No Randall.
So Julius Randle's the first name. Rudy Gobert, his teammate, is the second player that didn't make it out west, but received votes. Lauri Markkanen is the next player that received votes, but you're not going to get in.
I considered him. Maybe I
too,
could have
yeah.
put him on instead of Wemby. Ugh.
Devin Booker is the next name.
It's tough.
What?
He didn't make it.
No Devin
I think
Booker.
I went 7 for 7.
So a team that's currently top 6 seed is not getting an All-Star.
Devin Booker's. This is what I mean. Like, in the East, Devin
LeBron
Booker's making an
James.
All-Star team. It's
LeBron
tough. Like it's a different conference.
Chill.
Devin Booker's
Did you
playing
vote for
at
Devin
All-Star.
Booker? And if I hear you say you didn't, when he has a higher seeding than
did not.
Julius Randle and he's the
not.
best player in his
I did
team,
not.
but
No, I
chill,
did not.
you
I did not.
are notorious.
Quiet.
Best
The
player,
All-Star
best
game is
team.
about the fans.
Best player,
That's what it's
best team, and you're leaving
Fans.
Devin
It's
Booker
not
out.
about
So, hey,
production
Mars,
and-
if you were
and all
a fan and you never seen,
Hey,
the
you
game
think the
of
fans
basketball,
want to see Julius Randle more than Devin Booker?
Devin
I'm a
Booker.
fan. I would like to see the fans.
Oh, okay, so it's
for
what he
Devin
wanted
Booker?
to see. There you go.
Thank you
It's
very
what he
much.
wanted to see. He
Hello.
wanted to see Julius
Yes,
Randle. Fair
sir.
enough. Fair enough.
All right, well, the next name that received votes but didn't make it other than Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert, Lauri Markkanen, and Devin Booker is James Harden, guys.
There you go. James Harden on the list.
Yeah,
I went 7 for 7, man.
I had James.
Wait, James made the list over D
No,
Book.
he didn't. So
No.
Denny made it.
Wait.
Denny made it.
No,
So,
what?
yes.
Honorable
Yeah, I mean,
mentions,
Denny
man.
had to make it. I mean, I just
Oh,
What about
yeah,
Şengün?
Şengün
Şengün
did not
didn't
make
know.
Oh, no.
Şengün
Yeah,
didn't make
okay.
it.
Well, surprise, surprise.
So it is
Chill,
Denny.
Chill,
I went
yeah,
7
you
for
have lost
7.
you have lost points for me.
Yeah,
today.
I'm not gonna lie. LeBron being there has just taken a spot from James Harden, but that's fine. It is what it is. Shout out to Bron.
I went 6 for 7 and 7 for 7. I'm all right with that.
Devin Booker,
Denny was
man.
my Wemby vote, so Denny made it, so it wasn't consequential. But I would have had Denny. Well, maybe I would have had Larry Markkanen. Yeah, one of those two. But yeah, maybe Denny. So overall, yeah, it makes sense.
Shout out my man Denny.
James Harden not making it is crazy.
What a year for Denny, man.
In LA, by the way.
That's what
But
I'm
they got
saying.
collapsed,
They're
so,
doing
you
it
know,
at his house.
They get one of them.
That's like
They get
Penn. That's like us coming to throw a party at your house and say, Penn, you can't come.
Where's
LeBron's
Devin
in LA,
Booker
by the
from?
way, as well.
Mars, where's he from?
Who?
Booker,
Devin Booker. I think he's
Isn't he
from that.
like Minnesota or something.
Well,
Minnesota.
His
No.
father went to. His father went to. His
Devin
father went to
Booker
Missouri.
is
Father went to
born in
Missouri.
Michigan.
Penn,
That's
is that where his
Michigan.
dad went to
He
school?
He born in
Michigan.
Michigan. Yeah,
He went to
Michigan,
Michigan,
yeah,
Michigan.
I know,
Minnesota,
yeah.
same shit. I know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's from
same
Grand
shit.
Rapids. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm talking
D
about
Book
they're
missing
doing-
out is tough, not because I think he should have made it, but because it shows how stacked the West is.
You got
So I think D Book's been
James is
good
probably
this
going to
year.
make it, though.
Will Scottie Barnes make the
Right.
All-Star in the
How's
West?
James gonna make it?
Yeah.
Oh, because of what?
Jokic.
LA.
I assume Jokic isn't going to play, so he'll get the
Jokic won't be
next
back
name-
by the middle of February.
Jokic is probably going to be back maybe this weekend or Monday or Tuesday.
Is he?
Yeah, I
maybe
mean,
not.
I don't.
Giannis
Oh
is
no,
not
Devin
gonna be
Devin
out.
Booker.
Giannis
Devin
is
Booker's
gonna
out. Oh no, Devin Booker's not.
Book,
Yes. Damn.
Booker's out.
Would Jimmy Butler have made it if he was healthy?
Jimmy was gonna be on my list, but he
No.
tore his ACL.
Mm.
Jimmy was gonna be on my list. He was gonna made it. I don't think he would have got enough votes from the rest of the people, but he would have been on mine.
Why would he
The
make
worst
it?
is the worst player on the West
Because I
All-Star
think
team
Jimmy
LeBron
Butler's
this year.
amazing.
Yep.
That says a lot about the West, though.
James would be
Wales
Did you ask
starting.
if the
Starting
worst
LeBron
All-Star is
and Denny.
LeBron? Is that what you asked?
If he was in the East, he'd be starting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. They got to change the
Yeah,
format.
he's
to, like,
LeBron.
24 best.
That doesn't mean he deserves to be starting.
They got to change the format, man, to 24 the best players in the NBA. It's to a point.
I'm so sick of you Western Conference dudes. Y'all dudes make me. I want to put my fist through this damn screen. I'm sick of you. Western
You're
Why?
definitive.
To be honest, if
Chill.
one, I'm gonna be
You're
honest, if one
definitively
conference
that
is seeing
J-
Devin Booker and James Harden miss it, and the other conference is seeing Jalen Duren as like the 7th All-Star,
Imagine that.
like come on, like,
Dude
let's
on
be serious.
the leading, the second
Oh
leading
no, no, no,
scorer,
no,
the
no!
leading
You don't get
rebounder.
you don't get
Yeah,
the point to
well,
winning.
let's
You don't get the
be
point to
serious.
winning. You let Devin Booker off for a dude in the plan. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
It's about
Stop!
my fans. It's about the fans.
Same
That's
people.
what it's
talk
Now
all
what are you
about.
talking about? Jalen
Right,
Duren leading rebound on the number 1 seed. Then you
Yes.
move the goalpost, but it's fine. Like,
Wait a minute.
whatever the
If
East
I'm not
is.
mistaken,
Y'all left Norman
Minnesota is
Powell
better than
off.
Phoenix.
Y'all
No,
left
they're
Norman
not.
Powell off for Michael Porter Jr. You're telling me about winning? Okay.
By one game, yeah. They are by one game.
The real
What are you
thing that
talking
you're not
about?
mistaken, the Suns are
They've
half
been
a
in the
game back
play-in
from
for the
the
last
Lakers.
3 weeks.
But they've
The,
No, they
the
haven't.
Suns are
played
the
one
Suns
Two
are
weeks
half
ago,
a
they
game
were
back
four-
from the
2
Lakers,
weeks ago, they were
and
the
you
fourth
have the
seed.
Lakers
So,
having 2
before they went on this 5-game
the Suns
losing
have
streak,
none.
that's a lie, Swiper.
The Suns have been sitting at 6 for the last 2 weeks.
Again, before this 5
And you voted Julius Randle, who's the third best player on the team. Now you pipe down. You pipe down. You put Julius Randle in the game over Devin Booker. Do you have eyes? Did you take your medicine? Do you have your real glasses on? Are you just reading glasses? Which one are they? Did you go to your eye appointment?
I 100%
Julius Randle or Devin Booker? So wait a minute, chill. So you telling me you can be a third option on a play-in team over the number 1 option on a real good team in the playoff? He doesn't have another All-Star on his team. Just imagine what Devin Booker will look like with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert. He's playing next to Mark Williams and Dylan Brooks. He's playing next to He's playing with in a new system too. Talking all this crazy stuff. Julius Randle's the third best player on this roster, and you voted over Devin Booker because you don't know ball. Just admit it. Just say it. I don't say it with me. 750. I don't know ball.
As you were saying, Ron.
All right, it is about that time for us to do super chats. Let's go ahead and make this happen. Before we do that, I do want to shout out our Hall of Famers first because you guys, well, without you guys, none of this would be possible.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my man Kingster. Salute to you. He is a Hall of Famer. Rob Deere, Teddy Hart, Spider Gang, DNEMLV, Drago FC, Small Boxes, Bulletproof, Cheese, Worldwide Maze Television, and Multi-Kenny. You guys already know the drill. Tomorrow is Hall of Fame Friday. If you guys want to come up here and rumble with Mars, if you guys want to come up here and yap with Swiper, if you guys want to come up here and talk history with Chill, or if you guys want to come up here and get cooked by me, you have the floor. Come see us. All right. The first
small
super
price
chat is
of
from
$9.99. Go ahead.
a little more than that, but you get the gist. Kareem Miles said, if y'all could pick one of these bigs to play on a contender in today's NBA, who would you pick? Zebo, Al Jefferson,
Paul Millsap.
Paul Millsap, or David Lee?
Paul Millsap.
Also, in from Knicks or inform the Knicks are the best team in the East. Go New York, go.
Maybe I'd like to inform you that the Knicks are the best team in the East, perhaps. Yeah, Paul Millsap has the best game for today.
I would also take Millsap.
David Lee was nice though.
Paul Millsap was the engine that was the Kickstarter for the Nuggets run. So Paul Millsap.
What year did he retire from Denver?
Give me Zebo.
Well, did he leave? He left Denver
Or left.
He left in 21, maybe 21.
Yeah, he was cooking.
He's in the big.
He was
He's
the best free agent signing that the Nuggets had ever, I think, for the most part. He got $90
Denver
million.
in 21, retired in Philly the next year.
I think it was Utah, Atlanta.
He was doing good in the bubble.
He was in Utah. Then he came. I think he was in Utah, and then he came over in 17, I believe.
He just walked out the front door.
Yeah,
he was in Atlanta, bro. He was in
Was it Atlanta?
He was always in Atlanta. That's right. Utah, then Atlanta. That's right.
Yeah.
The best. What's the best Paul
that
Millsap clip of all time? It's not even a Paul Millsap clip. It's Carmelo dunking on him. Start the season.
Stealing the inbound pass. Yeah,
that was crazy. Joe, just imagine what I was like at that age, watching Carmelo Anthony go out there and have that kind of a season.
And you really didn't understand.
Used to be a demon,
and you really didn't understand it at that age neither. And just like you don't understand it now because you don't know ball.
Cook. At least I got Devin Booker on the All-Star team and not a third option over him. That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
You know what? You know what's funny, Chill? When Julius Randle leaves and it's just Rudy and Ant, they're all of a sudden they're an elite team again. You ever notice that? That's crazy.
I did notice that.
That's crazy.
I did.
Dub Ball Out Highlights has a message for Swiper. Dub Ball Out said, Swiper, I'm so serious when I say this. ... You got to get that Tatum hate out of your heart. You've been pretty nasty on Twitter. And has anyone seen JKK episode 4, season 3? Pete.
No,
is that because he said Jason Tatum shouldn't have been playing in the Olympics?
I don't know what. I said whose minutes should he have taken in the last 2 games? Because that's what they're contending. He should have played all 6 of the games, even though he played the 6 most minutes on the team. I'm asking who should he replace, and then I said the reason why he didn't play versus Serbia because they went 3 centers because they had Jokic, and then they played versus France who had Wemby and Rudy, and they went 3 centers again. So I'm saying who is he taking? And it's like, it's Booker, blah blah blah. And real talk, you talking about Frank beyond you be on my tap on Twitter, bro. You like follow me around like Mars used to. Mars even let off at this point. Let it breathe, real talk.
Mars used
let
to
it
lay in
breathe.
the weeds came to you on
And the weed, and I started beating Mars, and eventually Mars chilled out because he realized, like, I'm gonna start baiting you after a while. Real talk, get off, hop off, let it breathe. But I am saying though that I think, Jill, I am asking you directly because we got a great argument about this in Indianapolis. Who do you think the last 2 games of the run, Jason Tatum should have taken minutes from?
Well, not Drew Holiday, because Drew Holiday definitely should have played.
Derek White?
Yes.
No one.
Either Derek.
No one. They won.
But Derek played like 2 seconds though. Like
he should have been playing. I will die on that hill. No reason why he shouldn't have been playing. He should have been playing.
Rest in peace.
2 seconds better than 0.
He couldn't make a jumper. He couldn't make a jumper, man.
But if I say that, then Jill said he didn't have enough time to get confident. He said his confidence was in the tank because he didn't get enough minutes, even though players were playing less minutes and shooting better than he was. There was 2 people shooting sub 40% in that run, and Tatum was shooting the worst. So he shot 37% from the field over the course of that run.
I don't even think he was playing 10 minutes, barely.
He was playing 17 minutes a game, I believe. He was 6 in minutes.
Jason Tatum played in the gold medal game.
And they did win, Damian, to your point. So it doesn't matter. They won. So
I got to run, yo.
He just didn't play against Serbia.
Thank you for bringing knowledge. And maybe make sure you listen to Damian next time.
Pipe down, goofball.
All right, the next super chat is from Bright, spelled BRYGHTTT. Shout out, Bright. Bright said the Nuggets are balling, but success without Joker might be slightly overstated. They are 9-7 since Joker went out. That's a 46-game winning pace. They were at a 58-game winning pace with Joker plus missing AG. Can't wait to see them both healthy. 60-game.
They're 9-6
plus wins.
How is that overstated though? I mean, 46 wins.
They're playing well without Jokic. So.
Still
no. It's actually without Gordon, Brown, Johnson, and Jokic.
They're playing well, decimated injuries. That's the point. Not that they're better without Jokic.
Because we all know that they're not.
They're maintaining. You don't want them to go like 5-10, 5-11.
No,
they're holding their own.
Especially
that's all you're asking for.
Context Kid sent through a super chat and said Giannis is coming to the Bay. We are about to witness God-level screens. Steph ring 5 loading.
So that'll be Steph's third ring where he's the second best player on his team.
Hey, whoa. If you include the Western Conference Final versus Dallas, some say the fourth time he's been the second best player on his team.
Based on the finals MVPs, it will be the fourth time for sure. Have to listen to Steph fans say that. Yeah, actually, Steph better than Giannis. That gravity is really giving Giannis dunks. That'd be cool.
Ron, are you going to be a Warriors fan when Giannis goes to the Warriors?
Giannis is not.
Like, is that he's your favorite player in the league, isn't he, Ron?
Giannis is not going to the Warriors.
If you're a Bucks fan,
I don't think
you go where he goes.
If you're a Bucks organization, do you trade him to wherever he wants to go?
No.
Or you go to best package? Because I think I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet. He said he wanted to go to Minnesota and Philadelphia. That's like 2 options.
Oh, then I trade him where he wants to go. What do you mean? Hey, Philly. Come on, Paul George.
Chill. Would you be
upset
upset Julius Randle and J Mac get traded out for Giannis? Would your fandom then go to Milwaukee? You're considering
no, it wouldn't.
So would you stay? Would you be a?
No, we got to send Giannis where he wants to go, man, and we also got to keep him in the East. We can't make the West more stacked. So let's just send him where he wants to go in the East.
He's coming to the West, brother.
If that's Philly, I guess we're just gonna have Giannis and Embiid.
Hey, I got Peyton Watson, Aaron Gordon, and Cam Johnson for you.
There's a journalist, Jake Fisher.
Sure, why do you want him?
Why would I want? Why do I not want?
The guys that you got on your crew right now, the team that you have right now, and by the time you get healthy, you are a championship.
Why can't I have a super team? I also want a super team. Who doesn't want a super team? Who wants? I have $900 million. I would like $1 billion. It would be nice to have $1 billion.
When Shea beats the Giannis and Jokic team,
the narratives would be insane, right?
No, they won't be. As you were saying, Ron.
I would love one of those titles, Ron, where they're like, man, Jokic got carried. Giannis was averaging 35, 15, and 12. Great.
Oh, that's coming.
The Steph championships, yeah. Steph championships.
No, you know what the funniest outcome is? Is they all, Murray, Jokic, and Giannis all playing the finals together, and Jamal Murray won finals MVP. Just imagine.
That would be
my elation.
Also,
and then Ron would be like, he's still Lester. He's still Lester.
They call me a hater again.
You will do that, Ron. Don't fight that you'll do that too, Ron, because you 100% would do that.
I gave him his love today. I didn't bring up I only called one person a Lester today.
The reason why you did that because we was doing the all-star roster. That doesn't mean you love him, Ron. He's been playing like an all-star, so he should be on the all-star team. That's forced right there. So
that's not how that works because LeBron made it. So shit.
All right, well, the next super chat is from OG Team. OG Team said, hey, Penn, Barnes did a good job. He did an effective job guarding a player who was dealing with an illness. Last-minute decision to play off a back-to-back.
Cool.
All right.
The next super chat is from KQB64. KQB said, would you guys consider doing a fantasy league? Chill, Ox, Mars, Ron, Swiper, Damian, Penn, Real Talk, Jordan. I think it will be very competitive between y'all. Akil, you as well.
I just never have played fantasy football anytime. I'm just not into that stuff.
No, he's talking about. I think he's talking about basketball, brother. No,
yeah,
same thing.
That's way too much.
Hate
basketball is way different than football.
Yeah.
I hate fantasy sports. I think they.
I'm just not.
the game.
I'm just not interested in it, Penn. I'm just not.
Well, fantasy sports helps football a lot, I will say, but on the other basketball,
but on the basketball side, I just feel like
fantasy football is fun.
It ruins the way people look at the game. It allows people to overfocus on the PRA stuff. It makes people miss the nuance of the game.
Which, to be fair, Scottie Barnes is
Scottie Barnes is like
real life.
Yes, I know that. Like I've seen multiple posts being like, "Man, Scottie Barnes is like the third best fantasy player in the world," and I'm like, I don't care. Cool.
Unlimited Z Hoop Talks said Aiden is softer than baby's blanket. There's a lot of games I forget he's even out there offensively and defensively.
Damn.
I really don't have anything to say about this. I wish I could give you some.
2.5 years ago.
They gotta get rid of him.
I really wish I had something legit to say about it, but I don't.
He's still better than Yabusele though. So. Make sure
you know, like it's really amazing. I mentioned earlier. I didn't think he was a top 25 center, right? I wanted to make a point, and the point was that he's ass.
Yeah, but
the point was made. But see, Mars, it's so interesting. You pointed out that I don't get context and I don't get jokes and I don't get
but now
do you not get it?
Fun of
like,
the
like do you not get it? Like no, I get it. But do you not get it? That's the whole point. You got
Mars getting fried with the logic yet again. Wow.
You say Yabusele.
I'm gonna give him a little bit better.
You victory lap Yabusele all you want, Mars.
Absolutely, I shall. Yeah.
I'm gonna give Aiden the Lakers tax, where it's like I don't think he's ass. He's bad. He's not ass though. But because he's on Lakers, it gets amplified. So it's like if he goes to a different team,
he was trash in Portland.
So, yeah,
you know,
he was trash. He was trash everywhere.
But was he ass though?
Yes,
there's different people. I don't think he was that bad. Like statistically,
no, he was. He might have actually been worse in Portland than he is in LA, to be honest.
Oh yeah, he got benched. He got straight benched.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he might be worse in Portland than he was in LA. But yeah, he's.
You know who's having a better season than DeAndre Ayton this year? Marvin Bagley. That is not a joke. I'm not kidding.
Marvin Bagley was someone I said that teams should be looking at Marvin
having
Bagley
a decent season.
Hey, Penn, you're not gonna like me. I have him on my fantasy basketball.
Rigatoni or spaghetti rigatoni.
He's a good fantasy team. He's a good fantasy basketball.
He's actually been okay. Like Marvin Bagley has been okay
Marvin
this
Bagley's been good. Marvin Bagley's been good for
on a terrible team. Yeah, he's
been good.
He
on
makes
the
them better.
Glass. He finishes around the rim. He
rim protection. Rim protection.
Marvin Bagley been doing his thing, man. Shout out to Demon Marvin Bagley.
Efficient. Yep.
Justifying.
Spaghetti's the goat pasta. I mean, yeah. If you're like eating basic pasta, rigatoni and penne, like any day of the week. Like if I'm actually looking for quality, butterfly pastas.
I don't call pastas by their names. I just
what do you call them?
Like whatever shape they look like.
Oh yeah. What do you mean like rigatoni? Do you say that, or are you saying like square?
Is that the tube one? Which one's rigatoni?
Yeah, rigatoni is like the thicker, smaller tube ones, and then you have penne is the longer one.
Yeah, so rigatoni. I'm looking at rigatoni. Yeah, that would just be called a tube.
Penne. I'm a penne pasta guy. Wheat penne.
It's penne. Penne pasta.
Penne pasta.
There you go. Penne pasta. Penne pasta. This I don't know. Like I just heard you say penne.
What kind of pasta you
Look,
like, Ron?
man, y'all tripping, man. The pasta is not important. That all tastes the same. It's about what comes. It's about the sauce. It's about what protein. You know what I'm saying? It's about what are you eating the pasta.
No, but it's about the texture. That's why lettuce gets glazed because it's texture. So
yeah, I'm saying though, man. Pasta. Hey, look, you can't go wrong with pasta.
Where my Italians at? Vodka sauce is like peak sauce, by the way. Vodka.
Any
Italian. You don't want the sauce. You just want the vodka,
man.
I've never drank before, so I wouldn't know what the vodka tastes like.
It's not a discernible amount of vodka.
I seen you drinking in San Francisco.
You're right, ginger beer.
Running around with a brown paper bag, and then I walked up and you tried to hide it. I seen it.
Facts.
Not
and then 20
slick.
minutes later, I seen Swiper doing that.
Yo,
that
chill.
lean,
When we went out, Ron was drinking a plastic cup. I don't know how he got it. I think he talked to one of the people on the street. He had a full cup, Chad. I'm not kidding you. Full cup of Everclear that he was sipping from by himself, like walking through the street, bro. Like, Ron, you have a problem.
I wasn't hiding it from nobody. I was drinking it confidently. You, on the other hand, I don't know what was in that brown bag.
Christmas tree.
Later, fellas. All right, y'all do is them all.
All right. Learn ball.
We're going to get him drunk All-Star weekend, too. But anyways, Seneg561 said the Lakers desperately need Austin Reeves, especially since Bron's HC scoring, half court scoring has
Half
taken a nosedive as of late. His offensive aggression has fallen off a cliff since that back-to-back.
I mean, he's old.
I mean, anytime you're missing
Here-
a
here's
28 points per game scorer, because he's gonna be missed.
Yeah,
That's not any team.
here's a fun fact: the Lakers have been better on offense and defense without LeBron this year.
I know it's
It
true.
was the same thing last year, but it's just it's not
Yeah.
going to go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere.
He's LeBron James, but LeBron in the half court, yeah, it's been mid. The isolation stuff has fallen off. The post up stuff, like it is what it is, man. LeBron's not creating advantages at the same rate he used to. But you give LeBron a runway, you give LeBron open space, yeah, he's still gonna be good, and he's still an all-star. Who cares?
Why are you sharing that? Colorism. Why would you share that? You started this narrative. Like me and Ox are the same color. Like we're sitting right next to each other right now. I will say this though, Mars in a series though, there's not many players I'm taking over LeBron, bro. I'm sorry, I'm still not doing it.
I've seen that tweet, yeah.
I mean, be honest with you. In a regulated series, when it slows down, and you at least need some. I want LeBron still, bro. I don't know, like that's not going to change.
I'll give you some names.
People gonna want
Booker.
LeBron.
You taking LeBron over Devin Booker?
I'll give you a couple names.
Who? Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Okay, Rudy Gobert.
23 book. Ooh.
Well, 27 and 20. Rudy Gobert. No.
Well, that was in the
like
playoffs.
current Rudy
That's what-
Gobert,
that's
who
what
is
he-
elevating the defense and is, for some people, the defensive player of the year. You take LeBron over that guy?
That's tough. Depending on my personnel, but I'll take LeBron. Personnel, damn.
You take LeBron?
I'm definitely taking LeBron.
Okay, cool.
Would you like him or would you like Brandon Ingram? Playoff time.
LeBron's definitely better. Like I'm not stupid. Like I know LeBron's a better player. Yes, I'm not irrational about.
No, I'm saying like that's a
Ingram's but Ingram's having a better season. Like there's a gap here. Like there has to be like
How was Bron better than Brandon Ingram? Now
LeBron James
in 2026.
He's a way better
Yeah, give me
passer as a
Bron.
court. He's incredibly
brothers.
better
all across the world.
better passer.
He's LeBron.
But you just said I know he's better today.
Yeah, LeBron
Brandon
is better
Ingram.
than him.
Well, that
LeBron's
was-
better
that
than a
was-
lot of people. He's not having a better season than them though. Like you know what I mean?
And
Like
he never will again. This shit is over.
Okay.
Whoa.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Like when y'all say that, when y'all say, oh, he's better today, he's better now, you're saying that because you believe that this better player will eventually get back to form and be better.
No, I realize that there's things.
All that shit is over with. That shit is done. Okay. LeBron James is still great for his age. Mind you, LeBron is still an amazing basketball player. He's still great for his age. But he's not going to bounce back and be better again. That's not coming. Okay. Brandon Ingram, these other dudes that are in between the ages of 25 and 31 and 32, they're better than Bron now. And that's okay. It's all right.
I just think LeBron's in a bad situation, and if you put a roster around him that's a little bit more suited to his needs, he'd be better.
And when is that going to happen? Is that going to happen?
Never
next
again.
season?
It's never going to happen, Ox. But like you comparing two players.
Yes, it is. Bron gonna be in Cleveland next year.
You living
Then
in
y'all
this
gonna
fantasy
see.
world again. I keep trying to tell you. I keep trying to pull you out of that fantasy land. I want you to live here in reality with us.
Well, here in
With
reality,
us.
James
Wake
Harden
up.
has had a
Snap
better
out of it.
season and is a better player than LeBron James. That is in reality
Absolutely.
right now.
Absolutely. He's better than
However,
LeBron James today.
Brandon Ingram is not better than LeBron James, and I watch a lot. I watch every game of Brandon Ingram. I'm telling you, he's not better than LeBron James right
I
now.
don't care how many
Okay?
games
That's
you
it.
watch of Brandon Ingram.
Of course, that's okay.
Well, Big Ox, unfortunately, you are in the minority right now because I'm running a poll and I asked who's better right now, and 70% of y'all are saying Brandon Ingram is not better than LeBron James. However, y'all, we got another super chat. Before I read the super chat
Imagine
from
that,
Velis,
Bron not winning the poll.
Veles, I think that's how I say your name. He sent through a super chat regarding Giannis, but I just got an update that the Bucks are asking for the moon for Giannis. They want all of your young players and all of your draft picks. So let's keep that in mind. But Veles said, thoughts on Giannis to the Timberwolves? Should I get my hopes up as a Wolves fan?
Yeah.
No.
All your eggs in the Giannis basket and then cry yourself to sleep when it inevitably doesn't happen.
What would it be? Julius Randle,
Down to
game.
If I'm the Bucks,
Reed.
unless you're giving me Anthony Edwards, you're not getting Giannis.
Facts.
They don't have the young players to make it work. They just don't. There's so many
They
teams
got
out
the
there.
picks.
If you're in Philadelphia,
Yeah,
would
but
you trade VJ?
But the picks are not as important. Like something people don't factor in is good teams' picks aren't worth the same as bad teams' picks. So you take a team like Miami, if they could trade all their picks plus Khalil Ware plus Norman Powell or Tyler Hero, they beat that offer easily. Yeah.
He did say he wanted to go to Philadelphia. If you're Philadelphia, do you trade VJ?
What?
Easily.
What?
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not. It's obviously more than him, but it's like that's like the main.
VJ,
Paul
PG,
George
and
to
every
make the money
single
work, obviously. and then
VJ,
my pick.
PG, and every single pick that you have.
He mentioned he wanted to go to Philadelphia, so I'm just seeing.
Yeah, Maxi, Giannis, and Embiid. Even Nick Nurse can't ruin that. I don't think.
Sure, you can.
Okay, buddy. Sent through a super chat. Okay, buddy said, is anyone going to bring up the 41-year-old being paid $52 million to score the same amount as Gabe Vincent? And we over here talking about trading Reeves.
You talking about the All-Star? Is that who you talking about? The All-Star?
You know, one thing I don't understand. Whenever it's like, I don't even know if it's like contract year or not. If you're a player like KD, Steph, LeBron, you're pretty much like $100 millionaire, $500 millionaire, billionaire, whatever. Why not take a minimum? Like it doesn't do anything to you, right? Like financially.
Sure, it does.
What does it do? You're already set generational wealth. At least for LeBron, Steph, and KD.
Do you know the difference between 50 million and 3 million?
For them three specific,
at
this point in their career, it's about legacy, not about money.
Here's the thing: like people always say that players need to take a haircut. Players need to take this. Players need.
Why
to
is it about legacy for them and not money?
LeBron became a billionaire because he doesn't agree with you, Akil. LeBron became a billionaire because he finessed every dollar that he could, and frankly, he should have. And in fact, he left some money on the table when he joined Miami.
Hey, bro, take less money so I can think you're the GOAT.
In 2026, though.
Nah, fuck that. Like,
hey, KD, take less money so I can put you into my top 10 all-time list.
You can take the money that you're paid, but you're gonna be mediocre. You're not gonna win anything. So,
well,
if you want your team to compete for a championship, and for them three specifically, they're trying to, like for LeBron's case, he's trying to win another ring. Same with KD, same with Steph Curry. For them three, the money doesn't mean anything for them.
Yes,
everybody wants
money. The money means the same thing to them as it means to everybody else. The money is validation of your value.
Okay, so
first of all, and when you can say anything what you want about LeBron James averaging this point or not playing defense, LeBron brings more than $52 million in value to every team that he's on. LeBron
he ain't winning shit.
And guess what?
Now he's $20 million down. I'm winning nothing.
Yeah, but Jalen Brunson is so much like less financially, worth than them three players.
But fellas, y'all are being very, very passionate about a conversation that it's person to person. Some people are willing to do it, and some people aren't. I'm
passionate about the
expectation. I understand that. But what I'm saying is this: like some people, Akil, what you just said. Some people are willing to do that, and some people aren't. The people that aren't willing to do that, I don't think we can judge them. And the people that are willing to do that, I don't think we can judge them either. Everybody wasn't brought up the same. Everybody doesn't have the same value. Some people can take a pay cut to win. Some people are like, no, damn that. I want my money.
Even the way you're framing it, values. Why should LeBron have to take a pay cut? He brings more than $52 million of value to the Lakers on his name alone.
It's not about the way I'm framing it. It's about the fact that some people feel different. Pin, you're obviously very, very passionate about the fact that you.
Yeah, Genie could take a pay cut.
Okay, all right. Well, look. Let me finish what I'm saying. Some people aren't like that, and some people are. It's really that simple. No matter how passionate and how hot and upset you get, how hot and bothered you get about the fact that Akil asked the question that you feel is asinine, some people are willing to do what Akil just suggested, and some people aren't. It's just that simple. It's just that simple.
And Pin, it's not about how much LeBron brings in. It's literally about the salary cap. It's literally about putting together a roster that you can win with. Now, like if players were getting played based on how much money they brought in, that'd be a whole different story. But that's not the case. Like a team has a set amount of money that they could spend. And it's like if you do want to win, and we all can agree, like LeBron could afford to lose a little bit, to take a pay cut, to bring on another player. That doesn't mean he has to, because he's getting paid $52 million. But if he wanted to win, which clearly he
Yeah,
does.
I mean, for LeBron, what's more important?
Or
DeAndre
if you
Ayton
wanted to
has
win
played
more.
worse than Marvin Bagley, who is on a minimum contract. DeAndre Ayton makes $8 million. Is anyone counting his money? Jake LaRavia,
Penn.
Some
Marcus
people
Smart.
are. You are. Clearly, you are.
No, I'm telling you, let's just get out of this idea of counting players' money and asking them to take pay cuts because the NBA. Look, man, CJ
Well,
McCollum.
you're counting the owner's money in the franchise money and telling them that they should pay more. So how does it matter?
But why am I surprised that you are up here trying to cap
Why
for
am I
billionaires?
surprised that you are up here
We
saying
either capping for billionaires or we capping for millionaires. At the end of the day, who have more money than all of us? Like,
you know what I'm
we
saying?
gonna be capping for someone who's got
you up here
generational wealth we don't.
crying. You up here crying like
I'm
LeBron
telling you,
gonna
you
share
need to
some of the
stop.
money with you.
No,
You need to stop. You need to stop.
No,
you need to stop. You're
First of all,
so passionate.
Translate
You're
what
so
the fuck I'm saying.
passionate.
I'm
You're so passionate about it.
Yeah,
nigga
I'm
money that
passionate
ain't
about it because the
yours.
shit is toxic
Like,
as hell.
okay, how is it toxic?
You're asking players to
asked
take
the
a pay
question.
cut because owners don't know what
You're
the fuck
not
they're
getting
doing.
that. You're not getting
LeBron
that
didn't
penny
ask-
from LeBron. So stop crying about it. It's a
And
simple question. It was a simple question. It was a simple question that Kill asked, and now you up here, like I said, getting all hot and bothered because he wants to know, hey LeBron, would you be willing to take a pay cut? No, oh my God, he brings in way more than 52. Relax, dog. It's not that
Maybe
serious.
Kawhi Leonard should take a pay cut.
Maybe he
And then
should.
and
Ask
then
him
we-
to.
and
That
then
running
we
trees
can
to
see
get
you
on the
guys
back
out.
end. What do you
Ask him.
mean?
Bro.
Ask him to. Ask him to. I
Okay,
don't got nothing to do with
I'm
that.
fine.
Yeah, all he has to do
Kawhi
is just run the
literally
game.
is.
Ask more trees
ask
to get that
him
money.
to.
Even then, Kawhi's not
Shit.
in the financial gap as LeBron. LeBron's on a different.
You know,
tier.
you should probably ask him to take a pay cut.
Look, man,
Yeah, if you do want to take less, take less.
I don't need a fucking anger
Yeah,
translator.
we
I'm
don't
speaking,
care.
I'm
We don't
speaking
care.
English.
Yeah.
I'm speaking
It doesn't
English
really
up
matter.
here. I'm
But
trying to
it's
tell
kinda like
you.
what Ox said.
I'm trying to get
broad.
out of this.
That's what you're speaking.
Sorry,
It's kind of like what
what
Ox
did you
said,
say?
right?
sir?
It's like,
Broad.
it depends on
Broad.
the
I
person.
agree with Ox.
I'm speaking like a broad.
Broad.
What?
That was finna get crazy.
Yeah.
I already know. No, that was finna get crazy. Hey, but
I
you
mean,
know what?
It's
Soon we
kinda
will
like what
have
Ox said, though.
streams where nobody has to get removed. Soon we will have streams where, hey, if you want to fight, I'm gonna sit back and y'all could, do what you want to do. But as of right now, though, I got a super chat from MP13. MP13 said, chill. They have no heart whatsoever. You can literally punk them off the court with inferior talent, and it wouldn't surprise anyone.
He talked about the Cavs.
Wait, what? What'd you
Okay.
say again? I missed it.
He said the Cavs soft, basically.
Oh yeah, for sure. They don't have the Dylan Brooks on their team, kind of like what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, facts. No Dylan Brooks.
Mhm.
Let's see if you guys can sit next to each other for an extended amount of time. The next super chat I got is from
When we used to get into it,
Chucky.
we used to have to hold hands and shit. It used to be mad as
Oh,
fuck.
well, you guys hold hands. Hey, Pin,
Oh, God.
put your hand up to the screen like this. Do this.
I'm on the right side.
Wrong way.
Pin.
Mm-mm.
He's trying to,
I ain't doing that shit. Move on.
all right.
Read them super
I
chats.
want to feel your nice subtle hands. Nice and.
It's subtle.
Yeah, I just settle.
Hey, Ron.
No, I don't want to hear nothing. It's subtle. Hey, oh man. Hey, hey, Karma Pretty. Chucky Jake,
That's not
run him
what I-
down every 2 weeks. Said, Pin, last week you spoke on what it means to
Oh
be
my God.
successful in life. And you said that it was creating a family. You pushing 40 and don't have this, so are you a failure?
No, I don't think I'm a failure at all. I've been with the same girl for 6 years. I ain't never cheated on her.
That's
And
a family, though.
I mean, yeah, that's one way to look at it for sure.
That's for sure a family.
Congratulations, you didn't cheat in your relationship. Golf clap.
I mean, also too, like this is a family up here as well. Like you don't have to have a significant.
I mean, look,
other.
man,
You don't
I
have to
think
have offsprings to be a family.
First of all, that motherfucker, like, first of all, you reading that super chat is insane to me. But nevertheless, you read it. So let me answer something. I said creation, creating things that you need to give something back. And I said one example of that is a family. Another example of that is creating a business. I have created 5 businesses, 3 of which are still running and quite frankly are thriving. I do believe that film sets are families, that film festivals are families. Our film festival is about to turn 10 years old next year. We have had the same crew. We have a family of extended. So I understand that. Now, if your only version of family is, creating a child, that's great. I hope that my girl and I are able to welcome a child into this world over the next couple of years. But if we missed that boat, we missed that boat. We've had a lot of shit to take care of. Neither one of us had easy lives. And we wanted to make sure, given the fact that, and to be very real with you, since you did bring up very real super chats, let me give you a very real answer. I believe that trauma is generational. I believe that a lot of people, download a lot of bullshit from their parents and then they reload it onto their children. And for both of us, we are both very conscientious people. We are both very conscientious of the shit that our parents did wrong with us. We wanted to make sure that we got this shit taken care of, out of our system. We wanted to make sure that we figured ourselves out before we brought a child into this world. And we are just in the process of doing that. So that's my honest response to it.
Pen, I want to ask, what businesses do you have?
Film festival, film studio. We ran. I created a tutoring company, a cleaning company, and a dog walking company, and a construction company. That's 6 companies actually. So I lied.
I was going to
be up here dog walking oxen swiper. Makes sense,
bro. We had 182 clients at one point with the dog walking company. We were raking up.
Fid 183. I got 2 dogs that I need you to walk with me on a consistent basis. Hey, and the other Cane Corso is a light-skinned Cane Corso. He's not up here right now.
Well, Ron, before you read like the next super chat, I want to ask one thing. So like before the players' choice and everything, like what y'all do for like work, like the 9 to 5? Like how'd this become like you can hop on at 11 every single day?
Shit, bro, I used to panhandle over off of I-5. Off the I-5 and Carmen exit. That's what I do, man. I still do that to this day because Ron ain't paying me nothing but about $120 a month. So I'll be out there panhandling off of Carmen and I-5, man.
You can see what I used to do through my link in my bio.
Well, all right, Akil, these guys aren't going to take this serious. So I'm just going to move on.
I worked at a hedge fund. I worked at a hedge fund until 2014, and then a vase fell on my head. I took 39 stitches across the head. You can see the scar right here, and decided to quit my job, and I haven't had a boss since. I mean, technically, right now, I guess Ron's my boss, but not really. Not really.
Yo, if Ron is our boss, I can guarantee you we got a real grievance we can take. We can sue Ron.
Overtime pay. 45 minutes overtime.
For not only that, for a hostile work environment as well. I mean, come on.
I mean,
I'm calling the Better Business Bureau right now.
Hey, yeah, if we're gonna do that, we're gonna make it worth it. I'm calling Fluent back. I'm calling Dub back. I'm calling Low back, and I'm for sure bring your ticket back. Hey, if I'm gonna get that, we're gonna make sure it's worth it.
Absolutely, W ticket.
But Akil, just to answer your question, my old lady, her parents are well off, so I just kind of talk basketball and sit on the couch, and then for the rest of the day, watch basketball on all 8 of my screens. So I kind of, I got a good life.
Actually,
yeah.
Oh dang. No, I was just curious because like y'all do this every single day from like 11 to like 2 or whatever. I was like, damn, this is like their full-time job, essentially.
This is not a full-time job. This is 15 hours a week for some people and 6 hours a week.
But it's like enough income though. Like, what are you doing on the side? I mean, obviously you have your business. Obviously you have your business on the side.
Everyone share your bank accounts, guys. I can't want to know.
All right, well, no.
I mean,
if you're making too much. Hey,
I mean, you do realize we're all content creators, right? Like you do realize that, right?
Yeah, no, I'm like that because I'm trying to get into the space as well, right? Obviously, like I'm still like brand new to it, so I'm just like trying to picture myself in like a year from now. It's like how I can get to like where you guys are currently at. Like,
you gotta do it for the love of the game, man. You gotta do it for the love of the game. Like even if you're homeless, just you gotta keep.
You gotta be willing to take the
best model.
Paying your bills and all that stuff's overrated. Like just do this.
To give you a very real response,
just like you just asked Ron to take that pay cut.
Hit up Jordan. Hit up Jordan. Jordan will give you like the clearest blueprint on how to do this. Jordan, I think Jordan and Chill will probably give you the clearest.
He's in Houston too. Yeah.
Jordan's in Houston, so I
just go run up on him. Yeah,
I think Jordan can give you like the clear
you can find him on best in net.
But honestly, there's no replacement for knowing your shit. Honestly,
Right.
you just got to know.
Why
your
are you
fit.
guys playing? Akil is an up and coming content creator, and
Yeah,
you
'cause
two are trolling.
No, for real. 'Cause,
disappointed
like
in you
I'm trying to get in the space,
so
right? But it's like
disappointed.
I don't really know anybody like in my area or like like-minded
Oh,
guys.
man, I'm just playing.
So it's just like I don't really know who to like lean on or talk to.
You should
know what I mean?
download Tinder.
Akil, you hoop?
So,
You
I
hoop?
hoop. Yeah. LA Fitness.
I got the perfect idea for you. It's 2 guys in your area. All you got to do is set up a camera, cook them one-on-one, hey, and to the moon. To the moon. Want to be easy because from what I've been told, he's want to be easy from what I told.
Very easy.
Who are you talking about?
I'm not gonna get into
My
that.
big bone demon. Is that
I don't know who
Y'all
you're
talking about real
man.
talk? That's crazy.
I didn't say any names. I didn't say any names.
You will give him 1,000 buckets.
you ain't never seen a kill.
I don't even know. I don't even know what you're talking about. Hey, I'm pretty good.
I said 1,000 buckets. Someone pick
pretty
up
good
what I'm
till they
putting
gotta
down.
line up against someone who pretty good. My money on real talk, man.
I say you give him 1,000 buckets in 12 hours.
How tall is real talk?
Tall enough.
5'8", 5'9".
Yeah, real talk. Nah, real talk about 5'10".
You add real talk's
Gotcha.
vertical and horizontal height. He like 12'8". So just. Yeah.
Real talk in the chat saying, "Pen, I will cook you, bro. You don't cook, you order."
Damn,
That's a fat joke because you order
bar.
takeaways. Yeah.
Oh,
Pen, you think I'll order you?
I just realized he's in chat.
DoorDash.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's tough.
Yeah, he's can cook.
That was a
Real
good.
talk
That was a
can
good
cook.
one, Pen. I respect that joke. That was a good one.
You guys are too much.
Yeah, we trying to drop 1 to 2 jokes per episode.
Yeah, I've noticed that you've been funny. Like
funnier
every 1.5 hours, you'll say something funny. Like
yeah,
it's actually very.
Your per 36 of humor is trash, but like cumulative. Adds up.
Hey, volume, bro. We
Exactly.
We putting in work for like a full. We doing the Jalen Duren treatment up here. Okay, I am the Jalen Duren of the panel.
All right, fellas, we got a couple more. The next one is from Sale Talks Too Much. Sale said, Mars, do you value net rating differential? There's factually a lot of really good players who are negative. I don't get Dylan Brooks negative 11.1.
I think it has some value.
That is crazy.
I think
bro.
if you see large trends over large samples that your team is consistently better without you, I do think that points to something, like whether it's offensively, defensively. But in smaller samples, I think it can be skewed, like shooting luck, variance, whatever. Also, I don't think it's the be all end all. Lineups determine a lot. Like you might just play weaker lineups, whatever the case may be. I think with Dylan, he plays a lot with the starters, so he doesn't share a lot of his minutes with like the Ryan Dunns of the world and the Jordan Goodwins, who are like the great defenders on the team. So the defense is probably worse when Dylan's out there. And then offensively, it's like some of the tunnel vision stuff. But I don't think the Suns are like that much worse with him. I know the numbers say it, but like I don't think he's making the Suns worse. If that's like the argument.
All right, next up, Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn. Sent through a members chat and said, what position got drafted number 1 most to the NBA? Do you guys know?
Center.
Yeah, I would assume.
I'd assume it's the center, but we can go back. I'm not going back to pre 3-point line. I'm not doing that. So Joe Barry Carroll, that's a big. Mark Aguirre's a wing. James Worthy's a wing. Ralph Sampson and Hakeem and Patrick Ewing are bigs. Brad Doherty's a big. David Robinson's a big. Danny Manning was a 4. We'll call him a big. Purvis Ellison, he was a big. Derek Coleman, big. Larry Johnson, big wing, whatever. Shaq, big. Weber, big. Big dog. He's a wing, but big in the name, so we'll call him big. Joe Smith was a big. AI was a guard. Duncan was a big. Oliver Candy was a big. Alan Brand was a big. Kenyon Martin was a big. Kwame, Yao Ming, big. LeBron, wing. Dwight, big. Bogut, big. Banyani, big. Odin, big. Derrick Rose, guard. Blake Griffin, big. John Wall, Kyrie, guards. AD's a big. Anthony Bennett was trash. Wiggins was a wing. Cap was a big. Ben Simmons was a guard, wing, whatever. Markel, guard. DeAndre Ayton, a big. Zion, round. Ant, guard. Cade, guard. Paolo, something. Wemby, big. Ricochet, wing. Coop, wing. Yeah, it's overwhelming majority bigs.
Fire.
It's actually more bigs than I expected.
Anthony Bennett was trash and Zion was round.
And Paolo was something.
That's fine.
All right, Zenin Faz sent through a members chat and said, "So Onyeka for the free throw with half his teeth."
Shout
Saw
out.
Onyeka for the free
Yeah,
throw.
that looks good. That looked
was
gruesome.
disgusting.
Yeah, that
Did
looked
y'all see the
good.
picture afterwards that he took when he was like back in the locker room?
On
That was
Instagram?
crazy.
It's tough.
Bro, a nigga
But shout out to
got
them though. That
half
was a
my
good.
teeth,
That
I'm
was a
not
good win
shooting
they
no
had.
fucking free
That was a
throw.
good win they had.
Damn them free throws.
They thoroughly
That's
outplayed.
Why
disgusting.
why would you come back in the game though?
They thoroughly outplayed.
I'm
Boston.
not. If I get half my teeth, unless it's the NBA Finals, if you knock out half my teeth, bro, you know how mad I'm gonna be. I'm not talking.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
gonna be
thinking
honest.
about no
That's
basketball.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, like what? I'm gonna damn near need the whole week off.
Week. I'm not coming back to after All-Star break. What do you mean? What?
Okay.
Oh, man.
Duca sent through a members chat and said, #1 sports show. Kawhi left off ASR by
All-Star
NBA
reserve?
tip-off.
All-Star reserve.
No, I think Kawhi make it, but yeah, they left him off for sure. But yeah, I think he'll make it.
I don't think he's.
Yeah, they
I think
tripping.
he's. I don't know how much he should play though. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those situations where like,
That's where I'm at with Embiid.
yeah, I feel the same way about Kawhi. You don't waste any knee capacity that you got. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you're playing for the Clippers, it's wasted basketball.
Exactly.
Wasted
That's
basketball.
exactly how I feel.
I think they should both come get some run, though. I'm not saying play a whole quarter, but I think they
Jimmy
should
was
both
at the
sub
All-Star
in,
game
play
the
like.
other year, and he ain't play, right? It was Jimmy who just showed up and he ain't play. If Jimmy can
Yeah,
do it,
LeBron
let
didn't play.
Joel and Kawhi do it.
If I'm Kawhi, I just give my spot to James Harden. If James Harden doesn't make it, I'll just like, oh James, you got it. Like I'm cool, bro. Like I'm not.
Now you know why you didn't plant them trees, because you got to bend your knees to plant trees. See,
Well,
there you go.
Not
Now
necessarily.
you can
Third
just drop
joke
the
of the
seed in
day.
the ground.
Not necessarily.
From your height,
No,
just drop the
really
seed
got
in the
to.
ground and then just kick the
And
dirt over
I
it.
know this. I know this because I've planted plenty of trees in my life, so you don't really got to bend your knees.
Oh, you was playing those trees for Kawhi?
No. Just a long time.
I wouldn't be
Way before, way
surprised.
before.
Okay. What kind of trees were you
would,
planting?
for the proper pay? Hell yeah, Kawhi, I got you. Shit, how much?
Tomato trees, oak
I'm sorry?
trees, tomato trees, oak trees, or tomato plants, oak trees,
The big ones.
big trees.
The big ones. The big ones.
Okay.
Redwoods.
All right.
Mm.
You could call them that. They've been called that before.
All right, well, Prince DJJ sent through a members chat and said, Bill not getting into the Hall of Fame on first try is why I agree with Mars that we should not take awards seriously because people vote for them. Well, people are fucking stupid.
That is funny.
Stupid.
Found that out a lot today.
Stupid.
Cook some of you guys.
Yeah, Bill
From what?
Belichick.
From listening to yourself talk?
Oh, nice.
Were there other members on that first ballot Hall of Fame? Like, do you know the other names on there?
Bill Belichick ain't deserve it.
Either way, he's gonna be on there. But it's like, I want to know the
but
other people that are on it.
He should have been first ballot though.
Nah, you
Oh,
can't
yeah,
get
for
caught cheating like that and be first ballot. Staying
All
on
right,
the
Ron.
staying on the
I gotta get
score.
out of here. Peace.
Merry Christmas, Pen.
Yeah.
All right, Penn. He got tired of you trolling him, Ox. All right, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Morpheus Chewy. Morpheus sent through a members chat and said, Jalen Tyson, swiper.
Jalen Tyson.
Shout out Jalen Tyson. Davo became a member today, too. Shout out to everybody else that became a member. Shout out to the people that need to become members, but they're too lazy to become members, or they're too... Whatever circumstances is in your life, if you haven't become a member, you should become a member. Go ahead and take that leap and become a Hall of Famer while you're at it. And last but not least, Pirate McCall sent through a members chat. He's been a member for 24 months. Y'all know Pirate. Pirate said she was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene.
Why would this? When did that?
Was she more like a beauty queen from a movie scene?
I don't remember when that came up though.
Who knew she was a drama queen? That'll turn my life to Stephen King. Well, anyway, salute to everybody that's watched this episode. It has been fun. It has been real. Bob Solo said, go New York, go. My man is Chris John said, Billie Jean. I say like the video, subscribe, become a member. Yo, Akil, where can the people find you at?
Yeah, so I got pulled up right here. So I have an Instagram page called Courtside Takes 5. If you have a viral video or anything, I'll repost it, give me a DM. My last video got 1 million views on it, and I tagged you in the description. So they'll be able to go to your channel as well. So I have that. And then the same with my YouTube. Courtside takes 5. I don't know if you can see it's probably inverted. But yeah, I haven't posted in a week or two, but I'm trying to get back into it. So if you have a viral video, DM me on Instagram and I can repost it and tag you in it.
You talking to me or are you talking to everybody in the chat?
I'm talking to everybody. Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you got a viral video, he'll repost it, y'all. So you know what to do. Go ahead and make a viral video. Send it to my man Akil on Courtside Takes. Ox, Mars, chat. It has been real. We will see you guys tomorrow. It's Friday. Y'all come prepared.
Merry Christmas.